accent. All right. Make sure these mics on. Doggy dog. My accent. Yeah. Make sure these microphones right.
A female rapper. A lot of talk about Sexy Red and her content. She gets a lot of backlash. You know, people feel like it's too vulgar or, oh my God, the kids are listening to this. What are your thoughts when you see things like that?
Nothing that we see is really new. And so, we've all lived through.
I just need to check this microphone, checker 1, 2, 2, 2. Hey, let me see your YouTube, John. Make sure that John straight. Pull it up real quick. I'll tell you.
Nepotism. Y'all make me sick. Every 2 years, y'all come up with a new word. The narrative. Toxicity. Toxic. Now it's nepotism.
I just want to make sure this is on. Let's rock and roll.
Was clicking, everything was hitting. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm coming through with y'all." Melissa and Shaquille was doing what they needed to do through the rounds, and Melissa was PRing through every round. And I just said, "I'm coming through with y'all. We gonna sweep this party up. I'm coming through," and that's exactly what I did.
You did just that. Now talk about your reaction. Like, could you believe it?
Yes, I was like, I had the confidence. I knew we could sweep the party and go in there, but it was just a matter of seeing it on the board, made it so much more official. I saw Shaquille name pop up, and it was waiting. I saw Melissa name pop up. I'm like, okay, where am I? I know I got I don't know what place I got, but I feel that I got third. Then we saw it, and we just all got so excited because it's something we've been talking about all year, that we have the opportunity to go in there and sweep the.
So I just wanted to play that clip just to start it off with just a little bit of black love. But I guess my biggest critique I've seen over the weekend is, though, it don't matter how much like black men try to kind of like mind their business or try to allow women to kind of lead the party, bro, you can't. I'm just gonna sit here and say black women hate each other, though. I've never seen so many women hate on the BET Awards in my life. And the reason why I'm gonna start this off with two things. I'm not gonna start heavy on the Angel Reese thing, but I do always have to catch myself one time talking to women because she broke the record for the WNBA thing, and it was a close game. They played the number one team or one of the number one teams. Them and the Liberty may be tied. I don't know. They played the Minnesota Lynx, and they was winning the entire game. Angel Reese was holding literally one of the MVP candidates of the league, like literally one of the people who they literally just won a Connecticut. I mean, what was it? The Commissioner's Cup game on Tuesday against the Liberty. She won the MVP. They call her nickname is Fee, or they call her Phenomenal. I be kind of screwing up her real name, so I'm not gonna say it. But literally, she literally held her to literally damn that. She had like 3 points, 5 points going into the third quarter. So that was her assignment. But of course, the record was on the line. So then you see so many, and this is why I say this is a woman hate thing, because you see so many women get like, oh, they should have got the W. Who cares about the record or whatever the case may be? And I'm like, bro. And this is when I say I had to catch myself, because you realize, okay, you're talking to women. I don't necessarily know how much regular sports they watch outside of the WNBA, because I'm like, bro, we watched LeBron James break every record and take an L the night he broke the record. Because it's just like sometimes, like, though, people are human. They have emotions. You got a lot thinking about it. Even her mother watching her shoot that last free throw, it was just a lot. But I seen so many women, and I'm like, bro, do y'all realize I'm talking about a LeBron James stan. Every single, even when they brought out Kobe Bryant, because they was starting to make jokes about it. It was like, no, anytime it's a record to be broke or they sit here celebrating Kobe Bryant, they bring the Denver Nuggets in here and the Lakers lose. So I'm just sitting here. So I'm still thinking, I'm like, bro, who cares? Like, this is literally the #1 team in the jump. Nobody expected them to win this game anyway. So you thought that she was going to send all her entire effort on the fourth quarter and not have in the back of her mind, like, dog, I can break this record and make history. Like, you crazy, but that's a woman thing. But then, like I said, why I wanted to tie this into a complete 360 of why black women just hate each other. I literally watched a bunch of women after that BET Awards complain that there was no men in the Usher tribute. And I'm like, bro, what's wrong with watching all women celebrate him? One, let's be clear. Outside of Chris Brown, I keep saying, well, where was Chris Brown? One, Chris Brown is on tour, and then I think a lot of people have amnesia. Bro, Chris Brown and Usher literally got into it this year. In 2024, they literally got into a physical altercation. Do you think this man want this man to come and sit here and do a tribute to him? The last time them two was in a building together, they literally got into a physical altercation.
I thought they pieced it up at the Super Bowl.
When Chris Brown wasn't there?
I thought I heard they was together at the Super Bowl.
Well, it ain't no video. I ain't see it. But even still, and then they just start running. Then I seen a bunch of women literally run off a bunch of names of a bunch of male artists. Let's be clear. Because I hate when y'all pick and choose when you want to talk about numbers and this, that, and the third. There's not a male rapper outside of Chris Brown that's bigger than any female who got on that stage last night. At whatever you feel like the bar is for the women who start from the top to the bottom, there is not a man who can compete with any of those women on popularity, ticket sales, or album sales, or any of that. So why the hell would I sit here and take the lesser popular celebrity? Y'all talking about y'all seem to see people start talking about Jacquees. What are y'all talking about, dog?
Because I think they were talking about the singing.
The singing of what? The mics was messed up the whole entire jump. So what are you talking about the singing? Do you think Jacquees can sing better than Coco Jones? Ain't no way in hell. Let's be serious. You want to run down off the names of people who was on there? Like, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, you wanted to see Tank do it. You wanted to see Tank and let's pick up whenever they said Miguel. So you wanted to see Tank and Miguel do what you seen Victoria Monet and Tiana Taylor do? No, nobody wanted to see that. Like, what are we talking about, dog?
I mean,
that's my only thing.
To Usher. That's why I figured to me.
What? It's a tribute to Usher. Keke Palmer smoked that shit. I didn't even know Keke Palmer was that goddamn talented. I always kept wondering, like, damn, why everybody keep caping for Keke Palmer? She showed me why people be caping for her, because she smoked that performance. Like, what are we talking about? Like, who did y'all want to see sit here and take place of? Like, I don't want to see as a man, I didn't want to see no naked niggas up there. So that whole little thing that Keke Palmer was doing and Tiana Taylor and Victoria, I didn't want to see a man replace them. For what? Them niggas is irrelevant. Like, I don't care. Tank got to go on tour with like 10 other niggas, dog. Like, all of them dudes they kept naming off and what's the nigga, Lucky Day and all them other males that they was, bro, all of them niggas have to go on tour with 20 other niggas. These women can sell out tours by themselves. Tiana Taylor sold out a tour by herself. Coco Jones can sell out tours by herself. Like, what are we talking about, dog? Keke Palmer is a goddamn, dog. She got TV shows, YouTube shows, everything in the world. Like, what? Come on, dog. Like, stop. Sometimes y'all just got to stop. Like, that hate that black women got for each other is sickening as hell, dog. Like, that is disgusting how bad y'all hate on each other. Like, I was literally like, bro, y'all cannot be serious. You literally naming off a bunch of niggas who ain't had a song that nobody listened to in God knows how long. Y'all literally was just sucking Coco Jones off for like the last 3 years.
They do for the tributes. It's not nobody that's irrelevant. When they do the tributes, for lifetime tributes, they usually bring back older people. And that's like I said, I get it why people probably they was like, why wasn't no male up there singing it? I get that part because it was Usher.
Yeah, but Usher whole thing was, and even the Keke Palmer, to me, the Keke Palmer thing made it tight because, like, damn, okay, that whole little big ordeal happened over the Keke Palmer situation with her and her baby father was because of the Usher thing. So then it was kind of like you played on that situation a little bit. To me, that was fire. Like, that was Usher's whole thing. His whole tour or his whole Las Vegas residency. Damn, I'm screwing up on words. His Las Vegas situation, he literally the whole time all he was doing was serenading women. Why the hell would I want to see men up there? He don't do nothing with these men, so why should BET pander and have a bunch of dudes up there, and Usher don't even work with none of these dudes?
No, you do.
With who?
Well, Vito was on his tiny desk when he was singing, and Tank.
Both
of them was on their tiny desk.
Yeah, cool. His tiny desk, but even when he just put out his last album, it was nothing but women on it.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think you talking about you want male singers to sing. That's what I think.
Yeah, they had Summer Walker on there. Summer Walker was on his last album. Lotto was on there. She was on his last album. Her was on his last album. I'm going down the list of people. It's like it's no dudes on there. It's literally just all women. The City Girls and Lotto. Like, what are we talking about, though? There's not a man on this album besides 21 Savage and Burna Boy. That's my point. Like, what are we talking about? Like, he don't be sitting here running around working with a bunch of these niggas. So you sitting here saying he worked with women. When he was at his residency in Vegas, he was catering to women. So why would I not see if somebody's going to pay tribute to Usher? To me, it made more sense for it to be a woman. Even when Coco Jones was serenading the dudes when she was getting to the joint and serenading his wife, like I couldn't imagine a man doing that. And that's my point where it's just literally just, bro, I swear, bro, black women hate each other, dog. And that's sad. I ain't gonna have y'all gotta get it together, dog. That one is like I seen that. I was like, oh, y'all could tie this right into the Angel Reese hate because this is nuts, dog. Like I could not believe that I literally seen a bunch of women literally upset that it was all women paying tribute to Usher. I was like, all right, dog, y'all got it. Y'all, that's nasty work. I ain't even gonna hold you. Anyway, then they got upset with what's my name? Taraji P. Henson because the way she was. I don't even know why they was getting mad because
political shit.
No, not the political stuff. They was mad because she sit here and serenaded Keith Lee and his wife when she was giving out flowers. They got mad because she couldn't pronounce Flau'jae name. No, Flau'jae got a hard name realistically, unless you watching women's basketball all the time. Is that she ain't got like no easy name. Like if this is a name, sometimes with certain names, it's just like if you're not, this ain't a regular, oh, this not Michelle, this not Nicole. Like it ain't like she mispronounced a normal name. Like, bro, her name is a little bit difficult. So if you don't hear people say it all the time, I can see where you would stumble over a name. I thought I sent it, John. Well, maybe they delete. You know they be deleting stuff. But anyway, it was literally Taraji was going. She was. I'm sure y'all seen it. But at the BET Awards, she was giving out flowers. Like I said, she stumbled over Flau'jae name, and then when she got to Keith Lee, she wasn't even looking at him. Like she was supposed to be giving Keith Lee his flowers, but she was talking to the dude next to him. So people were just like, "Oh, she's so nasty. She's so rude. Why she sitting here trying to sit here and flirt with a man in front of his wife?" Like, dog, I don't necessarily know how much of Keith Lee's content did Taraji actually take in. So you just sit here and be like, oh, why she's sitting here flirting with a married man in front of his wife? I'm like, bro, how does she know that he married? Like, she's seen a couple of his videos. It don't be like his wife be in all his videos. Like they be sitting in the car together, sitting here critiquing the food.
I didn't know he was married.
So that's my point. Like, unless you literally and he don't even guess what
it's just him in the car.
And but listen to what I'm saying though, he don't even do a bunch of interviews because he always even sit here when he went into what was it, Candy's joint in Atlanta. He always say I send my family in. So it's not like I send my wife in. It'd be his kids, his wife, his mom, and a whole bunch of other people. So they won't necessarily, like I said, it depends on which video you've seen of him. Because if you haven't seen a bunch of his videos, or if you didn't see his Breakfast Club interview, because that's the only interview he ever did. He don't do interviews. So how the hell would you know realistically that the man was even married? So I feel like a lot of people, again, that's why I'm saying, he's saying people, oh, she's so cringy. It was so cringy, this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, y'all literally just like, Jesus Christ, dog. I swear to God, you can't make black women happy at all, dog. Like, shout out to niggas. That's your audience that you got pandering to, dog. Take my hat off to you, because that is a rough goddamn hill to sit here and climb up. Because I'm talking about, dog, they was just like, bro, like, I don't know. I'm trying to sit here. Let me see if I can find the joint with Taraji and Keith Lee, because they was trying to smoke her out the door. Oh, here you go.
The Method Man lookalike. Method's married, are you? Are you? Hi, how are you? Mr. Keith Lee, I know what you're thinking right now. This is about a 10.9 out of a 10. I got caught up in my own inner monologue. I'm so sorry. You're thinking this is a 10.9 out of 10. My bad. You fine too, so call me. Give him his flower.
So it's just like, okay, I guess let me ask, do y'all feel like that was disrespectful? His wife was sitting right there. Do y'all feel like that was disrespectful?
No. Sport entertainment.
I thought they said that she didn't know who Keith Lee was. That's why the wife was like, her face was all balled up because she didn't know who she was talking to the wrong person.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So, I mean, I wouldn't be upset. It's not like I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, so the internet tried to drag her and sit here and say it was cringy. Then they got mad that they redid the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us, and they was basically trying to, empower women. Even to enter, for people who didn't see the BET Awards, the BET Awards started off with Taraji performing Not Like Us. She did a freestyle, but the freestyle was basically sitting here saying how women are underpaid. And that was my point of what he's saying. I'm saying, he's saying, like, bro, you cannot just, like, you literally cannot make, I don't even want to just say he keeps saying black women, but you can't make black people happy at all, though. Like, they will literally find every and anything to sit here and critique you about and sit here and say every and anything was absolutely wrong. The stuff that you need to critique, like Ice Spice and Sexy Red, bro, y'all sit here and want to pick on Taraji. Like, bro, what are we doing for real? Like, that's how sad and that's how crazy the world is. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that is low-key one of the things that I can give white people their credit for. Them people, they gonna ride right or wrong. And I literally thought about that when I sit here and sing, like, again, tying it into the Angel Reese thing. That's what I say. I was like, no, Caitlin Clark can lose. As long as she do whatever they thought she's supposed to do, they gonna celebrate that girl and ride for her regardless. It don't matter. And I was kind of like, that is one thing I do respect about white people, bro. And you know that even with the Donald Trump or whatever, but literally if we just keep it into women's basketball, I don't care if the Indiana Fever gets smoked. Guess what the Caitlin Clark fans gonna say, oh, that's why you need to fire the coach. They need to get rid of Aaliyah Boston and all that. But when it comes to a black woman and a black athlete, I ain't even talking about, I'm literally not talking about the white people that criticize her. I'm talking about how other black women criticize this girl. I'm like, bro, y'all are insane. I literally seen women sit here and say, Aaliyah Edwards had a better game against Asia Wilson than Angel Reese did the night before. Bro, I'm screwing up the names. Angel Reese literally had 18 points and 11 boards. And the other girl had 9 points and 7 rebounds. I said, bro, y'all crazy. Are we watching the same game, or is this the same sport, or is this a different sport? But like I said, man, happy 4th of July. I ain't gonna lie to you, you can't make black women happy at all. So I'm gonna celebrate some white women on 4th of July weekend, though, because y'all throwing me off.
Well, don't do that. Don't come for black women like that.
Get in that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me? Get in that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
A great white goddamn treasure, dog. Happy 4th of July. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That is how I feel about y'all right now. Give me a little bit of that.
Get in that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me? Get in that.
That is this, dog. This is America, dog. This is where we absolutely live. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sexy Red. I do feel bad for you because there's no way in hell that Tyler should have won anything over Sexy Red, dog. Nothing at all. And I seen a lot. Now, this is when I'm cool with people getting upset about the BET Awards because that was ridiculous. So literally, it was for Best New Artist, and Tyler went up against Sexy Red, Boss Man D-Lo. Who was it? It was one more other person that I could just remember. It just pissed me off that she won. It was. I don't know. She could beat 4 bats because her song was bigger than 4 bats. But the Sexy Red, we talking about Sexy Red, Boss Man D-Lo. Who else did she beat? Tyler beat. Oh, and Friday. I'm like, bro, it's no way. How did you come on, dog? Like everybody in their mother, when Friday dropped that wedding video, everybody in their mother was going crazy. If that Lord make me come on, dog. He had big songs on it. He would have big features on everybody's album and all that. Like, bro, what are we talking about? She got literally one song that people know.
It was a hot song though, out of nowhere.
Yeah, but Sexy Red got 5, 6, 10 hot songs out of right in your face, and you knew they was hot. Like, what are we talking about? That Make Me Water ain't bigger than Ski Eat. What are we talking about? Like, how did she beat them? I can argue that Make Me Water ain't bigger than 54 Hibachis. These ain't off whites. These are right. Like, what are you talking?
Nah.
Well, nah, what?
Because Make Me Wet had his run. It had his run.
No, run good. What competing against still those songs? Like she didn't have just an undeniable run where we was like, oh, this is just the hottest song in the world.
For nobody not to know who she was. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That song did pick up a lot of traction. For that was her first song.
I get it. Yeah, that song picked up a lot of traction, but that song was not bigger than not one of Sexy Red songs.
I mean, like I said,
this supposed to be BET. This is the hashtag for the BET Awards is the biggest. What is the culture's biggest moment? If we just talking about we ain't talking about Billboard charts. We ain't talking about numbers. We ain't talking about nothing. We talking about in black culture. What had a bigger impact? Any of those Sexy Red songs, I don't care how you feel about Sexy Red, but you're not about to tell me it's literally 4th of July weekend. You're not about to sit here and tell me that you would hear more people going to sit here and play Sexy Red. If you get literally on an aux DJ at a cookout or whatever, going to play more Tyler than they going to play Sexy Red. Screw everybody else. We talking about just Tyler and Sexy Red. There's no way in hell that you can sit here and tell me that Tyler deserved to sit here and win a Best New Artist over Sexy Red. Like, come on, dog. Like, I don't care how you feel about Sexy Red, but dog, a robbery is a robbery. She literally got robbed for that award, and that one was insane. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was absolutely out of pocket. What else happened at the BET Awards that was kind of wild? Oh yes, I mean Ice Spice, Ice Spice. I swear to God, I hope this is the last year for Ice Spice, bro. Like I literally hope, like her not being cool with Nicki no more, and none of the other girls liking her. I hope we don't literally have to see Nicki no more. because of the text thing. As a matter of fact, I could play the clip of that where it was the girl. And they was talking about it. Where was it? Her homegirl sent the. Here you go.
Famous as you are, you have to deal with certain like downsides. Like when like stuff gets leaked, like text messages or whatever that aren't necessarily real.
Yeah.
How do you like keep the blinders on and not acknowledge like the internet bullshit? Like, cause it's gotta be tough.
They gotta be.
It's, you know, sometimes I'm tempted to like engage with certain things.
Like, let me clear this shit up.
Yeah. And so, but then I also realized you're gonna just give it legs to like grow and like run with.
Right. Yeah.
And I think sometimes you can over explain yourself a little bit. So I just kind of like to like just focus on what I can control and like what really is like what really matters. You know what I mean?
When you're as famous as
so for people who don't know what happened or what I'm talking about, it was I guess this girl who used to be supposed to be Ice Spice ex best friend basically leaked the text messages of her going on she was going on Nicki. She was basically saying Nicki was jealous of her, basically saying she carried the Bobby situation because the Bobby movie didn't reach out to Nicki Minaj, they reached out to Ice Spice, but she was trying to, you know, like her and Nicki had a good relationship and she know Nicki built her brand around the Bobby situation, so she kind of was like, I'm gonna throw Nicki a bone. But she's saying all of this like via text message to her homegirl. So her and her homegirl, I guess, get the beefing. And then her homegirl just leaked the text messages and just showed the world that like Ice Spice was kind of kicking Nicki Minaj back in when Nicki, like whatever the case may be. So her and Nicki I don't think they follow each other on social media no more or whatever the case may be. They just, they're not cool. Like you ain't seen them do a song or nothing together. You ain't see Nicki Minaj bring her out on tour.
Damn, you is right.
So, I mean, like I said, I just hope that's the end of it because it's just like, bro, at first when Ice Spice, like, let's be clear, she has become a better performer, but the songs have got worse. Like, yeah, cool, you've worked on your stage performance, but the songs got worse. The songs are horrible now. Like, you're not performing any good. Like, the songs are just pure.
She perform last night?
She performed that fart song. She performed that fat booty song, and that's one thing I kind of don't like that all of them did. And I see even with Lotto or Meg, I don't necessarily like that they perform like new songs. Like to me, that was the smartest thing that any of them kind of did was, I mean, especially Sexy Red and Glorilla. I'm gonna stick to the hits that I know people already know. I'm not gonna really try to do something brand new. And which could be, I mean, of course, Glow and Sexy Red got to perform something maybe that's already a couple months old, because even that Drake feature song for Sexy Red, that song is like a month old now. So it's still new, but it's still like it's old. People kind of already know it a little bit. Like you give the audience to be able to interact with the song. But like Meg literally performed a song. You performing on Sunday. You literally just put your album out on Friday. So I think that would be, to me, the only thing. But like I said, dog, I mean, Ice Spice is just horrible, dog. Like, she is so trash. Like, bro, I'm talking about ridiculously trash. Like, we be hard on Sexy Red, but like, I think if people be hard on Sexy Red, it's not necessarily just even because of the music. It's because all the other extra stuff that she do off of camera. You can kind of even tie that in with her going back and forth with King Von's sister over Chief Keef. Like, that just, it's so belittling and it's so dirty, and it's like,
but ain't that what makes it sell, right? Because if she put that video
I mean, I guess, but it's just like, who do that sell to? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say, you're absolutely right. If there is a large group of women who can relate to that type of behavior, and that's sometimes you just got to realize, I may be just too old for this conversation. Like, this type of behavior is just,
I think it was a marketing plan, that whole back and forth.
But you know how much of a peon that make you look like, bro? You're literally arguing with somebody who's famous because of a you're somebody's sister.
But that's what I'm saying. I just think it was a marketing deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless, you know, we had that whole thing. What was it, last couple of weeks ago? We talked about Chief Keef and her, how they was, you know, what do you say? That's my brother, or whatever it was when you.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
So
that's what I'm saying. So I guess they just like, hey, well, let's play off of it.
I guess I don't. That just make, and like I said, I could honestly just be okay. You could just be too old for certain situations. And I will play this clip of that lady who maybe a little bit later in the episode was a lady who was going on a rant on why she don't like Sexy Red. But I do want to stay on the BET Awards and just kind of talk about just the other things that I did. Like I like that Lotto came out rapping, like that little part that she came out. I'm like, okay, cool. That's gonna be an intro to your album. I do like that. And she did put out that song Big Mama. And I'm glad that she didn't try to lean too much into the singing part, because I hate that part. Like she should. I rather her just came with that song, just the second part of that song, like just the switch up part when she got the rapping, and then I'm cool with the Big Mama, but that whole what you gonna give for my birthday? Oh my, I'm like, bro, this shit is trash. But women like it. I seen women posting it. I mean, I guess it's cancer season, so whatever women birthday this month, they gonna play. I mean, I guess I'm not a woman, so I do sometimes got to realize like, all right, some shit just ain't for me. And that was like, I'm a diehard Lotto fan, but that wasn't for me though. When it switched up, she went crazy. When that beat switched up and she got the rapping, I was like, oh yeah, she was blacking out. But to me, and we always talk about this a lot about just dropping singles and stuff when you got like big projects. Cause I even feel like with JT, that Jeezy jump was hard, but it was like you kind of shouldn't have dropped the same week as G. No, she shouldn't have screwed a verse. You should have put it out the same week as Meg. Because listen to what I'm saying. If y'all all realistically have that same type of audience, not saying you might have a little bit, but your majority, 85% of y'all audience, y'all share. So if Meg put out a whole project, I think it's going to, a lot of those songs are going to kind of be just like, they're going to go like, all right, they just going to come and go. Like, it's not going to be like, and listen, Jeezy was rapping his ass off on it. Jeezy went crazy on that song, but I listened to it once because I was just listening to the Meg project. Like, and let's be clear, even you said what happened?
He got to get on that song with Meg, the one that.
Oh, and it sounded like the same type of beat. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I thought when I heard that beat, I was like, this sound like the same thing. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was Gucci, there's no way in hell you sat down with my wife and you ain't got Jeezy. You should. If I was JT, I would put both of them on the song together. Like you literally went on the podcast with his wife and y'all had a conversation about who did influence the beat. Like, why not put both of them on the song together? To me, I would have. That would have been like, now you need one of them gonna say no because Coach K got a relationship with both of them. Even in the verse when Jeezy sit here and said, well, Coach reached out to me, asked me what I done for the year, and I was like, hell no. Nah. You could have put him on it, but just to me, even when you talk about just off the BET Awards, Meg Thee Stallion does what all of those girls, even including Lotto, performance-wise, rapping-wise, she just do it 100 times better. Like that song, that what's this song that she got on that joint? Arigato, I guess that's how Arigato Hot Girl, whatever that joint is OTAKU. Arigato. Nigga, that when she get in there and get the rapping on that pocket, there's not a woman I feel like can rap better than Meg Thee Stallion outside of Nicki Minaj. Like, let's be clear. Y'all know I love the way Lotto rap, but when Meg found one of them pockets and she sit on that pocket, bro, it's nothing you can do. And we talking about performance-wise, like even looking at when Glorilla brought her out, I'm like, it's a difference between, and what I love that Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion collaboration and that just chemistry that they have together. I hope that they put out a project. Like, you can't allow that moment that y'all had on tour go to waste, and you can't even allow off of that BET, like just watching their chemistry of them performing together, in which they do kind of had an advantage over everybody else because they've been performing together for like the last month and a half or 2 months, because they would have, I think the tour started like sometime in May. So yeah, probably like a month and a half. They've been performing together, but you can see the chemistry. Like it would flowed effortlessly. If you listen to the song, they got a song called Accent on Meg's project. That song, it was tight. And I like the way that they was even rapping and completing each other verses. Like that's something girls really don't do. It's not even a lot of niggas who do that no more. Like that's some old school, like the Locks used to do that. Like it's not a bunch of, or like you really don't hear, or like that's some old MMG, like when Meek and while they used to go back and forth and complete each other verses. Like you haven't heard that in a while. So to hear two women do that, and I was like, damn, that's just fire. And I think because of their voices, their voice tone, like Glow kind of got a little bit of deeper voice. I like the way that shit just flow. Like them two together sounds amazing. Them two performing together was amazing. When she brought Meg out, I'm like, bro, Glorilla smoked it. She had the best, like we talking about just from beginning to end. To me, she had the best set. Because my only beef with Meg's jump was because the song was new. Like a lot of those songs was new, even the song that when you perform a hiss, because everybody know hiss, but it's not like a chanty song that people can really just like chant back to you. Like when Sexy Red get it sexy, like people can just chant all of that off like back to you. So that would be my only critique. But you talking about performance wise, you can just see that Meg just kind of like she is in that confidence that like, nah, I'm better than all of y'all, and I'm gonna let the world, even like her voice control, her voice performance, and the way she projected her voice was like she smoked that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
When I seen her in concert, I was shocked. I didn't think she was that good performance wise.
Yeah, she smoked it. I ain't gonna lie, she smoked that BET Awards. To me, Meg Thee Stallion was one of them people that was like, all right, if you were sleeping on Meg, yeah, she showed you. Like she smoked it. I'm not gonna hold you, but I do. My biggest, like I said, only thing I would hope that her and Glorilla don't allow this moment to just go to waste. But yeah, and like I said, I like that Meg song. My favorite 3 songs off that Meg Joan is Where Them Girls At. And I can't remember the dude name because I know that was the same dude who had Booty Me Down, and he had Dance Like a Stripper. That's the same dude. I don't necessarily know if she sampled that or she actually just found him somewhere and got him to come and redo that jump. But whatever, that Where the Girls At, I love that song, that Out of the Hot Dog Girl song. I like that John. I like that Accent John. Like those are my favorite 3 off that project. I did like the John with her and Big Crit. Like she had some songs on there that I like, but my favorite 3 was them 3. But yeah, that Big Crit John, I kind of was like, damn. I do wish that she probably realistically would have put she probably should have put Sauce Walk on it. Like I think she could even sample the end of that verse. Like she had that little I'm from Splash Town. Like that was one of his little sayings. Like when he first came out, like that was one of his things. Like, nah, I ain't from Houston, I'm from Splash Town. Like so I hope that she can kind of like she sampled the end of that or he even sample it and then just get her to do a verse. I think them two will have a good jump because I listen to his project a lot. Houston kind of was like dominated what I listened to the majority of the weekend. I listened to Sauce Walk, I listened to a lot of Meg Thee Stallion, and then of course Don Toliver put out a deluxe of his album, and I liked his joint. Like that joint with him, it was him and Travis, or was it him and I liked the joint with him and Yeet. I want to say it was him and Lil Yachty. Matter of fact, it was him and Yachty.
Yeet was the most recent one.
No, but it was going into the song with Yeet. I want to say it was Yachty. I thought it was Yachty.
I know the most recent joint. Not saying that was the one we eat.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the joint offered like when they put the little single joint up. But what was it? I want to say it was Yachty. Yeah, it was no, not Yachty. It was Uzi. My bad. It was called Donnie Darko. Yeah, I like that joint. The Donnie Darko joint and the joint with him and Yeet. That was on the deluxe. But like I said,
that's the Yeet one.
Yeah, it's on the Apple Music joint. Yeah, so like I said, the BET Awards were straight to me. I think it was super long. Like it did kind of get long to the point. I'm like, dog, bro, I'm ready to go to bed. I need to watch Power. Let me cut this off. Like it did get extremely long. And I guess realistically, of course, we got to get into one of the biggest stories of the weekend. I do want to thank Rick Ross, and we're gonna get right into that one. Let that joint load up. How'd I got though.
Yeah. Gotcha. Who is that?
Well, speaking of stepping.
She is funny shit, though. She said she made like $60,000 in a weekend off of selling Hot to It merch. I'm like, bro, I swear to God. When I see stuff like that, I be like, bro, I don't be mad at why some of these niggas like Steve.
Huh? You think she trademarked it right away, or
she had to? She had to. Like I was trying to read like the backstory because it seemed like this must have been old and it kind of just kind of trickled over to like the black community where we've got a hip to. Because I want to say they said she lost her job. I don't know how true that was or what type of job she had, but then they was just like, nigga, like she literally sold out like whatever merch she put out. She literally made like 60 bands over the weekend over that.
I can believe that.
I'm like, nigga, they had hats with it, like somebody giving up like them hats was crazy. Did I say the Jones? I don't know if I saved it, but I do want to let me play this cam clip real quick. So real quick, before we do get into Rick Ross, I want to ask y'all a question, and I do want to ask Erica, how would you feel if this was your baby father? You literally just had it. Y'all just literally, of course, y'all know Cam Newton just had a baby with what's that girl name? Yes, Jazzy, or Yes, whatever the fuck her name is. But she just had a baby. So I do want to play this clip real quick of him talking about Kaiser.
Oh, girl, who is that?
Kaiser Gondrasek.
Kaiser Gondrasek.
Is she the WNBA best dressed? She got so many flavors now. Right there.
Ooh.
Right
there. And before somebody say goofy shit where it's like,
I'm saying it, Cam. I don't care. I'm saying some goofy shit.
It's not me hitting on that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the comments.
Okay, straight up.
But this young lady looks amazing.
Yeah.
She giving what she's supposed to give. And you know what it's about, Pig?
What is it?
The sister got a walk on her.
She walking.
She got that posture. You dig what I'm saying?
Come on now. What you doing?
Dun, 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 dun. Play that one more time, man. Gotta see when somebody just pop us.
Yeah, she popping out.
Look at it. She know what she doing. Not the oversized, not the jorts, all blue on blue. Thought you knew the black and the businesswoman.
She got all the layers now.
Yeah.
So my question is that doing too much if you are in a relationship, especially with a fresh baby? Like that kid ain't even 1 year old. It may not even be 6 months yet.
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say nothing
he didn't
wrong,
say nothing out the way.
But you gotta, if you hyping her up like this, then you better be hyping me up like this, even like 10 times more. But
yeah, because he put a lot of sauce on that, dog. God damn, he put a lot of sauce on that.
Yeah,
He wasn't over. He wasn't over like.
No, he was like a fan.
Drink her bath water.
Nigga, he was nigga. You a fan? You a fan? You a fan?
Nah, he was.
Nigga, yes,
he was
you not.
short. He wasn't too wild. He wasn't too wild.
Listen to what I'm saying. And the
It could
crazy,
have been a lot worse.
nah.
It wasn't disrespectful.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't disrespectful at all. What he was saying wasn't disrespectful, but I was just listening to it like, and this is crazy how my brain works. I'm like, and that's why he even said it in the comments because he knew how he was sounding. He had to sit here and say, "Don't make it like I'm flirting with this girl," because I know people because that's how it sounds. When I'm listening to him, I'm like, "Oh shit! If I was his girl, how would I feel for him being a fan? Like, bro, you're fanning out, and it's not like you can respect a nigga fanning out for like Shaquille Richardson or Asia Wilson or Angel Reese. Like these motherfuckers are actually elite at what they do. This girl literally." Rode the goddamn bench the whole time for the Chicago Sky. Like she was literally like, "Oh, this is the girl who do all the TikToks with Angel Reese."
What was it, like a podcast he was on or something?
Yeah, on his podcast.
It wasn't.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
It was like he didn't say nothing to make me be like, "Oh, like you like her, like you were just a fan." But if you hyping her up like that,
see, I know what Mikey thinking. Because if you got me, you can get her too.
Oh, no! Listen to what I'm saying. Let's be clear. That's what I'm saying. So that's to me that's the difference because it's a difference between like regular niggas on a podcast flirting and giving you your flowers. It's cool, but this is Cam Newton.
I know you're tracking.
So if Cam Newton, let's be clear, if this girl wasn't in a relationship with Jaylen Brown right now, I necessarily think you can make a way bigger deal of what Cam Newton just did. Like Jaylen Brown, of course, Jaylen Brown is Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown got a crazy ass contract. Paul's no homo. Jaylen Brown is a nice looking, dark skinned man. He's super smart and all that other. The aesthetics with Jaylen Brown is different. So I don't think that this woman would see this Cam Newton video and feel like lusty about it. But if this was right after her little situation with Kevin Porter Jr. and Cam Newton still made this same comment, I don't know, dog.
I know. Like I said, I get why Mikey would say he don't like it because I know your track record. And if you've got me, I know you can get her. So I get, like I said, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because even if I'm comparing it, like if I'm just sitting here saying like, don't get it twisted, this woman is super beautiful. But if I'm saying her to compare to Jazzy,
one in it.
Not
in the league.
I don't know, because there's some girl. It be some Jones and niggas like to me personally, my personal preference, I like the girl Dejanay Currington from the Connecticut Sun better than her. That's with the blonde weave. Or even shit, the Connecticut Sun got a fire ass backup center. Or even the other girl who played for the Chicago Sky, the super tall girl. Like, and we talking about just off of style. Like, I don't necessarily know like looks because it'd be like.
She be killing that shit.
Yeah, she be killing it, but the tall girl, Izzy Harris, kind of be like, bro, she is OD fire. And her swag to me is a little bit more my taste because she kind of do it like with the sneakers and she do it with the jeans or some jerseys. Like she really kind of dressed like a little bit more fun. With this girl kind of like she knew what her aesthetic was going to be for the season and she stayed there where it was more like dress casual. Like she literally looked like she was going to like work, but she pulled it off like with some runway swag. Like, let's be clear, she branded the hell out of herself because I done seen endless dudes. I'm like, bro, y'all literally making like it was a lot of niggas was making endless videos talking about her getting cut. Like niggas was like somebody else got to pick her up. Like I'm like, nigga, she literally maybe scored fucking 5 points the whole entire season. She played in like 5 games. Like she hit 8-3 and I think she hit like a 2-pointer the whole. Like, come on, dog, what are we doing?
I didn't even know she was on the team until I seen her. I forgot what I seen her on, and I was like, "Oh, damn, she is on the team with Angel Reese."
Yeah, she is, and then I did see a lot of people sending her thoughts and prayers because it was kind of a crazy week for her. Because and I don't know what her and Kevin Porter Jr.'s relationship is because of course he did get picked up by the LA Clippers, and of course, and let's be clear,
he did get picked up.
Yeah, he did. He got picked up by the LA Clippers. They signed him on like it wasn't like no guaranteed contract thing. I think like whatever they signed, I think a 2-way contract. I believe that's what he got signed on. He got signed on a 2-way contract. So I did see a lot of women who was kind of sending like prayers her way. And they was kind of, like thoughts and prayers to her because like, damn, she got cut and then this nigga get picked up and get another job after that. But listen, like I said, but she came out and kind of like tried to detract her statement or whatever. And she didn't give a statement. Like, nigga, she was in the hospital bleeding and she had to go to the hospital. Like that whole, like, let's be clear. So I don't kind of even, nobody never really, her sister jumped out the window for her. So it's kind of like when that story first break, like her sister literally took to social media and was like, nigga, we got people who love us. Don't worry about it. They'll handle it if the like the court system didn't handle it. So it's like, I don't necessarily know like if he paid her off or what happened, why she even retracted that statement. But like I said, it ain't nothing too much we got to really talk about. I just wanted to kind of get y'all opinion on what y'all thoughts on Cam Newton said. But like I said, shout outs to Rick Ross. Shout outs to Rick Ross for literally helping Drake find his way back in. Because everybody been talking about it. I mean, whatever podcast, whatever radio station you listen to, everybody's biggest question was like, oh, how can Drake return? Thank you, Rick Ross, for being goddamn dog food. You was sweet and sour goddamn ice cream, dog. I'm not going to lie to you people. If you have not seen the video go viral yet, Rick Ross was in Vancouver. He was in Vancouver, Canada, performing I don't even know if he was performing. He was at a festival or something. He was out there in a festival, whatever the case may be.
He just finished performing.
And I guess when he got off of stage, because I guess when he got off of stage, he had Sam Sneak play Not Like Us, because even when the altercation was breaking out, you can hear them playing Not Like Us in the background. And it was a group of white boys who they wasn't rocking for that shit. They was like, you think we sweet or something? And let's be clear, I do think, and me and a homegirl of mine, we was having this conversation where we do think a lot of people think Canada is sweet. I mean, you think that in certain parts of America, the people be thinking it's just sweet. You can do whatever. People are soft here. And I was even telling my homegirl, I'm like, the representation for Canada, we talking about their top 5 biggest artists. I mean, you talking about Justin Bieber, Drake, The Weeknd, Tory Lanez, or another nigga in there. So it's a lot of singing. It's a lot of singing, so I can understand why people would think that they were soft. We didn't. If you watch the Toronto Raptors, like their fans ain't like the most of like you. Like we talked about the fucking Philadelphia, the Philadelphia fans. Period. Philadelphia sports fans, New York sports fans. It's a difference. So that aura of like super aggressive, disrespectful people. That's not the energy that Canada gives off. And you could be absolutely wrong. I don't necessarily know, because even sitting here when I'm telling y'all, I tell y'all this all the time when I go to gyms. I pay attention to them super strong white boys, them MMA Joe Rogan ass white boys. So let's be clear. It's a difference between like the white boys who like the silly white shit, and then it's them hardcore
hockey players.
Not hockey, like MMA white boys. Them niggas who be in the gym all day long looking like they take steroids. They come into the gym and all them niggas doing is lifting the heavy weights. Them niggas ain't thinking about doing no cardio or nothing. Them niggas are just OD super strong from the neck down, pause no homo. Like, that's just how they give it up. So it's a difference. And Rick Ross met them group of white boys. Like, that white boy who popped off on him, that nigga got busy after he popped off on Rick Ross. He smacked all the dog shit out of Rick Ross, dog. I swear to God, like Rick Ross, and Rick Ross is a clown, and Rick Ross, I swear to God, Rick Ross, you can't come back, dog. It's over for you now. You literally took that L off of Drake and put it on you. I seen niggas on Twitter saying, oh, Drake's in here liking these posts and these white boys was calling Rick Ross a nigga. I don't care. Rick Ross is a grown man and he had 5 other niggas with him. A white boy call you nigga, you can't defend yourself, nigga. That's your problem. That ain't Drake's problem. Drake ain't supposed to feel bad because some white boys call Rick Ross nigga after Rick Ross was running up and down calling him white boy for the whole goddamn to start the summer off. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
I think he said that. If I'm not, before they started with him, I thought he said white boy was wrong, white boy.
Oh, he's do something to the dudes. He said that to them. He was calling them white boys, so I'm not getting mad at some white boy. Let me tell you one thing. I'm never. This is different if this was some kids that happened to them. I'm not feeling sorry for a group of grown men who got beat up by some white boys and they was calling them nigga to their face. I don't care, dog. I ain't no sympathy. You're grown. This is a grown man. Rick Ross is damn near pushing 50. He old. This nigga's old, dog. So y'all sitting here trying to pull out a sympathy card and act like Drake ain't supposed to celebrate on this nigga. You're crazy as hell. Y'all niggas went on a goddamn world tour celebrating. He was at the goddamn Drake. He was at the Kendrick Lamar concert, and then you come to Canada and you think your DJ about to play Not Like Us, nigga. Are you stupid? They supposed to have violated him.
How's that conversation on the ride back, dog?
Nigga, did you need it? Like Rick Ross, you spend too much money trying to be flossy, nigga. You should get some real security. You just got niggas around you. Like, you talk all that rich shit. You got all these cars. And I don't even like keep cussing, but dog, you got all these cars. You got all this change. You got these big houses. But nigga, you got flawed security. Like, where was your real security at? You let your real friends get beat up. Sam Sneak is your man. He been with you from day one. He got whipped. I'm talking about the dog shit beat out of him.
Who was he?
The tall nigga with dreads. They knocked the other dude, the dude who popped off on one of them, like the dude it was 3 niggas who got super beat down. Sam Sneak got whooped. It was a dude who was standing right beside Rick Ross. He had like a white t-shirt on and had like a jacket, and it looked like he swung a bottle with somebody. They end up knocking him out. He was the one who got picked up and carried out in the big fat security guard. Like, come on, bro, Rick Ross, you said, listen to what I'm telling you. Sell one of them houses and get you some real Floyd Mayweather type of security. Because I promise you, 2 niggas that never would happen to, off of how they pay, 3, I'm gonna tell you 4 niggas this would never happen to. I don't care how you feel about Diddy. He paid enough money for security that ain't never gonna happen to Diddy. 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather, and Drake. Dog, you gotta spend money on something else. You want to spend money paying for pussy, getting girls' teeth fixed. Nigga, you need to get some real security. That fat nigga, listen, shout outs to him. He stood his ground to his best ability. He did not hit he fell to one knee, but he got put to bed. He damn near got put to bed. His size is the only thing that kept him from going night-night.
He too big for that.
And he couldn't do nothing with them because it wasn't like, it was literally the only one of them white dudes was super stalky was the one who smacked Rick Ross. And it was another one who was kind of lingering around looking like he was just catching niggas when they was down. But they put the, oh my God, dog. Rick Ross tried to get on there, and you can't laugh that off. You cannot stunt your way out of getting whooped as a man. Let's be clear, and I understand it's 2024, and a lot of people put money over principles and morals. But as a man, something you can't live down, dog. Listen to what I'm telling you. We clown professional boxers for getting beat up. Niggas still claim, I literally watched Devin Haney make a post the other day. 2 things y'all ain't gonna never call me is a B and a P. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Niggas still click. Devin Haney is a professional boxer. 9 times out of 10, I ain't even say 9 times out of 10. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10. Most people who tweet Devin Haney trying to play with him, he will beat the living breaks out of you. But niggas still tweet him. You think that niggas gonna give a fuck to Rick Ross if you got a goddamn, are you on a plane? You can't laugh at, you can't belly us to death off. Nigga, yes, you took a L, dog. You're a grown man. You and your whole entire crew got whipped. Ain't nothing you cannot laugh at. You cannot Rich Forever us this out. You cannot MMG Maybach music shit out of this, dog. You got whooped. You are a grown man. You and your entire crew got whooped by a group of white boys, and you was literally calling this nigga Drake white boy for 2 weeks strong, dog. What the? Oh my! Nigga went to Canada and got his shit rocked. That white nigga pop Rick Ross. Whop! I was like, oh. Damn, Ricky, and you didn't do anything. You just moved like you didn't even want no bump.
Who gonna put in the song?
Drake. Nigga, Drake is back now. If y'all thought Drake couldn't find him, I told y'all that Drake had to come back in October with some R&B shit. No, Drake can pop it off right now, nigga. You can literally make a no-fly zone song. You can talk greasy as you possibly want. Niggas went to Vancouver and got their shit wrong. They couldn't even keep a goddamn basketball team. Nigga, the Grizzlies play for the Vancouver Grizzlies is now the Memphis Grizzlies. What the? Oh my God, Rick Ross, dog. You can't live that down, dog. It's nothing you can say. Like that's how you know some niggas who've never really had no, and that now this just put so much flaws in all your other raps because you can't literally tell me you've been through no real shit and you sit here and try to get on the internet and sit here and laugh and call him call Drake a pedo and sit here and try to go on your baby mother. Like, nigga, what are you talking about, dog? No. Like, I can't believe he tried. Like, he literally thought he was going to be able to, like, oh, life is great, Vancouver, see y'all again next year. Like, nah, dog. And that plane ain't gonna cut it, dog. And anybody who that will cut it for, them the type of people I don't want to be around. Because them the type of people don't got no principles and morals. They'll literally snake you out and do whatever for you. Because if you think that was cool and money can save you from getting literally, man, come on, dog. You a grown man. And you rode on your men. Like all them videos in different angles, Rick Ross ain't throw not one punch. A nigga smacked you. Come on, dog. It ain't no nigga. If nigga smack me, I'd rather nigga just knock me out and beat me. I'd rather go out like his men, beat me down, stomp me out. A nigga not gonna just smack me and I'm just gonna try to like run off.
But how much restraint do you gotta have for you? Because I mean,
it ain't no restraint. You cannot. It's not no restraining me, dog. It's no way on God's green earth I'm letting a man smack me and I know it ain't nothing but a bunch. No way in hell, dog. I'd rather you knock me out than you smack me.
That's why I said,
because a nigga just knock you out, it's cool. Niggas get knocked out every day, B. But a nigga ain't about to just smack me, dog. Ain't no way in hell. I'm sorry, it's not happening, dog. No way in hell. And you deserve that. All of that trolling. And you know what's the crazy thing is? When I seen that, I was happy that it happened to Rick Ross because then that means we're going to get some new Drake music and he going to be talking crazy. So I was happy for that. But then when I seen that smack, I was like, this is why Joe Budden and this is why academics stay both of their soft ass in the house. Because that's all I seen. All that tough, crazy talking that niggas be talking in that microphone and y'all niggas, y'all be thinking I be playing when I say you're a grown man and you can't do 50 push-ups. That's an example why you need to be able to defend yourself, dog. You are a man and one day man shit going to happen to you and you're going to be like, damn, I wish I would have listened to Mikey and got down and gave myself 50 every fucking day. Like, what are we talking about, dog? That's all that was. That white dude, he literally looked like, I'm telling y'all, when I go to them gyms and it be them white boys in it, that he literally looked just like every last one of them strong ass white niggas. And when I see them niggas, I be like, bro, this is why you a grown man. You don't want to get in no physical altercation with another grown man who's like this.
50, you saw 50 response.
But guess what? Because 50. But listen, no, did you see Bobby Shmurda?
I didn't see Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Shmurda is hilarious, nigga. Bobby Shmurda is hilarious. Let me play Bobby Shmurda, John. Because Bobby Shmurda kept it a buck. Bobby Shmurda said, "I'm going out like C Murder."
Yo, come at it when I like C Murder. Oh, my dead grandmother, son. I would have went out like C Murder, bro. I swear to God. I swear to everything I love, bro. I would have went out like C Murder, bro. Y'all just see the videos. Yo, story said, yo, a nigga feed me out when I was like 12 years old. Yo, nigga choked me out when I was 12 years old. I tried to kill a whole building.
Yo, I just see what happened, son. Yo, y'all niggas.
No, you can't not go out like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, dog, there's no, like, he thought the first post for him to post was cool for him to, like, post some Blue Bel-Air. Niggas never wanted to drink that goddamn dish detergent in the first place. And you literally on a plane, like, dog, that's not pee. I don't know what you thought. You thought that's not a flex. You cannot flex getting beat up and sitting here saying, well, at least I'm still on my PJ. Like, nah, dog. You should have walked home. Like, niggas we would have just had a walk. Let's get ourselves in some shape now. Let's walk home from Canada, dog. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Walk your ass back from the border and walk home, dog. Like, I can't. Damn, shout out to Rick Ross, though. Like I said, you helped for all the Drake fans. Listen,
I said the biggest boss.
Yeah, he helped. I ain't gonna say shout out to Rick Ross. Rick Ross literally helped out all the Drake fans, so we will be getting new Drake music.
Wait, damn, this is when you need Meek Mills and Dream Chasers, don't you?
Damn, I can't believe he went out like that, though. That nigga went out crazy. All that fucking trolling, and playing and thinking Drake was sweet, and he ain't the hard.
And that's the sad part. It wasn't nobody from Drake's camp. This was just some Canadians.
And that's crazy. Yeah, man.
But they call them Corbies.
Crodies. Shout outs to the Crodies, dog. Shout outs to the Vancouver Crodies, because they sit here and literally they help Drake get back into the ring. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout outs to all the Vancouver Crodies. It was another story that was going, but I do want to play this because y'all know I love to sit here and talk about. Oh, matter of fact, because while we talking about the BET Awards, I forgot to sit here and say, dog, Remy Ma. Oh my God, dog. Ooh,
that was Remy.
Yes, in that damn near half naked see-through dress.
Oh, I didn't know who that was.
Nigga, my God.
It was Trainer, but then I was like,
nigga, shout outs to Remy goddamn Mondo. Oh my God. And the crazy, I mean, you see people, of course, you see people in the comment section sitting here saying, oh, this is your son in here fighting for his life. But man, what can she do, nigga?
People was in there saying that?
In the comments, hell yeah, people in the comments were saying that. Hell yeah, people in the comments were saying that. But like I said, shout outs to Remy. I don't care about the people in the comment section. Oh, she look good as hell. It's kind of crazy. I don't necessarily know, but if you already got paid, I don't know. I can't, dog. Your kid make your own goddamn decisions. I ain't missing out on no bread for that little nigga. That was his choices. Oh well.
Say your prayers.
Yeah, that's it. Thoughts and prayers. And pay for a lawyer. What else I'm supposed to do? I ain't about to sit here and lose out more money. I got to get my money back. I just paid for this damn lawyer. That John love it up. I'm gonna play this clip of this one.
Okay, I feel physical.
Give it 1 second. If you're on the YouTube channel, just give me 2 seconds. Allow this jump to load up on the podcast app, and then we're gonna get right back to it. I definitely gonna come in this clip with this lady who went to a pride parade in San Francisco, and she was feeling some type of way. And I do think it's just a perfect example of just bad parenting, just some of the stuff that she was explaining that she's seen. And I think she was approved too. Like, bro, just stay your weak ass at home.
Okay, I feel physically ill after spending the day at San Francisco Pride. Now, I've been to quite a few Pride events, but this one was by far the most disturbing, and it was because there were nudists there that were fully erect in front of children, standing in a way to make sure that everybody saw their fully exposed penises. There were adults grabbing other people's genitals and other adults masturbating. There was a fetish zone in which people were peeing on each other. So again, too, I'm shocked and horrified after experiencing this. Keep in mind that this is an all ages event. There were children present. The fetish zone was an 18+ area, but there were no IDs being checked. And again, there were adults essentially having sex in public. I am shocked. I've never experienced such a vulgar display of promiscuity. I mean, I don't even know what to say in terms of this. I'm shocked and horrified, and I don't think I'm ever going to cover Pride ever again after what I witnessed today. It was the worst of the worst. It was bad.
Okay. All right, so my thing is, I just think realistically, and for people, just real quick, a backstory for people couldn't kind of clearly hear what this woman said. This was a lady who said here and said she went to San Francisco Pride. And listen to what I'm telling you, and I mean this, and I don't mean this like with no disrespect. Bro, and when Pride comes to DC, bro, them men be wild aggressive. I know I probably done joked about it before on here before, but them niggas be horny. And them niggas be super aggressive. Like I think I know I joked on this here before when I say damn, you know how women feel when niggas just be randomly just flirting with other women, No, when them niggas come to DC for Pride week or that Pride weekend, bro, them niggas be super aggressive. Them niggas be horny. There's nothing in my mind would sit here and think that I thought that was somewhere to take a kid. I thought Pride Parade was supposed to be able for them to celebrate their sexual liberation. So I don't understand why you thought people were supposed to just go there and be on their best behavior. Like that shit don't even make sense to me.
I think she's saying because it was an all ages thing.
But that's what I'm saying. You can sit here and say the same thing about Freaknik. It ain't no how you can't put an age restriction on something that's outside and is free.
But then I think that's what she's how it is now in today's society. They want everybody to come out, everybody to feel comfortable, and be yourself, embrace yourself. That's what they trying to. And,
but this is clear. So let's say but let's be real. Let's just say and say from I'm sure y'all can Google just Google Pride pictures, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna see it be men who be half naked already with like some super tight ass boy shorts on and no shirt. I wouldn't want my kid to see that regardless. So a nigga having a hard dick and a difference between a nigga running around in a G-string. What the fuck is the difference?
Like I said, now how it is today. Do you want more kids out? You want the kids to come out?
Man, ain't no dog, and no, ain't no. I don't.
It's a lot more kids in them parades now.
But
they shouldn't be. That's on bad parenting.
But I think they do like.
I want you to be
kids friendly earlier in the day, and then like the later it gets, it's like I ain't gonna say it's an age restriction, but that kids shouldn't be there because I know somebody that was there like maybe a year or two ago. It was more so earlier. It's like families was out, but the later it got, there was like.
But nigga, that's some wild shit she listed off though. That's some wild shit.
Listen to him saying, Marcus, I hear you, but in my mind, I'm thinking that's how they giving it up already.
Nah, I hope not. But that's wild.
Dog, why not? I don't know what me personally, everything she said, I felt like that. Like I felt like she just told me what I thought a Pride Parade already was.
Hell no, that's too much.
Yeah.
Dog, them niggas it be literally niggas who be just painted
out there pissing on them. Like, no, that's too much. Like, come on, ejaculating in the middle. Come on, dog. Hell no. Even if you just had to be the worker, you had to work the parade. You said some shit like that.
But that's what you paid to work for. That's like he's saying, I work at a strip club. Oh, I don't want to see girls on the stage playing with a dildo. What are we talking about, dog? What the hell? This is what you signed up for. This is what this is.
For a parade. I ain't signed up for no damn orgy.
Dog. So listen to what I'm saying. When the stereotypes is stereotypes. A running joke is the lesbians meet each other and they move in like 3 days. So if you think that somebody is willing, if that's how they give it up and they ready to sit here and move, and people talk about what's the goddamn grinder, and they got their own websites where all they doing is just when we was talking about the Gerard Carmichael, when he was sitting here saying he was just on Grindr and just piping niggas down. Like, how do y'all think if that's just how normal? If these are the normal conversations that you hear how gay people move in that community on different apps and how they move in public or different jokes be about them, I'm going to turn it off at my parade? How do that make sense? Like, why would I turn it off at my parade? Why would I turn off the shit that people normally know about us? If we got our own app with Grindr, where niggas just be swiping just to get their shit beat down, why would I sit here and cut it off and now I'm in public? I ain't even got to get on the app. So now I'm going to cut my horny off? If I'm horny enough to sit here and meet random niggas on the app when I ain't in public with them, I'm going to cut it off now? How and why?
But how they say they're getting there, I guess, like hateful people hating them, you would want to kind of present yourself to like
no, because they shouldn't be here. If you hate, no, listen to what I'm saying. And I don't, but if I hated gay people, why the hell would I go to Pride or be anywhere near? You know what the month is. If you watch any WNBA game, that's all they've been talking about is Pride Month. Some of them, who was it? The Minnesota Lynx. This nigga had literally a full, or was it Seattle? It was a Seattle game. This nigga had a whole full colorful rainbow suit, dog. You know what month it is. You can't hide that shit. Like, what are we talking about? She just sounded like somebody who shouldn't have been there in the first place, and you was trying to go and be fucking nosy, and now you was upset because they was giving it up how I thought they was. No, we watch P-Valley. What the fuck are we talking about, dog?
I think you just expect it to be different.
Yeah, not that
in
wild.
the daytime.
That sounds
like I
like a
said,
damn-
it's always a family, and then it's like late nights.
I hear what y'all saying, but that's just literally sit here saying that was like cutting on an episode of fucking P Valley, and you didn't think Uncle Murder, you didn't think Lil Murder or fucking what's my man named Uncle Clifford never was gonna get no cheeks on this show. Like niggas, you can't after the first season, you couldn't hear niggas complaining about that no more. You know what you cutting on this goddamn TV show, and you know what to expect. Now that's the difference when it happened on the Shaq, because I'm not expecting that on the Shaq.
My only question is she a part of the community? And that's my
She to me she don't sound like it. I don't necessarily.
She was reporting. She said she was reporting.
Yeah, so we'll go find something else to report on, you nosy ass motherfucker. Like, nah, dog. Like, what? I don't. Just to me, that shit just didn't make sense. That to me was just like, even when she was explaining, like, well, the kids was there. Dog, that's bad parenting. Like, don't take your kids there. There are no kids. You wouldn't take your kids to Freaknik. If Sexy Red said she was having a fucking my pussy pink booty hole brown parade, you're not taking your kid there. Guess what? Matter of fact, Sexy Red is going on tour. She's having a tour. Guess what? It's all ages, but you're not about to sit here and take your goddamn 10-year-old to go see Sexy Red. And then you're gonna get mad and she on it half naked. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
But they taking the kids because they're trying to push. That's what they're pushing.
Yeah, that's why
to make it to normalize it at a young age.
Man, I'm not with that. So, and like I said, I don't want no smoke with the community, but I wouldn't take my kid and I wouldn't be pushing that shit on my kid at no age where they shouldn't see it. That's my whole point. That's why, again, when we talk about parenting, the parents should draw a line like, yeah, wait until your kid, you wouldn't take your kids to a sex parade. If it was a sexual liberation for straight people, hey, this is a parade just for, straights and they just want to meet, you just looking for a parade to meet people. This is our parade. Instead of get off the apps, today is National Get Off the Apps Day and come and meet somebody. I'm not taking my kid there.
Okay, but then I got a scenario for you, because they're not going to have it at a school. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids, how do your kid become open, or how do you?
Man, you'll figure that shit out when you old enough to go to that shit. Guess what you never gonna see? You ain't never seen no kids at none of them goddamn Juve festivals. How would you feel if you seen one of them kids at one of them goddamn freak off for Jamaican people and island people? If you seen a kid at a fucking Juve joint, no, you don't. You never see no kids at none of them carnival events, nothing. And that's their their fucking culture.
But you do see,
man, I ain't never seen no goddamn little boy behind one of them girls shaking their ass.
No, not right, but they might be out there watching, spectating. They might not be in there dancing. People on the side, people still have houses and stuff out there. That's why.
So listen to what I'm saying though. Let's say if there is kids out there watching, because I'm sure it may be kids in Jamaica when they had a carnival in Jamaica or Brazil or any of them countries where this is actually their shit. It may be different for them, but guess what? You still not gonna do. You're not gonna hear people complaining like, "Oh, stop freaking in front of the kids." No, you know what the fuck is going on here. So why would I not let my kid watch it? That's literally what you said. That's literally like sitting here saying, "Oh, it's kids at this carnival thing. Put some clothes on. Why you still half naked?" This is what it is. It's carnival, dog. You know what it is. Them Jamaican people kill them, dog. I swear. I remember when I posted something about Chance the Rapper that time when he was at the jump, bro. Them Jamaicans wore my ass out on Twitter.
Oh.
Not on Twitter, I mean on TikTok. I'm talking about, nigga, you stupid Americans, you're so brainwashed. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Get off our culture, dick. Like, I'm like, bro, they killed me. I was like, all right, my bad. I don't want no, y'all got it. Like, you got it. That's what, and they dropping their flags and they calling you all type of boom diclots and all that other, man, nigga. But guess what? That's not my culture. That ain't my shit. And so they telling you to mind your goddamn business. And this white lady should mind her fucking business. This ain't your shit. Mind your business, lady.
Well, we got listeners out there, I'm pretty sure, has been to the parade. Y'all let us know, is that a normal? Because that shit do sound kind of.
I mean, I guess. And I even seen, what's her name, little stupid ass there, Coyle Ray. She pisses me off, though. I really hate Coyle Ray, dog. She's just so fucking annoying, dog. She just so fucking annoying. Like, it just seems, every time I see her, I just feel like she trying too hard, dog. Like, you just literally just trying too hard. That's my only thing. She feel. Oh, as a matter of fact, damn, I should have played this when we talking about the BET Awards. I do want to play this clip real quick of Angela Simmons. Angela Simmons had she had a dress on. She had a green dress on, and it was like a little bedazzle, type of situation. And she had a gun purse to match it. And boy, they wore her ass out in them comments. Because people just felt like it was cringy, it was corny, it was like it was tasteless. What the hell you got a goddamn gun purse for? And the reason why, for people who need a backstory, of course, I mean, we talked about this on here. Yo Gotti literally just lost his brother to gun violence. Literally, maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, her baby father got killed from gun violence. So it's kind of just like, bro, why would you do that? Like, so I'm gonna play the clip of her apologizing, but I do think it was kind of just like, that person on that fire.
So I see a lot of conversation around the purse I wore to the awards, and normally I don't address like rumors and stuff, but I'm not like that. Never been like that. I'm super, like, I'm not violent. I've obviously been through a lot in my personal life when it comes to gun violence, and it's very personal to me, but I just liked the bag, and I thought it was cool, and I thought it was a fashion moment, and that was it. I didn't have any intentions of ruffling anyone's feathers. It seems like everyone's, or a couple of people, I'll say, are a little upset, but I don't mean no harm. I'm super, super peaceful, and yeah, I'm sorry if it bothered anyone, but that's not me. That's just not how I am. So
I ain't gonna say just a couple people, bro. When you know how I'm a comment watcher, nigga, that shit got up to like 17,000 goddamn comments on the Shade Room.
So what will make you apologize? Too many. I mean, too much backlash, or the corporate people start hitting you up saying, you know.
I mean, for her, I don't think she got no real corporate ties or any corporate connection.
She got a couple of brands.
Maybe, but I don't think none of them would care about that. I just think it was tasteless anyway. Like, why would you have like a gun purse? Nothing that purse wasn't tight for you to have it, and then it was just like, why, dog? Like, what's the purpose? And what is the point of, like, especially when people know like your situation, and then they even know like your boyfriend's situation? Like, that was just cheese. Like, she was pointing the gun and everything. Like, bro, it was just corny.
If she had a strap on, it probably wouldn't have.
I don't even think you shouldn't have just had it at all. Like, wow, what's the point? Like, there's no point. Like, this nothing. Like, she's sitting here, bro. It was just, to me, it was just nothing. Like, that purse wasn't tight enough for you to sit here and be like, oh yeah, this was fire. Like, come on, dog. Like, if we going on purses that you could have had with that green dress, like, nigga, I'd rather you went the little Uzi route. Like, come on, dog. Like, there's no way in hell. Like, bro, look at this shit. This shit just looked like a gun. Like, nothing tight was about that. Like, that shit was just cheesy as hell. Like, come on, dog. And then even look at how she made the face for it. Like, I think people probably wouldn't even been a bigger deal if you didn't take that goddamn pose for it. So it's just like you take the pose and then you got it, and then it's just like literally like, come on, dog. Like that was bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was bad time and that was bad taste for her. They smoked her out on that.
Gotti, do he be in the comment, or do he ever address anything with her?
With her?
Yeah.
Nah, he don't be. Nah, hell no. He probably told her she probably should say something, but he don't say nothing. He be letting her do her.
I have seen Angel Reese playing in custom painted shoes this season. They're designed by local artist Marvin Baroda. His work is all done by hand in displays and has been seen on professional athletes in Chicago and across the country, which all started through social media. Marvin Baroda's artistic eye began working in graphic design. That all changed the day he bought an airbrush, teaching himself how to use it.
There's nothing more I love than a challenge. So I literally would just go on YouTube, see how they're doing it. I could have done anything else. I could have done backpacks, portraits or anything.
But Marvin found a niche in shoes. He's always been a Chicago sports fan, and in 2016, the first athlete he got in touch with was former Bears linebacker Danny Trevathan.
It was a Halloween pair. He had just came from Denver, and I would just spam him through social media. I didn't get the next Bears athlete until a little after, but it caught traction when I started messaging Tyrann Mathieu.
Marvin started his own business, So Legit Customs, that year, and has since designed shoes for players across multiple NFL teams and for the league's My Cause, My Cleats initiative. He says he's now worked with 60 to 70 Bears players, including current running back Khalil Herbert and cornerback Jalen Johnson.
This is one of them. And then, but now he can't wear them because he changed his number.
One of the pairs Marvin worked on for Justin Fields in 2022 lives forever in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I think he had the most yards rushed to a quarterback. So in the Hall of Fame, like, that's cool.
Against Miami?
Yeah.
Those were your shoes?
Yes.
Marvin continues to do shoes for some of the biggest names in sports. One of the most recent being Sky rookie Angel Reese.
She's one of the coolest people I've literally worked with. And I've worked with a lot. I've done 4 for her, and I have about 17 hiding in the shed in the attic, just to ready to go.
From the attic to being featured on game broadcasts.
Yeah, you see my shoes?
Reese's shoes have created headlines thanks to designs the two have collaborated on.
Well, she'll just tell me, like, hey, I want this, like for the Baltimore Barbie. She was like, I just want Baltimore Barbie on there. I said, okay, that's all you want? You got it.
A lot of time has been spent getting each of his designs to come to life.
Back then, it used to take me like 20 hours pair. Now it takes me about 5 to 9, depending on what they want.
The vision for each pair can strike at any moment. That's where working in his home studio in Des Plaines comes in handy.
I sleep next door, like next room over. Yeah. So it's like I'll wake up and I'm like, let's go.
An artist who's made his dream a reality, helping athletes look and feel their best.
It definitely feels great, especially if they like go off. That's one of the best feelings. Not that I feel like I did something, but it's just the aura, as they say nowadays. They just vibe with it, and they just keep going.
One shout outs to him, because I'm not gonna lie to you. That story is fire, but then again, of course, anytime I can give Angel Reese some flowers, I definitely will, because I think that was, to me, was just tight. Because for him to still be able to do Justin Fields, and y'all know how I feel about Justin Fields, and then all the other Chicago Bears players, and realistically, for him to actually get noticed is from him doing her shoes. And I think that's because it's just like, realistically, I mean, for most of the girls in the WNBA, I just been paying attention. Most of them wear Jordan PEs, or just random, just Nikes.
Or Kobe.
Or Kobe's, or whatever case may be. So for Angel Reese to kind of realistically be the only Reebok athlete, and for him to kind of give, like, because she don't have her own signature shoe yet, and to give her own style and identity behind the shoes, which is just a major look. Because even yesterday,
she the only one on there? They don't got no
on Reebok? Nah, shit, nigga. Even Reebok, you think about, for men, it's like, who the big Reebok? And the crazy thing is, one thing Reebok will realistically have to do, they gonna have to kind of figure.
What's the name of them on that? Don't they?
What I mean, Shaq and Iverson both got their like presidents and co-president or whatever, they got into it, and then Iverson got his bag from them recently, but they don't have no. Matter of fact, the only other woman in the WNBA who wear Reeboks is Lexi Brown, and that's because her father's D Brown.
Okay.
Right. So the ones that I have, what I'm saying, like people that actually got names, this shit that I didn't actually pay attention to. But I'm just like, for him, that's, to me, is tight, because it's just like, realistically, I'm sure when it's time for them to design a shoe for Angel Reese, 9 times out of 10, they gonna bring him in on it, and it just for him to even.
I don't know about that part. That's kind of. I think they got their, their type of. Because if he doing more custom, then he actually.
But think about it though. The way he doing them custom shoes, they literally just look like back in the day when we talked about it before. No, it was the pastries.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, it's more like the dude we talked about a while back. The dude Sai, they would be making the shoes. The one, I think Shaq wore them on the TNT. But he be actually making, manufacturing different shoes. Now that somebody like that, I think they probably would go to. But for him, all he doing is really custom paint. I don't think they would.
No, but yeah, even if when you talk about colorways, I don't know. To me, I think it would be tight. Like, just because a lot of those shoes get a lot of rave to them. If I'm Reebok, I would try to figure out a way, how can we recreate and mass create them? Because literally, like I said, that to me, when I'm looking at the shoe, we talked about it before, when I seen the pastries from, and we just talked about Angela Simmons and Vanessa, when they had their shoe, it was like, they had the lipstick on them and all that. So I think that type of creative, because realistically, we just talking about, like, niggas ain't really geeking to go buy a pair of Reebok. So how do you kind of got to give them, like, the custom joint, like the recent joint I talked about when he did the Juneteenth joint for last week, and she wore them against the Fever. But then even she just had some Reese Pieces joint on there when she broke the record. So it was just like, for that, is just, and I seen even Reese's, the actual candy brand, they reached out to her, because I think, like, for a minute she was trying to figure out, like, what's a nickname, and I think the Reese Pieces thing kind of seemed corny. It seemed corny until you can figure and turn it into exactly. So that's what happened. Because I follow one of the women who covered, like, the WNBA, like, she had like a beat writer or something like that. She do, like, news articles or whatever case may be. She is a journalist, and I think she reached out to Angel Reese, or she interviewed her and was like, "What you think about calling your fans the Reese Pieces?" And she kind of brushed it off the first time, like, I don't know, because I get it. It do realistically, it sounds corny. But if we talking about attaching it to a brand but guess what? The Reese's, how they be on Twitter when it's Wendy's or it's whoever, McDonald's, when they all, on Twitter, they find ways to kind of, let me find out how to lean into the culture via Twitter. Oh, they was like, she running with the dough. So she tweeted out, "Where my Reese's Pieces at?" And in the actual brand, the candy brand, "Oh, we just found our favorite WNBA player," and put a fucking Reese's Pieces with a goddamn WNBA headband on it. So I was just like, oh yeah, that's just a different type of bag. But again, like, shout outs to him, because he custom made her some Reese's Pieces shoes, and them Jones was fire. Like, all his Jones, he has not missed on a pair of them Jones yet that he done for her. But like I said, just even the reason why I wanted to give him some credit, because it was just like, oh, you done something. Because the football players, if the football player ain't super big like Odell Beckham, some of them shoes will go miss. Or if it like, unless it was like somebody like Stephon Diggs. Like, it's certain niggas who kind of got different type of swag, so people look at them a little bit differently. And shout out to Stephon Diggs. He just did a collaboration with ASICS. They wasn't like the show that he showed. I mean, they was, I guess, cool if that's what you into. I gotta seen ASICS put out some better shoes. I ain't gonna be too hard on him, because I'm sure, I mean, this is his first jump, so he probably need to just kind of figure it out. But it's still a good look for him.
First athlete, I think.
Did they ever done something? Yeah, for sure. It had to, because that's not even really their bag. Their shoe is kind of more like some, not necessarily a running shoe, but it's like a more of,
But I guess like you've been the same as New Balance for majority.
Yeah, so that's why I want. But I mean, I can wonder what you kind of call that, because even New Balance is just the 996s is like. I want to say you almost would call that is that like a walking shoe? I don't even know what you would really name it as.
When you compare the brands, I feel like
both of them kind of go hand. Yeah, they kind of yeah. New Balance is just the more popular brand of the two. Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, I mean, it's a good look. And shout outs to this dude, like I said, and shout outs to Angel Reese, because that kind of really just show you how impactful she is. That even, I mean, this is the first time that the news channel didn't sit here and interview him. So I mean, you done, and he said he done 70 shoes for Chicago players, and ain't never interviewed him before that. No. So I mean, so that is a good look for him, and that is a good look for her. Well, let's get into Young Thug a little bit. So it seemed like this Young Thug case is about to
then transitioning to the last matter the court wanted to put on record. Upon further review, this court will in fact enter an order sending Mr. Adams and Steele's, Mr. Weinstein, and Mr. Banks' motion to recuse to another judge pursuant to Uniform Superior Court Rules 25.1 through 25.7 in the method and manner prescribed by our local rules. So this written order is entered. I will enter the order transferring it. And until such time as those two things are decided, then we'll be in recess until that time. And we will just inform our jurors that they're until this is, they're not supposed to come back on Monday until Monday anyway. So I will have Deputy Ingram and Ms. Umana indicate to them that they.
So for people who don't know what's going on, basically Young Thug and his lawyers is trying to get a new judge on the case. They're trying to get this judge took off the case and get a new judge on the case. But realistically, the sad thing for Young Thug is that don't necessarily mean he coming home. I mean, that don't mean he coming home, and he still got to sit in jail while he's on trial. So the longer they wait to get a new judge, you kind of just prolonging this trial even longer than the other when you get a new judge, they got to get caught up on all the situations. So it's like realistically, the sad thing for him is like, yeah, you can get a new judge, but you literally just staying in jail even longer because you're just continuously prolonging this trial. He's already been on trial for 100 days so far. So it's like, man. I ain't gonna lie to you though. He's a better man than me. He is a stronger character than most people.
Man, fuck that. Just imagine the jury, dog. Like you've been dealing with this shit all the time. You ain't got no fucking social life. You can't do shit because it's a high profile, and they don't want you getting. Man, I'd be pissed.
And I guess why we talking about that Young Thug case, and for people who, I mean, I'm sure I know people who like their favorite person on trial, and it's sad that people who actually got a favorite person on trial is YSL Woody, and one of his close friends got murdered over last weekend.
Southwest Atlanta happened early this morning at an apartment complex. Channel 2's Brian Mims is live on Peyton Place. Brian, police say the shot was fired from outside of the apartment.
Exactly, and police say they don't have many details about what led up to the shooting, but there is a big police presence here at Peyton Place, just off Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. You can see the officers still on the scene after more than 3 hours. The call came around 3 this morning, and when officers showed up at an apartment at 9 Peyton Place, they found a man in his early 20s who had been shot to death. It's unclear if anybody else was inside that apartment, but police say there were no other injuries.
Police shooting in South.
So again, like I said, that whole YSL trial, that whole YSL situation still hasn't calmed down. It's still a lot of situations going on. I mean, I haven't seen anybody say what may have even had anything to do with it, or the two even kind of go hand in hand. And then also, Gunna did an interview over the week. He did an interview over the week, and basically was saying he's still YSL. He's still on paperwork. He's still, basically it sounded like what we all thought it was. Hey, let him get out free. And he is the only YSL actual artist besides Young Thug that can go on, can sell records, and 2 can actually go on tour and be able to accumulate some money for the label. So to actually help still be able to pay for these lawyers and actually be able to pay for them bills. So when, again, going back to when we seen Young Thug's dad in the concert, I'm gonna be happy as hell too, nigga, because this goddamn show being super packed out, you still get to help fund our lifestyle that we already created for ourselves, and at least help to be able to pay for them lawyers. Because listen to what I'm saying, for somebody who been on trial for 100 days, though, that's a lot of money. Them lawyers ain't doing this per bono. This ain't no freebie or nothing. Young Thug is paying for these lawyers. So you're going to need somebody to, even if the label was taking it out of whatever, if they was fronting the bill, you're going to have to refund. Like, bro, you're going to need some money. So for Gunna being out and actually still being signed to YSL, like you said, the paperwork ain't changed. I'm still paying for stuff. I'm still sitting here basically holding down the label. And he is. Because who else? Ain't no other artists on YSL. You're not thinking about them. You're not checking for them. All the ones who kept calling him a rat, whatever. Tell me which one of them has put out a song that anybody care about besides Gunna.
Finito.
None of them. So anyway, I guess we could tie it even back to the BET Award. Shout out to Killer Mike. He did. I didn't think realistically, I kind of knew, like, do I think Killer Mike deserved to win Rap Album of the Year? Absolutely not. But did I think he was not going to win? Of course he was going to win. He had to. Because, like, bro, he won a Grammy for it. How you going to win a Grammy and don't win a BET Award? And that was one of the jokes that Childish Gambino kind of had. He was like, it's crazy that I have won more Grammys than I had BET Awards. And he was like, I'm tied with Sam Smith for BET Awards. One. They both got one. Like that did sound crazy when he said it. It was kind of like, damn. But again, I just don't think BET realistic. They just don't get it right when it comes to them. When it comes to, I think the performances be cool, but I don't necessarily know if they actually just get it right when it comes to everything else. Let that pot load up. Give me 1 second. Allow it to load up on the YouTube. I mean, on the John. Oh, he was talking about P. Let's do Busta Rhymes. JT, the City Girl. Okay.
I was infatuated with serial killers when
I hate that bitch Sexy Red.
Something extremely unique. And that's
Give me 1 second.
Have I ever said the N-word?
You ain't never said the N-word. Because I seen an interview of you and Shaq.
Dude, what the fuck just happened? That question had nothing to do with my I've never said it like with malicious intent. I've never said it as a hook. Now, motherfucker, I listen to rap. You don't think when I'm in the car by myself, I'm singing the fuck out of the song. But I'm like, look. And I still look both ways where I stand. What you really want, brother? I'm about to sit the fuck out of this song. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Yo, shout out to Gary Owens, and that is just just real quick because I did one shout out to Gary Owens because Gary Owens is funny, and I do think sometimes you can find ways to live your truth and people will like you. That's how you know people actually like you, because I don't necessarily know for every white comedian if that can fly, but for Gary Owens, because he's put so much work into making himself one with black culture. I think why everybody just loved it, laughed it off, for everybody in the crowd. I mean, let's be clear, Gary Owens only do black shows. And he'll tell you, anytime you watch a Gary Owens interview, he'll tell you 95% of the crowd when he do his comedy shows is be black people in the crowd. And that's why you hear the whole crowd entire laughing. Because people like, keep it a buck. Like, dog, nobody is that dumb to think that, dog, white people be in the car by themselves and then a song come on and they be bleeping themselves out and not saying the N-word. Like, come on, let's be serious, dog. Like, sometimes you got to absolutely be serious. So that's why I respect.
As a black person, that's what a lot of y'all probably hope that. Oh, y'all better not be saying it when y'all.
Man, nigga,
but
please.
you know that, and you know it. You know
I wouldn't.
I wish
I would look.
hear you.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I would even. To me, if we was in the car, this was like this was like my white homeboy. If I was dating a white woman and we was in the car and you would just kept blanking yourself out, you know the whole entire song, but you keep saying Like you stopping yourself. That shit would be corny to me, dog. Like, don't stop yourself. Say it, nigga. You know this whole song. I don't even know this whole goddamn song. You know it. Say it, dog. I don't care. It ain't that deep. You're not calling me a nigga. I'm not about to sit here and go cry about, oh my God, you're rapping these rap lyrics too aggressively. Like, stop, dog.
Ultra podcast.
So anyway, yeah, shout out to him. And real quick, because we did one of our listeners, because of the conversation we had last week about would you sit in the front row if you was, trying to hide. So he sent me a joke. He sent me a picture. And he was saying something about like his baby mom's at a show. And I'm like, hold on, tell me your baby mom's got caught at a show. He was like, nah, I got caught at a show with another jump. And they sent it to his baby mom's. I was like, oh, nigga, this nigga was literally like 3 rows away from the goddamn stage. And the person, when they sent them, listen to what I'm saying, and this is how vicious they was. They sent the picture to his baby moms. They circled this nigga to be like, hey, this is your baby father, and a Joe with another bra right beside him. I was like, Mo, you was out of pocket. I ain't even asked him. I was like, as long as you know you out of pocket, I ain't even ask him how did that work or how did he even get himself out of that one. Because you can't. You caught red-handedly.
You can't get yourself out of that. How could you?
And this ain't like this is some, it's so crazy because I thought about this. This girl asked me, oh, he wants to go see Chris Brown. I ain't gonna lie, first off the rip, I just banged out the nigga. I got anxiety. I don't like being around that many people. But to me personally, it's some stuff I will never unless we in a real relationship, I'm not going to just a concert. It's certain concerts that's just too big to just be randomly going with somebody you ain't really in a real relationship with. Like, I can't do that as just a date. Cause I know what Chris Brown bring out. I know how many females you don't want to even, dog, I can't do it. Sorry. Ain't no way in hell you get me. I'm not going to see Beyonce with no random girl.
Even if I'm paying?
I don't give a hell who, I don't care who paying. I'm not going.
But why? Help me understand why.
Because that's just too much. Like that's to be seen with somebody in public at something intimate like that. To me, it's just like that's too much of a commitment, dog.
But if like I said, of course you're not a big fan of Chris Brown. But what if it's just like, all right, I know you fuck with him. Like, let's just go. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating.
What's intimate about it though?
It's a Chris Brown concert.
But we just going off of we homies though. But it
ain't no homies to no Chris Brown concert, dog. You're not going.
I know you're a fan. You be in the house. Let's come on. I'm just trying.
Nah,
your birthday just passed. Hey, come on, let's go.
No, that's too intimate, dog. An R&B concert is too intimate. It's a different. Like if you were sitting here saying, "Let's go to I'm not a Raw Wave, but a Rob 49 concert together." Okay, that's different. You was like, "Hey, let's go to an NBA YoungBoy concert." That's different. Like, cool. One, that's not our age group of people we grew up around, so that's cool. I don't have to worry about seeing nobody. I'm not. Hell no. That to me is like we in a relationship then. Because if I get seen out with you at a Chris Brown concert, now you my girl.
It's a date though.
Yeah, a date that I ain't going on.
What is she like? So he said if she paid for the ticket,
I'm not going. Soon as you said, guess what?
What did she tell you?
I'm not going to some random on a car with somebody I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What the hell I look like? That's never gonna happen in the first place.
But no, I'm saying if she picked her up, if she got to your house, all right, let's go. We're going there. What's that? You still gonna say no?
Not going. Don't do it. Like you shouldn't.
But she surprised you. This is
you can't surprise somebody. You should not try to surprise somebody you're not in a relationship with. I wouldn't do it. Sorry, it's no way in hell I'm going to nobody's goddamn Chris Brown, Drake, Beyonce. I'm not going to no goddamn boxing fight with somebody. No shit that I know is gonna be a bunch of people that in my age group. Ain't no way in force goddamn hell that I'm going out in public with somebody I ain't in a real relationship with. We can't just be like just texting, just getting to know each other. This can't be our first or second date. Fuck no. Hell no. Nigga, I literally handpicked the one girl that anybody be like, oh yeah, I seen him at Mad Basketball with the same girl. I'm not just about to be hell nah, dog. Fuck no. I'm not doing it. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna never happen. I'm sorry. But just real quick, just because we kind of just talking about sit. One thing I learned over the weekend because I took the boys to go-kart to a birthday party, and I did learn. I was like, bro, I'm so old that I really and just be in my mode of I don't give a hell about what I look like. I felt bad for myself because I'm like, I'm really to the age. Because like like when you're young and you see people parents at stuff and you be like, damn, their parents dress like shit. And I felt like I'm to that point of now, like I couldn't be somebody's parent. Like, of course, I gave myself because I wasn't expecting to just be like getting on the go-kart, so just actually just staying out there for too long. I'm literally like, I'm just gonna watch them sit in the car and watch them do whatever the case may be. But of course, one of them was too small, so I had to sit here and drive. But so then it's still when I'm starting to look at some of the women come to the jump, like, and one thing I'm gonna tell all the women listening, this was the reason why I wanted to bring this up. You got to be careful if y'all sitting here letting y'all baby fathers or boyfriends go to these goddamn parties alone, because there'd be a lot of single fucking women at them jumps. And that was the part that I was getting to. I was like, damn, you come in here looking like dog shit, and all these goddamn women here by themselves, and they come to the birthday party like they going somewhere. They ain't in here just looking like bullshit. I'm like, no, you had a go-kart. There's nothing but dirt and sand all over the place. I don't want to. Nigga, I look just dirty. I just look literally like I'm playing in the dirt like the goddamn kids. I wasn't, but niggas, it was dudes in there, single file. I don't know if they were single, but it was niggas in there with their kid, and them niggas had that shit on. I'm like, oh, y'all came in here like y'all was trying to flirt with some shit at this goddamn birthday party. So just my heads up that I would tell women and men, better be careful and stop. Don't let your significant other just keep randomly taking your kids to these birthday parties solo dolo, because there'll be a lot of goddamn single parents in there, and motherfuckers be having that shit on. Because I felt kind of bad. I was like, damn, these certain women, like, I know that I was supposed to get a different type of eye, but I look like shit, so you ain't gonna get that eye. So you do kind of feel bad where it's like, damn, if you would have put some effort in, you could have been like, that's somewhere where you could have been in public and you could have got some numbers, but it was like you come out looking like dog shit, like you were just playing in the dirt, t-shirt too big, pants, shorts too big, socks dirty. Like, all right, ain't nobody looking twice at you. But it was just like, you know how it's some women, like you kind of get an eye, and I'm like, these are supposed to be the women like when I know back in the day, or like when I actually put some clothes on. These are the women I'm supposed to get like a second and third eye from. But it was just like, all right, it is what it is. So that was just something that I learned over the weekend. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Did y'all lose?
Well,
did y'all lose in the race?
Oh, you know, no, we wasn't racing, but you know what? Something that I did. One thing I know that I'm too.
Shit.
No, I'm just too old. I'm realistically too old to participate in the go-kart thing because I'm driving like an adult. I'm not like a kid. Because when I say that is because as a kid, I'm watching how them kids don't care. They don't understand that this car can flip. As an adult, I know that this car can flip, so I'm not going to hit this. I'm not going to hit this goddamn turn the way one of these kids is hitting these turns. These kids hitting these turns and don't know that one of these cars can flip over. So I'm hitting it. I'm easing up off the speed a little bit. And, you know, kids just like, I'm like, that's the difference between when you young and you don't undervalue or you don't understand life, and then when you older, I'm going to eat. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because when I asked him, I said, he was like, well, yeah, Uncle Mike had to drive. I was like, well, was he driving slow? Did y'all win one?
Nobody wasn't racing because it just wasn't.
He said Caden wasn't with.
Yeah, he wasn't. Because he got to go by himself. I do want to play this Jonah Ariana Grande.
Infatuated with serial killers when I was younger.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. Q&A with fans, with young fans. It was young fans at the time. It was like, I think it was like in between like me being Cat and Pop stuff. So it was like a younger group. But it was with a parent. Someone said, if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? And I was like, oh, you're so cute. Who, Mom and Dad, is it okay if I give the real answer? And they were like, sure, I guess. What's the answer? And I was like, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's pretty fascinating, but I was infatuated with serial killers.
So people was on, I even seen Charlamagne give her a donkey today. So people was upset of her answer. And even when he gave her donkey today, he tried to give her some bail. Like it would have been, he would have respected it if she was sitting here saying, who would she want to interview, dead or alive? But to me, when I'm thinking of dinner, I'm thinking of it's the same thing as an interview. Like, all right, are we sitting here talking? Like, I just looked at it in that same pedigree. I didn't look at it like she actually was like she trying to go on a date with this nigga. She just like, okay, I want to go. If I can go on a dinner, if I can sit down to dinner with somebody I can have a conversation with over dinner, it would be Jeffrey Dahmer. I get what you were saying. Like, nigga, that nigga's story is OD. Like,
why he was killing a lot of them. He was having
and that was one of the jokes that Charlamagne was making in his donkey of the day was like, one, you wouldn't be his type, but yeah, that is how he realistically over drinks, over dinner, whatever case may be, and luring dudes in. But I just thought, I'm like, dog, his story is crazy. Like I'm sure you want to realistically, if you could ask him, like, hey, what was your thought process? Like, what was it? Like, what made you? What even kind of got you going? Like, I understand where she was coming from with that one. Like, why not?
But that's my only thing. It's just like, y'all sit there and watched it. So what's the difference of y'all watching it and
her wanting to go to a dinner with me? Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all
right.
Supported just like she.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. There is no difference if you break it down like that. Realistically, there is no difference. Oh, because we was kind of talking about parenting just not too long ago. I do want to play this clip, and this we can kind of tie this into the shot in a second if y'all want to. But this is one of the reasons why I'm gonna play this clip. But this is one of the reasons why when it comes to dating single women, I mean, with single moms or moms, whatever you say. I don't want the father to be nowhere in sight. I hope, no, God forbid, I'd rather him be dead in jail or just a deadbeat. If he ain't one of them three, I'm kind of cool off of it, to be honest. And this is exactly why.
Should I say all boy?
I ain't not shit. That's my motherfucking son.
World star.
That's my motherfucking son. Hey, barbershop. I told you that. I told you that shit. 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 So first up,
hey, let me go ahead, call this mama real quick, and you gonna hit you to the bottom of it.
Are you going ahead and do that? And she better say the right shit, because if she don't, I'm about to get you swinging in this. On God, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
I'm trying to help you, man.
Yo. Ass not answering the phone, huh? Ass probably what I thought ass.
Hey, bro. Man, like I told
Hey,
you,
watch
get him out your son.
Yeah, that's not your motherfucking son. That's my motherfucking son. This nigga want to be Russell Wilson so motherfucking bad. This nigga want to be Russell Wilson so bad. But you don't even got to see out.
Hey, bro, you going to them. Hey, bro. I need all the little fight.
Hey, she said I asked in the phone.
Hey, bro, all right. I'm really showing you. You're going to
Yeah, all right.
Hey, like I said, watch your mouth for the time.
Ain't your motherfucking son.
Hold on. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, she up here trying to take Sean with her.
Let me get a little closer.
What?
You ain't taking her nowhere until you pay your child support.
What? Child support? That little bitty ass shit. I can pay that shit right now on God. Shit out your ass.
Hey, take that aside, man.
Hey, Keisha, gonna really let this disrespect me in front of my motherfucking son? Talk that ass?
Oh, man.
Hey, call that. Hey, I'm getting my motherfucking son. We going. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you, but I need my son. I need my son. Hey, let's wrap this shit up. I need my son, man. Give me my motherfucking son. Hey, don't kill my son no more. I'm gonna shit out your ass. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
you don't like him, man.
All right. Let's go. All right.
Man, you gonna let him take him like that?
Shit out your ass.
Come on, Russell. Was you letting him take? Hey, man, it's his son. It's his son. I'm going ahead. I ain't trying to fight. Yeah, he took it.
All right, so for people who don't know, if the sound was a little too distorted, it was a baby father and I guess the boyfriend, was his stepfather. So the boyfriend and the stepfather got into it in the barbershop. We're not even really got into it. The baby father came in there, he was upset, basically like, I told you, don't take my son and go get his hair cut or whatever the case may be. And then I guess realistically, if you could kind of hear the baby moms on the phone, she was basically like, you can get your son when you pay your child support. So I mean, just to me, just the aggressiveness and the way he was just geeking about the dude taking his son to go get a haircut. And I don't know if they had a conversation about this already. This is one of the reasons I wouldn't want to deal with that, bro. There's nothing about that that I would absolutely want to deal with that. And I'm not gonna lie, pause, no Diddy. If I was the woman, this would make my pussy dry. I would never want to get his husband or whoever this nigga actually is, if it's her boyfriend or it's her husband, I would never want to get this nigga no cheeks again, because you just let a nigga just whore you out.
No, it's not about that. He was the mature, respectable one. Like, what are you teaching? What are you teaching your child acting like this? Clearly, from me just listening to it, you probably wasn't doing what you were supposed to be doing to begin with. So you can't be mad at the man that has stepped up to take care of business that you left. That's on you for feeling.
No, of course, I'm with you on that. I totally agree with you, because
like but just like you were saying, this is kind of like if we tied into not even to the Shy, but when you tied into Force Tommy with the boxer, when he was taking care of the little boy.
Oh yeah.
How the baby father.
The father.
Like I said, we don't know the situation, but I feel like he was definitely out of pocket for doing all that. If you know what I'm saying, like he took him to get his haircut. Like, I see if he was taking him in there to go purse shopping or some shit like that.
Of course,
he was taking him to get a haircut. So for you to sit here and act out that way, it showed that your issue is you.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I agree with what y'all saying, but my whole thing is I wouldn't want to deal with that. If I'm because let's be clear, of course the dude, and I'm being a little bit extra with it, but of course you see the dude, I guess the boyfriend or the husband, whatever he is, you see he is trying to take the mature route. He's not really trying to make things worse. Yeah. So he's trying to, like, all right, cool, I'm trying to, like, kind of be neutral with it, but that level of disrespect as a man is just like, it's only but so much disrespect you can absolutely tolerate. And then it's just like, who wants to deal with this? I don't want to deal with this, bro. I don't like, let's be clear. Like, I like the moms, like, bro, I'm not really here for your son like that. So let's come on, dog. That's my point, where it would be certain things I just would want to avoid. I don't want to deal with that, because you cannot realistically, you can't, like, it's not
definitely a deal breaker for you.
Hell yeah. She wouldn't know if we was dating, because I hope they were just dating and y'all wasn't actually married. It said stepfather, but he was just like, oh, you want to be Russell Wilson? Like, just that whole energy of like, bro, I don't even want to have to share space with nobody like this. I don't even want to share a broad. I don't even want to deal with no woman who this is what you actually laid up with and had a kid with, because I'm judging you. Like, how fuck, like, this nigga's acting like a kid. And I swear, like, that shit, just even watching it, I felt bad for the dude because I'm like, he's trying to take the high road. And then I'm just like, sometimes niggas like that just need to get their shit knocked out. Knocked off, like, whatever. Like, I wouldn't even be like that level of disrespect. I wouldn't even be mad. And the niggas would have been sad if a nigga just would have pulled out a jump and shot that nigga right there in the barbershop. You doing all that goddamn woofing, the nigga just would have knocked your shit loose right there in the barbershop. Like, oh my God, no, nigga, I don't want to fight you. It's 2024, all that level of disrespect. You want to get super aggressive and super loud, and I'm gonna smoke you right here in front of the barbers. I'll holler at you. And it depends on what city I'm in. If I was in Florida, that's a stand your ground. You was the aggressive, I was fearing for my life. And that's what some of y'all niggas, when you talk this crazy, you better not live nowhere in the South where they got to stand your ground law, because I promise you, that nigga could have sent that nigga to go to a goddamn, he could have sent that nigga to a James Brown concert. I'm trying to tell you. He could have gave that nigga, he could have literally punched that nigga a ticket to a Prince and Michael Jackson concert right there, and he would have walked. Google in Florida. Google stand your ground laws in Florida. If that was Florida, he could have smoked that nigga right there in that barbershop. All that, like, come on, dog. It's to me, for me, at my old age, ain't no pussy in the world enough to deal with all that. That's just too much. Like, that shit, as soon as I seen that video and I started hearing how he was talking, I'm like, bro, this shit is annoying me. And this is why I wouldn't, like, I'm cool. If your baby father in the picture and you got y'all co-parents and you and that nigga figure that shit out, I'm cool on that. That shit was nasty. Like, that was just like, dog. Oh my God. I'll be talking about I guess bad choices of husband and wife. Shaq mom kind of, and I don't even know why Shaq mom doing an interview on Sway in the Morning or how this even happened, but because I haven't seen Shaq mom in like years, like literally probably like 2 decades. So I don't know how this randomly just happened, but she was on Sway in the Morning and she gave her opinion on how she felt about Shaq and Shaunie's marriage.
Something extremely unique. And at some point, those sons find other women.
Yes, sir.
They find wives. What was it like when you first met? Was it Shaunie, his first wife?
Yes.
Yes. What was that like, knowing that my son is about to be married and has this new person in their life?
Well, before then, I had already gotten to the place where my place is secure. I don't care who he marry or who he get with. I know my place and I'm secure in it. But it's hard to see them go into a relationship and somehow you may feel maybe that might not be the right relationship.
Yeah.
But we have to step back and we have to let it happen. And I tell a lot of the mothers, we're going to remain their mothers as long as they live. We are not their girlfriends.
Yes.
So I'm safe in my place.
There you go. I like
Safe
that.
in my place.
It's something extremely unique. You want to jump on that?
I pray for my children's significant others from the day they're born. I literally every night pray that God will bring a godly woman and a man into their lives. And he has not failed me yet. And I have 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws and a son-in-law that I actually consider them daughters now and a son. And I don't worry 1 ounce.
You want to jump on that?
Okay. So for people who don't know, that was Shaq mom and that was Steph Curry mom. So I don't know if they got a book or what they doing, what they was promoting or why they was on there together, but they were on there together just saying, how they felt. And I mean, of course, well, Steph Curry is, and I guess the thing, where you kind of shoot Shaunie a little bit just because Shaq kind of just continuously admits that relationship didn't work because it was his fault. But I'm sure his mom had whatever her instincts was, where she probably was just like, this girl probably not right for you. And I mean, sometimes maybe you feel that way, even when if you really ask somebody why were they cheating, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't necessarily know, but Steph Curry parents kind of probably did. Even though they have got divorced, they probably did a great job at raising their kids because, like, people talk about LeBron having a squeaky clean resume on and off the court. Nigga, Steph Curry probably got LeBron beat by like 30 miles. And even though LeBron has been in the spotlight longer, so that may be a little bit harder, but dog, Steph Curry is like, this nigga like a pastor playing basketball, dog. Like, all his answers is like politically correct. His just swag, his demeanor is just completely different. And then just like, even when Aisha kind of just got a little bit rebellious, he still never linked into the BS. He kind of let her cook for a minute and kind of just like, all right, I'm gonna will it back in and put some more babies in you. And keep it moving.
But we seen them more often than we seen. Didn't we see Aisha more than
In Savannah?
Yeah, now.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, now,
no,
so,
yeah. Originally, at
yeah.
first, yes. Even when they were having their battles in the championship,
we started.
Yes, I mean, Savannah wasn't going to games like that or nothing. Like she kind of really, like she was super low key. Like she, like the older they got, like maybe in the last 2 or 3 years, maybe since they probably really moved to LA, that's more when she kind of, and maybe that was just because the kids got older. So the kids started to have more games out in public. So she started to be seen out more in public, and she kind of went out more. But that was normally just the games. Like that whole just her even kind of talking and being really a public figure. And she still kind of realistically, she still got that, but she's still controlling her own narrative because she only talk on her podcast. She don't go do interviews with nobody else. She don't do nothing. And I'm sure motherfuckers is asking her to do it because I'm sure if you get a Savannah James interview, nigga, that shit gonna do numbers. I don't care how big or how small your platform. If you can get Savannah James to sit here and come and talk on somebody, it's going to do crazy numbers. And while we even talking about crazy numbers, shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp did get an interview with Meg Thee Stallion. He got an interview with Meg Thee Stallion, and he started off the interview apologizing to Meg.
The person who actually inspired.
Man, that was the wrong clip. That was, well, oh yeah, it came out today. I didn't watch it yet just because I was just like, all right, I just needed to kind of keep my brain fresh on everything over the weekend, so I didn't want to start off with that. Where is the?
I thought they just started releasing the clips. I didn't know it was out.
No, it came out. It came out today. It came out today. I thought I started it with that. Let me let that John load up and while I look for that clip. He apologized. I thought I sent it to him.
It just came across my timeline.
Hey, before we go any further, I want to apologize to you personally. And I didn't, I always wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you. I didn't know if that was going to be possible, but I was always hoping that I got an opportunity to bump into you.
All right, so yeah, as soon as the John finished loading, I'm coming with it. I found it.
Baby.
I heard the song y'all left with when Keisha pulled up. No.
What about Keisha?
When she pulled, I heard that song.
I didn't even sing that.
You didn't.
I didn't sing that at all.
You know what song I'm talking about? Let's see if you know it. Something like this. I think she said 7 o'clock on Friday, 95
she
degrees.
Said 7 p.m.
How I go?
All right, so I did find the Shannon Sharp John. Give me 1 second. I'm going to play the Shannon Sharp apologizing to Meg Thee Stallion. I do want to play this little clip somebody just sent me real quick.
So let's do it again. So she said 7 p.m. on Friday.
You heard my song?
No, how I go? Let me hear it.
Ooh, baby.
I heard the song y'all left with when Keisha pulled up. No.
What about Keisha?
When she pulled, I heard that song.
I didn't even sing that.
You didn't.
I didn't sing that at all.
You know what song I'm talking about? Let's see if you know it. Something like this. I think she said 7 o'clock on Friday, 95
she
degrees.
Said 7 p.m.
How I go? So let's do it again. So she said 7 p.m. on Friday, 95 degrees. I ain't got no
nigga. No nigga ain't got me. She ate with that. That was crazy when she wrote that. That was.
But you got a nigga though.
I do have one. Now that you mention it, I have one.
You have a nigga, a man, a whole man.
I do. You is a big, strong man, and I have you. And I actually didn't sing that song. I was quiet on that part. So
I seen you sing. Your arm was out the window when you were singing.
That was in my arm. Me and Bree, we both got short haircuts. You probably mixing me up with her. So that wasn't me.
You and Bree got matching tattoos? I'll wait.
You heard my song?
No, it was just it ain't nothing too deep about that, but I'm not gonna lie. If I probably had a girl and she kind of went too crazy to this song via like IG story or something, I'd probably be like, bro, you need to delete that. Like, because it is very misleading. Because that's how that to me is like the summertime. It's like you kind of like fishing with it. It was kind of like to let niggas know that you single. I'm gonna lean into the Glorilla Joe. And again, I told y'all, a couple weeks ago, I told y'all Glorilla had a fourth one because I know some of y'all old. Y'all don't get on TikTok, so y'all didn't know that Glow had that joint. And that was just a perfect example that she had that one coming. And again, I think she upped the score on everybody when they're talking about just like that consistency on 2024 for Glorilla is different, dog. Like, god damn. I just really think about it, though. She literally, like, y'all literally right during Christmas time told me it was a dub for this girl. Her 15 minutes was up. I just want to remind y'all, I know I talked about this, I said this before, but dog, that is a hell of a goddamn comeback. You know how hard it is for niggas to really, when they say it's over for you, and it's for you to actually shake back and it wasn't over? Because there be a lot of niggas, and niggas be like, it's over for, and it look crazy for them right now. Like, Lil Baby, it look crazy for Lil Baby right now. Like, he ain't tried. He put out a couple of little BS songs. He ain't really tried to get, like, you could know when a nigga trying to put out some heat. But it look crazy for Lil Baby right now. Especially since Gunna been back and Gunna put out that project, and niggas keep playing. I do think Lil Baby next project will be fire. But right now, this second, it look like Lil Baby can't get off the mat right now. So, like I said, shout out to Glorilla. Shout out to Meg, but I do want to play this interview. I do want to play this clip of this interview of Shannon Sharp apologizing to Meg.
We go any further, I want to apologize to you personally. And I didn't, I always wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you. I didn't know if that was going to be possible, but I was always hoping that I got an opportunity to bump into you, because I made a comment, I think it was like September, October, and I told a joke, and I said it in jest, but I believe the joke would have been just as funny had I left you out of it. So for any unwanted attention, harm, shame, embarrassment that I caused you or your family, I want to say, as a man, as I sit here before you, I apologize.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Anytime someone comes on the show, we have to toast, because you have an amazing, you've been amazing, and you have an amazing career going forward. So this is my personal cognac, Shea by LaPortier.
Okay,
So
Shea by LaPortier.
that's what it's called, Shea by LaPortier. Let me know what
Okay, because I'm the cognac queen.
okay,
I don't know if you knew that.
okay, you knows it. This is what they call it. It's called nosing.
You saw me.
Okay.
I have to, hold on.
Just
okay. I was waiting on it to really like sting me.
It's smooth, ain't it?
It's smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting on it to tear me up.
No. We don't do that.
Okay.
Well,
I like that.
You know what? We're gonna send you away with a bottle with your very own.
Okay, so like I said, shout out to Shannon Sharp. And real quick, and what I wanted, and the reason why I even wanted to start off with that and play that, because I did see Academics make a post, and of course, his group of goofballs, cornballs in his comment section, they always just love to be like free Tory. And I seen him post to John where it was like, he was saying like only 3 songs off of her project just charted. And he posted this literally like Friday evening. I'm like, bro, this album ain't even been out for 24 hours. But one, again, to me, it don't matter, because she showed she can sell hard tickets in an arena. Not in the Fillmore, not in none of these small venues. She's literally done basketball arenas and sold them out. And in some cities, she done them twice. So I don't care if she don't have not one song that chart. I don't even care if her first week sales come out and she only sold 16,000. Who cares? Because she can pull more than 16,000 people in a venue. So that's the difference. And it just be like, I'd be like sometimes, and like, of course, I love Academics when it comes to like the news reporting, and he just, telling you whatever the news is. His opinions won't never really like an actual opinion. It's a difference between like, you're reporting on the news like a news reporter, and then it's a difference between somebody giving their opinion on certain things. The news, cool. I'm here for it, because he does do a lot of realistically journalistic hip hop type of news, and he take time into putting into that. But just giving your opinion, I'm cool on it, because I don't. You and Tory Lanez is cool, but Tory Lanez ain't never. Let's be clear. Do Tory Lanez have some better songs than Meg? Yeah, but he ain't never been no charting artist. People be like, oh, why they took the better artists and lock. Nigga, Tory Lanez ain't never. He has not. He don't own an album that charted. He ain't never in his life done no goddamn arena tour nowhere, nigga. He's a Fillmore nigga. You're comparing an arena act to a Fillmore nigga. Like, stop, dog. Y'all niggas be gassing it up, and that shit be corny. And even when I seen Shannon Sharp get this interview, I kind of made me thought sometimes where it's like, even for people like Academics or Joe Budden, and I kind of be like, yeah, we like when y'all go on your rants and you do your little stuff here and there, but then I kind of was like, damn, did you kind of shoot yourself in the foot thinking that people will tune in just for your opinions, because you kind of lose the big interviews. And it's just like, and then I get it. I know people going to sit and say, oh, well, Shannon Sharp kind of cheating because he was an athlete. Nah, there's also a lot of athletes with podcasts, and them shits don't do nothing. Shannon Sharp has kind of literally stepped foot into a different arena, and he's almost like, how you feel? He kind of the safe place for people to run and go. When it's time, like, people don't do a bunch of interviews, but they gonna go do Club Shay Shay.
And that's what's hot.
Yeah, it's what hot, but then it's just like, bro, he's still just, to me, it's almost amazing, because I look at it and be like, I kind of wonder, like when I look at it, like all them hot takes that people wanted to have with Meg, I just kind of wonder, like, do you think it's really worth it? Because I don't think none of them episodes that y'all had when y'all had hot takes ain't gonna do shit. Almost at 1 million, ain't even been out for 10 hours. It's at 700,000 right now, and it's only literally been out for 10 hours. No, I don't care. It ain't no academics, not a joke, but they don't got that. You don't do them type of numbers. So is it really worth it? You sitting here trying to play with Meg, and it's like, is it worth missing out on that interview chance when they're doing their albums or whatever the case may be? Because I mean, let's be clear, she don't have to do it. Like, she literally just came over a tour. Some artists, like when you try, I have to sell an album because I haven't done a tour yet. She kind of did it to me, did it the better way, because it doesn't realistically do it matter what her first week numbers is. No, because she literally just did a sold out tour. An arena tour. Again, let me double down on the arena tour. So it's like, yeah, you can give your takes, but then it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, is them takes worth it? Because I know for a fact, like, I know y'all watch some Shannon Sharp interviews, and y'all, because Joe Budden and academics are number whores, you look at them Shannon Sharp numbers and try to figure out, well, even if you're looking at the cast and that, like, let's say, okay, that's academics lane, your lane is streaming, well, you can't swim with them young niggas, Kai and Aiden. And if a Joe is like, all right, this is your lane, I don't care how much you say you don't want to do interviews, you do a lot of them. And they still just not like that. Club Shay Shay is just different. To me personally, if I'm niggas manager or I'm your close friend, I would tell you, maybe you got to kind of rethink your angles that you win at certain things. I don't necessarily know if it's worth, because he going to be the only one to get that interview. I don't think she going to go do no other interviews. So, hey, I get to Meg Thee Stallion Joe, and I'm going to run up a couple million off this. And he don't talk hip-hop. Like this, that's not his bread and butter. Shannon Sharp bread and butter is not sitting down with hip-hop artists. He just do it because he is the hot, safe space for people. So again, like, shout out to Shannon Sharp. I guess real quick, but even before we get off of that one, I can't just end it with when she was talking about why she started a liquor brand.
The person who actually inspired me to get my own tequila. Wow. Because I used to be the cognac queen. I'm still the cognac queen.
Yeah.
But as much as I used to, enjoy cognac, and I promoted a lot of people like liquor brands, she was like, the next time I see you, need to have your own.
Right.
You need to have your own alcoholic beverage.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? You're right, queen. I am going to have my own shit. So now I have my own tequila. It's called Chicas Divertidas. And it's going to be so cute. I've been serving it throughout my tour.
Right.
And everybody's been loving it. So I feel like they definitely put me in a position to learn how to be my own boss. Beyonce is the person who actually.
So shout outs to Beyonce, because I mean, that was, to me, probably the smartest thing you probably could ever tell Meg Thee Stallion, just because, I mean, at one point in time, that was just her brand. That's all. I mean, of course, driving the boat or whatever the case may be, just doing it with Hennessy or Douce or whatever, all the different liquor brands that she was having people drive the boat with, like, that was just her thing. And I get it. I seen some people like, oh, it's crazy, you sitting here trying to promote a liquor brand now after you done told people you had alcohol addictions and whatever her drinking problems was. I mean, it is. What do you want me to do? I built my brand off of this. Of course, I mean, we all know that drinking ain't the greatest thing for you, but I'm posing now. I got the opportunity to come up with my own liquor brand, and I already built the brand around drinking liquor. I'm supposed to not do it now? That to me wouldn't make no sense. Why would I not capitalize if somebody already offered me the opportunity? Like, and while we talking about just Meg real quick and talking about opportunities, bro, that Prime, I know I can't play it on the jump because it'll flag it on the YouTube, but that goddamn Prime commercial she did, oh my God, that commercial was so goddamn fire, dog. She literally, I guess Prime Day, I don't have no Amazon or nothing like that, but I guess what Prime Day is coming up, July,
yeah.
So she did a commercial for that, and she was just rapping different verses, like different products that she was buying, or like on Amazon. Like she was on Amazon. Okay, so it was like a junk with a Daredevil product or something for a dog. She was rapping different verses to go to whatever the items was, and the song was catchy. Like I was like, damn, this kind of fire. I was like, the song was so fire. I was like, damn, I wonder if she gonna put this on her album. But obviously, I mean, it was just for a commercial. But to me, that was fire. Like shout outs to Meg, like her team. Branding and marketing, like, bro, they knocked that shit out the park for Meg every time. From when we talk about the Planet Fitness, the Nike, whatever the case may be, and it was like, and that's my reason why I'm sitting here saying
she did do.
Yeah, she did Planet Fitness, she did Nike. Now you got an Amazon Prime joke. Yeah, like bro, she be smoking it. Like her marketing and the advertisement game is on point, and that's another reason when I was sitting here saying that if I'm Reebok, you're gonna have to kind of really hurry up and really do something crazy with Angel Reese, a real live back, a real bag behind her, because nigga, it's gonna be almost damn near like rocket science for her to sit here and go do a commercial with her and Angel Reese. And I'll sit here, and for people think I'm exaggerating, I'll just play a clip from the Shannon Sharp joke.
In the studio I record at, it's like a goal in the back, and sometimes I just go back there and I'll be like just messing around. This is so random, but I'll be thinking I'm really Angel Reese when I be back there.
Oh my, come on.
I do, but I'll be back there and I just play around until I figure out exactly what I want to say.
So again, like I said, that to me is it's literally a slam dunk right there for her. Like I'm not like Reebok. I get it because Meg is already a Nike not a Nike athlete, but she already in bed with Nike. But I'm just saying, Reebok, you gonna have to really get right with this girl. You can't allow that to fumble that ball. You just got to get right because it's going to be almost what's going to happen with Angel Reese eventually. It's either Reebok going to get it right or Adidas going to snatch her away like they did Anthony Edwards. Because I'm sure Nike wish they would have had Anthony Edwards now, especially when we talked about them Anthony Edwards commercial. Like Anthony Edwards is like the dude is going to give Nike a hard time, especially after LeBron done, and then it's not like okay, you don't got Kyrie. Like who Nike really? What's the Nike athlete that's going to be able to honestly compete with Anthony Edwards? Like just think about the future after LeBron. And we get into LeBron in like 2 seconds after this, but who's gonna be the young athlete that can compete with Anthony Edwards?
Nobody, because it's only really his real competition is Alonzo Ball. I mean LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, with sneaker, that's it. And LaMelo Ball can't even stay on the goddamn court, so he kind of like he really just ain't no. He put out good shoes, but he just don't. I'm just saying he not on the court actually pushing the product and playing where he gets the extra promo from leading First Take or whatever the sports shows is talking about. I'm like,
Ja Morant.
But you're absolutely right. But Nike has kind of just fell back from Ja for after he had all them them situations.
So that's another thing I think Ja really needs to see. Is like everybody else is starting to push ahead of you.
Yeah, for sure. No. You're absolutely right.
You better start realizing you playing with your life right now.
Yeah, of course.
Like I said, look how we forgot all about Memphis and Ja Morant. Speaking of that, they gave him a statue for that little New York. I think it was
that statue was ugly.
Terrible. That shit.
But Nike, you gotta get together. Nike, you from that job? That shit was nasty, though. That was nasty work. Nike, you gotta get that together. That little, I don't know where was it. Somewhere in New York, it was like a basketball tournament or something, or whatever they was doing. It's some basketball expedition, something that they had in New York City. Excuse me, for people who don't know what we're talking about, Nike did like a wax statue of Ja Morant. And that was probably like absolute. Y'all be clowning like what the Rock don't look like, or what that shit look worse than that Rock and that Lil Wayne wax museum joint. Nah, though, that Nike joint was out of. That didn't even look like Ja Morant.
Man, if I was Adidas, I'd be trolling the hell out of that shit right
now. Oh no, for sure. But that's what. Yeah, so you're absolutely right. I for you, and that's the crazy thing. And I love Ja. I absolutely forgot about Ja Morant. You're absolutely right. Out of sight, out of mind. Those are the two players that I will be looking for, especially for Ja. I'm definitely gonna root for Ja because I'm kind of over the whole LeBron thing. And it's not necessarily the reason why everybody else is up in arms about LeBron getting Bronny to come and play for the Lakers. I don't care about none of that, to be honest. I just want, as a LeBron fan, I just want LeBron James to actually still be able to make another push for a championship again. I don't necessarily want to just see him go out as just playing for the Lakers. And I do respect it. He even was willing to take a pay cut. He tried to get Klay Thompson. That one fell through. So we kind of, I guess, the only other free agent is still up in the air. It will be DeMar DeRozan. So if the Lakers can get DeMar DeRozan, I know, and of course we talked about DeMar DeRozan last week when he was on stage with Kendrick Lamar because he is from Compton. He is an LA kid. So hopefully they can get him to come back and play with the Lakers. I just want to see LeBron compete. It's going to be hard for me to sit here. The Lakers just come back as is to just sit here and be a OD LeBron fan. Like this will have to be one of them moments where I'm like, all right, I need a secondary player or a secondary team to root for. And Ja will be that guy because I love the underdog story. I love the comeback story because you're absolutely right. Out of state, out of mind. I absolutely forgot about Ja Morant because when I say who was going to be Anthony Edwards' competition, I forgot about Ja. I completely, literally forgot that Ja Morant even got a goddamn Nike shoe because you're absolutely right. Nike then took their foot off of actually promoting him, giving them commercials. So let's be clear, when he had that first little gun situation, Nike was still going crazy with the commercials. But then, like you said, out of sight, out of mind. I didn't see no Nike commercials this season for Ja Morant.
He ain't a commercial.
Not at all. So, like I said, I mean, like you said, out of sight, out of mind. I do want to. It was one more clip that I wanted to. Oh yeah, just because we were talking about LeBron, we can get into LeBron. I do want to play a couple of clips. This one is Dr. Umar. He is hilarious, though.
Watch Bronny James play when he drops the snow bunny. I don't support black men who date out the race. So until Bronny James stops bunny hopping, I can't do it. I'm happy for him and his father, though. If Bronny James stops bunny hopping, if he doesn't stop bunny hopping, I can't support that. No snow bunnies, no sand bunnies, no salsa bunnies. No salsa, no sand, no snow, no rice. I said no salsa, no sand.
Man, shout out to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar is a fool, but I do want to play a couple of I'm trying to think. Steven, Rick Ross. I was going to play your jump, but I'm gonna just go with my man Steven Jackson because Rick Ross, you got beat up. I'm cool. I can't give you no type of love on this one.
privilege. I'm all for it. Shout out Braun and Bronny. We've been saying so much white privilege for so long. It's good to see some black privilege. I'm all for it. Bronny, sign, get your son drafted, Braun. Sign this motherfucker to 200, or whatever you want to do. George Carl did it. It's been done for a long
I didn't even know
time.
George Cole had
Y'all
a
want
son
to
in the
complain
NBA
about Braun putting his hands on it. Shout out Rich Paul and shout out Braun for doing it their way. So many of us wasn't able to do it our way for so long. Y'all got to salute the real ones that's doing it their way. You're supposed to make way for your son. Come on, man. I just don't get it. Some of y'all ain't talented anyway to be on this level. Shout out Bronny, Braun, and Rich Paul.
So, of course, for people who don't know, maybe you was living under a rock or you really don't keep up with sports like that, LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers did draft Bronny in the second round as the 55th draft pick of the 2024 draft pick. And the crazy thing is, if I'm any of, screw all the people who didn't get picked and people like, oh, he took a play, bro. Let's be clear. And this is where when people talk about nepotism, and that was the word that was going around, or two words that was going around all last week: black jobs and nepotism. We get into that in a little bit later with Donald Trump and the black jobs thing. But nepotism is the thing that people kept saying, and they was like, oh, LeBron, you helping him get it, dog. Let's be clear. Shaq's son played for the Lakers. Scottie Pippen's son played for the Lakers. None of y'all ain't say nothing because y'all don't care about Scottie Pippen and you don't care about Shaq. People care more about Shaq's dating preference and stuff like that than anything that got to do with basketball when it comes to Shaq, and nobody cared. So, like I said, the one, I don't know who, none of y'all who care about LeBron James taking him son as the 55th pick, dog, you don't even know, name me another 55th pick ever in the NBA of whatever your favorite team is. Name me one, because you can't. So who gives a fuck? That's my point of people complaining about something. Dog, if your Lakers not your team, why do you care? Nigga, I care more about the Lakers sitting here renewing goddamn Cam Reddish goddamn contract than I care about them drafting Bronny. Cam Reddish didn't do absolutely nothing the entire season, but stay hurt. What are y'all talking about? Niggas was upset. Like, that shit to me is corny. And that's again,
Yeah,
and
it's because it's LeBron. That's
I mean, and of course, listen to what I'm saying. And of course, when I sit here and say that earlier when I called out black women, I'm not even, because this wasn't just a black man thing. I think this was more just sports hate thing in general. But it was a lot of black people hating though. It was a lot, because I don't necessarily know. I think sometimes that's one again where I gotta give white people their credit. Some shit they know to sit out on. Like certain jokes, like, let's be clear, they go rock and roll and go absolutely crazy for old girl, but there be other topics where they kind of like, this ain't our fight. I'm cool. Y'all can knock yourself out. No, let's be clear. Nobody, listen, and the crazy thing is, it's 54 other players that got drafted before Bronny. And guess what? Y'all never talked about none of them. You don't care. You don't care about who your team drafted. Y'all was more upset about the Lakers in their 55th pick. Y'all didn't care about the other 54 niggas that got drafted. The most popular player in that 2024 draft was the 55th pick. And again, when niggas be like, oh, we don't watch the WNBA, you know at least 5 of them girls that got drafted, and you don't know 54 of them other niggas who got drafted. Let's be honest. That's my point, and that's what niggas love to lie. But when it's time to state facts, you don't know 54 of them other niggas' names they got drafted before LeBron James Jr., and you know at least 5 of them girls that got drafted in the WNBA. Stop, dog. Like, certain shit just be like, shut the, like, come on, dog. And I don't be one, like, I be catching myself when I be cussing, but some y'all niggas lie to yourself for no reason. Like, niggas be just wanting to fight certain things just to be like, I just want to be the last man alive. I don't want to watch these goddamn wet vaginas play basketball. You know 5 of them girls and don't know 54 of them other niggas. Hate to tell you, that's how it is. I don't even know. I watched the draft. I don't know that nigga name that got drafted by Atlanta. Don't give a fuck because he played for the fucking Falcons. The nigga that got drafted by the Wizards, I don't care. Number 1 and number 2 ain't even from America. I don't know their names and don't give a fuck. And y'all don't give a fuck. So let's stop faking the fuck and acting like we care. You don't. 54 niggas got drafted before LeBron James Jr. You don't know none of them niggas' names. You only know number 55. You know how crazy that is? I would be ready to blow my brains out if I got drafted number 1 and y'all talking about number 55 more than you talking about me.
And I think the only other person that really they talked about is old boy from Duke. They got drafted by Philly. The one with the painted nails.
And guess why they was talking about him? Because he paint his fucking nails and he do TikTok dances. They wouldn't have said nothing if he, and that's why sometimes the good thing is sometimes to do is stand outside of the box and make straight niggas feel uncomfortable. Because you absolutely, that's literally the only other person that they talked about. And the only reason they didn't talk about him because of how good he played basketball. They talk about him because he do TikTok dances and paint his nails.
And you definitely, I do give credit to Rich Paul and them, how they kind of.
Oh, no, that was gangster.
They finessed the hell out of this shit. You put all them, we ain't signing no 2-way contracts. You put a lot of stuff in the air to scare those teams off. So now we knew that, because anybody could have drafted them. And I feel like if you really had, and I feel like a lot of teams did have faith in it, but they just ain't want to have that damn, you won, took LeBron, you ain't had a conversation with him.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He would have had to figure it out because I would have drafted him.
Yeah.
I would have drafted him, and I would have
definitely
because guess what would have happened?
I want to say Boston was right in front of him.
Now, if I'm Boston, I probably wouldn't have did it. But if I was any of them, I'm talking about nigga.
Sorry,
listen to nigga. If I was listen to again, and this is why I never will in my life will be a Washington fan. Nigga, if I am the Washington Wizards, y'all have if I'm any of them teams with if you had a $10 ticket last season, if you had tickets to a NBA game for $10 or $20 last season, nigga, I would have drafted LeBron James Jr. and LeBron and Rich Paul would have had to figure it out. I drafted these other niggas. Ain't nobody coming to see them. 54 other niggas ain't gonna sell not one jersey. Nobody's in Atlanta ain't buying no goddamn. You traded Jonte Murray to goddamn New Orleans, and I seen a joke about that. That's crazy. You date NBA young boy baby mother, and they sending you to this nigga hometown. That's crazy. And Deontay, whatever, Murray, you better be careful when you're in New Orleans. And then, so realistically, Atlanta's not about to go run and buy no goddamn white boy jersey. That's crazy. They're gonna keep buying Trey Young jerseys. That's gonna be it. So that's what my only thing. Like, I get it. Like, who the Wizards? Niggas don't buy Wizards jerseys anyway. So you think they about to go buy this
joint about to come out too,
and they still don't buy them. Yeah. Them flower jerseys was fire. Niggas still wasn't buying no goddamn Wizards jersey for what? Because they doo-doo and nobody don't care about them, dog. Before I go buy that, whatever this second number one draft pick, I will go get a Jordan Poole or a Kyle Kuzma jersey. But guess what? If niggas would have ran and did, you think niggas wouldn't have ran and got one of them rose Wizards jerseys if it was a LeBron James Jr. son? You're crazy shit. Rich Paul would have, nigga, you had to figure it out. You better come back and get it back in blood. You're crazy as dog. LeBron not about to be out the door. Ain't no a bunch of amazing niggas on Clutch Sports. You think I would have cared? Nigga, you're crazy as shit. If I owned the Washington Wizards or the GM, I would have drafted LeBron James Jr. He would have been the number second draft pick.
Yeah, they had like bracket picks too. I want to say they had like 3 or 4.
Nigga, he would have been the second pick of the draft.
I know they had 3 in the first round.
Guess what that dude that they drafted? Number 2, he ain't gonna sell no jerseys and he ain't about to change your team's prospects or what's gonna happen to your team. So again, shout outs to LeBron, shout outs to Bronny. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Let that part load up. I want to talk about the Shy and then we can get into whatever else. What else is going on?
Concerning the lyrics, I better not catch you doing that again. Okay, so what's the craziest thing you've ever caught somebody doing in a relationship?
Oof, this is actually psychotic. It's actually diabolical. I found a stack of Polaroids of all the women that he cheated on me with. He was keeping them in Polaroid form. Yeah.
What?
In his travel bag.
Wait,
diabolical. I wish I was lying. I really do.
So how did you go in his bag? Was it like, you're just cleaning up?
Oh, I was trying to clean. We were not in town. Yeah, we weren't in town. And I was like putting things away. And
And did you ask, hey, why do you have these Polaroids of hundreds of just?
No, absolutely not. I was.
But you knew already, like
I was 20. I was 19 or 20. I was not the girl I am today that would be like, yo, wow. I was definitely like, oh my God, terrifying. And I threw them away. And he never mentioned it to me and I never said anything.
No,
but
till this very day?
Oh yeah, no. But there was crazier things that happened in that situation. So, it checks out, honestly. It checks out. All of it checks out.
We're going to crash out.
He crashed out for sure. For sure.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And did you know immediately when you saw the Polaroids? Oh,
well, yes, because I recognized one of them from someone that I already knew.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I was 19, man. This is what, gotta be careful when you're 19. Get spun up in some shit.
And did you believe him afterwards? Like, was he able to smooth it over at that? Like,
no, he was just diabolical. He's just a diabolical man.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, we learn and we grow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We've evolved.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about.
Okay, so for people who don't know, because they didn't say the man's name, the man that she was talking about that was keeping pictures of the women that he was cheating with was Party Next Door. And the reason why I wanted to play that clip because we can tie that into Chris Brown, Jeremiah, and who was the third? Bryson Tiller. So they put out a song, and I guess they had a video, and one of the girls in the video was Party Next Door's ex. So they put her in the video and then he just spazzed out. Oh, it's you niggas last day. Y'all played with the right one. This, that, and the third. Y'all know. You know, one person out of all three of them who was not going to absolutely duck no type of smoke was Chris Brown. Chris Breezy. Dog, I'm not going to lie to you. I respect Chris Brown gangster because he don't duck no type of smoke. Whoever it is, if you blow smoke Chris Brown way, that nigga is a chain smoker. He wants absolutely all of the smoke. Chris Brown is going to push that red button every time and choose violence. So I respect Chris Brown gangster, but Kalani, I'm not going to lie to you. You got that story off. I do want to break that down and ask y'all how would y'all feel and ask you a question about if that was, but I'm not gonna lie, just for a little bit of Throwback Thursday. Don't be twisted. Kalani was playing with Party Next Door and Kyrie Irving at the same time. I can't remember exactly how that story played out, but I want to say she was in the hospital one time and them two niggas was kind of like bumping heads, like leaving in and out of the hospital at two different times. I can't really remember. I forgot how. I want to say it was almost maybe something with like, I can't remember. It was crazy. I know that story was kind of crazy. That little triangle between Kyrie Irving, Kalani, and Party Next Door was kind of vicious. So I don't want to make it seem like the way she explaining that story, it was crazy. But let's be clear, Kalani wasn't no goddamn angel in that goddamn relationship neither.
Oh, he apologized already.
Who, Party Next Door? To be clear, I got nothing but love and respect for those guys. Shit happens. Yeah, nigga, whatever. You already knew. You knew for a fact that Chris Brown was going to choose a different level of violence, and you don't move around with a right enough security. And you probably, from the stories, I mean, even if we're going off that Kendrick Lamar situation where I Party playing with his nose, yeah, you don't want to bump into Chris Brown and you hide one of them parties and you ain't got enough security guards because you're gonna go out like Rick Ross just went out. So yeah, I ain't mad at you for trying to clean that up. But I guess my question for y'all is, how would you feel if your significant other had pictures of an ex, of women that he just dealt with before, like even if they were just like sexual pictures just lying around, like, and she said Polaroid pictures, which I feel like that is kind of the extreme, or is that worse than actually just having videos left in your phone?
Why you still have pictures? Like,
so my question, do you think people should delete, if you get into a relationship, do you feel like you should delete all your old pictures out of your phone?
No,
not really.
So both of y'all okay with people just having like old sex videos in their phone and pictures? Like, if a nigga let's say if this nigga was just a picture, like he take pictures of him eating women ass, you'll be cool with a nigga just having a bunch of just every woman ass he ever ate just in his phone?
But how would I know that though? If I know about it, then yeah, why do you still have it? Like pictures, I don't, pictures maybe you and her or you whatever, but like videos, like why do you still have it?
So the Polaroid pictures wouldn't piss you off?
Yeah, the Polaroid. I mean, why do you have it? In your phone is something different, but you just got Polaroid pictures laying around the house or in your bag or in your briefcase or in the attic. Like, why do you still have them?
Yeah, The Polaroid pictures is probably that to me is just like you trying to be too artistic and you trying to be too cute. Like, nigga, what do you got the pictures for? But then it's just like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I tell y'all, I said this a million times over here. One of my biggest regrets is learning about the hidden folders just too late. Like that's my only regret during the pandemic is not knowing about the goddamn hidden folders. Like before, the year before the pandemic, and then all the pictures and videos that I got, I didn't know about them because it was just like, I'm always one of them people where it's like, I never want to get like ask somebody, hey, can you take a picture of me? And then fucking they see like some like because it was just like the pictures came up because I didn't know about the hidden folders. So I felt like, before you know about the hidden folders, all the pictures and shit would just save together. So if I ask somebody, hey, can you take a picture for me? And then they scrolling to go look at the pictures, and then it will be like right 2 pictures down is just like some naked girl. Like, so I always used to delete them. That's one of the biggest regrets I got in life. Like, damn, I wish I would have been knew about the hidden folders. But yeah, Party Next Door, you just a freaky ass boy. I don't know what to tell you, dog. Like that one just seemed crazy.
But
like, what?
But that's just like how nigga didn't that dude say something about you having his baby mother as your cover art? Wasn't that the same person? Remember when he got called out?
Party Next Door? Yeah,
wasn't it Party Next Door? So you doing the exact same thing that the dude did to you?
Oh, you talking about? You talking about with the Chris Brown situation?
Yeah, because you saw her in the video.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily know how I don't know how they supposed to know that. Because I don't necessarily know. I don't know if Party Next Door had another public relationship since the Kalani situation. And this was a couple of years ago because Kyrie got kids that's like 2 or 3 years old now. So this was a minute ago. Like, I want to say this might have still been Cleveland Kyrie. This was a brick ago. Like, that little relationship was a minute ago. Like, I do think it might have been Cleveland Kyrie, to be honest. Like, his last year in Cleveland.
Yeah, give it up, buddy.
You give that one up. It was like, and shout out to the Arizona, the dude who owns Arizona. Of course, that's the iced tea drink. He said he's like, bro, I make too much money. My business is too well in profit. I don't never have to go past the 99 cent. Like, I'm not upping my prices. Like, he's like, people got too many other stresses, too much other stuff to worry about. For me to sit here and be like, change the price on the 99 cent can of Arizona. He's like, well, it's no reason for me. Like, it's cool. Like, my business is profitable, so I have no reason to sit here and be greedy and try to go chasing more money.
But how would you feel if you seen them in stores with the price been up? Because I don't think everywhere they only charge 90 cents. I mean, 99 cents for that can.
I wouldn't buy nowhere else. Nigga, I'm one of the people. Listen to what I'm saying. If I know,
I'm saying like if you went to like the corner store or whatever, the mom and pops, and they charge more than 90 cents.
So you saying, what are you saying? If I'm a customer, or you saying if I'm him?
If I'm the guy and I see that.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Because I don't necessarily know what the rules are. I don't know. I don't necessarily know the rules of if you buy a product. Because I mean, you kind of like if I wholesale you a t-shirt at $15, I can't control what you charging for. Okay. So I mean, realistically, like you said, it may be certain stores that may charge something different. So I don't necessarily know. I don't know the rules and engagement to that. But if it was me personally,
I wouldn't get.
I would keep it at 99 cents. Sometimes though, I tell y'all, the more cheaper. You know what's funny, and we can go to something else because when you just talking about the price on certain things, like I'm in the grocery store today and just get my kale salad for the week, and I seen like in the Safeway, they got like this, and of course they gas it up on the name, or like this is organic candy, the sugar is extra, whatever the case may be. So it's like, they got it in their little whatever their store brand bag it is, but it's nice and clean, it's see through. The candy do look for some reason it just look brighter, but the bag is a $10 bag. But in my mind, it's like, I'm not paying $10 for candy, a bag of candy in my brain, because it's like, bro, I can just go to the dollar store and spend $8 and I feel like I got more candy, even though it's only a $2 difference. Or even if I go to the dollar store and spend $10 on candy, I feel like that $10 I spend in the dollar store I'm gonna get way more value in the candy and my candy selection than me just buying a big bag of candy for $10, which is just kind of just don't make no sense. So to me, when you talk about pricing matter, because maybe if that bag in Safeway was $5, I probably would have bought it because now I ain't got to go into 2 stores. But for it to be $10, I'm not buying it. So, I mean, pricing do matter. It is sometimes it just can be just $8 or a couple dollars off or a couple cents off. It make people think twice. And the crazy thing is, I always kind of even wonder now, especially I don't know if they do it in every state, but in Maryland, especially in PG County, I always wonder, like when they do that brown bag thing, is how many people go to the grocery store now and don't go super crazy like they may have if you didn't have to pay for the extra bags. I wonder how many people think about that, because sometimes I may think about it.
I do it because I'm not carrying them reusable bags. I definitely do it, and that kind of like, all right, well, I know if I can't carry it,
I ain't buying it. So yeah, that's my
So that should do. It definitely do. It stops you from going crazy. I know for sure. For me.
So real quick before we get into the show, I do want to play this clip of Shaq apologized
right quick. I sent out a picture the other day.
You sent out a picture of Drake, BBL Drizzy.
The mistake I made was I should have said who did this because I want Drake to know. And listen, Drake has a great sense of humor, so I thought it was funny that they did it. I don't want him to think like I saw Shaq's trolling. No, I'm not trolling. Like,
Yeah, I like when people assume that you photoshopped
no, I didn't Photoshop it. Somebody photoshopped it, and I actually saw it, and I took the picture, so Drake. I apologize. I should have put who is this on there because I don't want you to think I did that. Somebody sent it to me. I thought it was funny, and hopefully you thought it was funny too. But once it went viral, I definitely took it down. But so my bad, Big Drake.
I ain't gonna lie to you. One pause. Drake, Shaq is gay for even posting that picture. I'm not posting that picture. I don't care who made it. That picture looked gay. It looked funnier because the course they put Drake head on the girl body, but nigga, I'm still not posting that. Nigga, you ain't got no shirt on, and it's another man sitting between your legs. Like, nah, bro, you're not even gonna play with me like that. I ain't leaning into them type of goddamn gay games. I'm cool. Like, nah, it's not gonna happen. But anyway, let's get into the Shaq because I feel like the Shaq wants to be power so bad, and I feel like the way this season, this is the season. That was the season finale, wasn't it?
That's what I heard. Yeah, it is. I think it is.
Yeah, I heard people say it too. It ain't like I don't necessarily because they just do such a horrible job at the way they promote their show. Like, bro, oh my God, their social media team is so goddamn trash. But anyway, if it is the last episode, that season went out with a bang. That was a great season finale. But I was just like, bro, this is the Shaq. Why is it so goddamn violent?
Why wouldn't it? It's supposed to be.
Oh, okay, because I'm gonna tell you, for me personally, when I look at this Shaq, and I've said this on this show before, I look at this Shaq like the substance of like that's my vegetables. Like Power is like the stuff I know I'm not supposed to eat. So when I watch Power, it's like I just look at Power like this is my form of like just ridiculous TV that I don't need to watch too much of. Like once a week, this is this, and my balance is the Shaq. So now that the Shaq to me just seemed like it's trying to be baby Power, it's kind of like, oh, come on, though. This ain't what I watched the Shaq for.
But I think that's how it started. I think the first season it kind of started out like that.
Which realistically, where the show is made in, it's in Chicago, so I get it. Like I'm not gonna lie, if I'm leaning away, y'all already know the way I'm going to lean for the next season. Nigga, give me the most popular goddamn athlete. I get both of them if I can. If I can get Caleb Williams and I can get Angel Reese, give me both of them. But if I can't get Caleb Williams, I'm definitely getting Angel Reese. It's no way in hell I'm coming back into the next season of the Shaq and don't got Angel Reese on that goddamn show. I don't know how I'm gonna force it, but I'm gonna figure it out.
I think it might be rules and regulations with that too.
What, with them being on the TV show?
Yeah, because you don't see too many people, especially not on a series. And I think it might.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how
they got player contracts and brand. You know what I'm saying? So it might be in it. You know, certain like stuff like that you can't do. Because who we ever seen actually have bro?
Athlete, none. Besides, I mean, I'm shit. The crazy thing, Amon Shepard probably was the first one. If we talking about an actual. I mean, of course he retired. I mean, he wasn't playing in the league when he started the show, but he was literally fresh off of his last time playing in the NBA. So I don't necessarily. You might be absolutely right because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn. Only time. I mean, in a episode, of course, that episode of Martin when they played the U.S. The women's U.S. team.
A sitcom, yes. You just making a person. Yes, a lot of people done that. Just made a person, but actually be on the show, like doing more than one episode. Yeah, I don't know if you could do that.
I mean, you might be right. I don't necessarily know, but that let's get, I guess, into. I was just thinking out loud, but get into the realistically that last episode. It did. I like even the way it started off because it started off to let you know, all right, we getting dude out of here, but now we got to figure out who did it. Am I surprised that it was Nook that did it? Kind of not, just because off of the strength of the male ego, bro. Because we watched him get his ass beat, and we was like, yeah, nobody else seen it, but we seen it, and we just know how when we talk about the male ego, we've been talking about the male ego the entire time this episode, and it was just like it kind of made sense. Now the part that was like, damn, he kind of took it too far when he smoked Rob.
Yeah,
I ain't see that coming. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way I'm not gonna say I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming into the episode, but the way Rob disrespected him and kind of carried him into his face, I kind of got it. Because now you're in it, your adrenaline is pumping. You just got rid of Duda. You feel like you the man, and you didn't got into it with his mother. It kind of made sense after that. And then for him, and then it kind of him to drop the body off on his mother's porch. It was like, damn, that's super disrespectful.
But I think it was more so to prove a point to the mother because she was talking real reckless.
Oh no, the mother was talking crazy.
Yeah, so I think he did it more so to prove a point to her Not so much because he, you know, but I felt like it was to prove a point to the mother.
But was Rob a big time player?
What you mean?
Like, was he like one of the main you know,
Rob? No, hell no. You got to think, but it was just him and Tiff trying to figure, you know, they haven't even really got no real clientele yet. They were still trying to figure it out, like how to try to even build their brand up. But it was just so crazy
that's why I was questioning, because the way he came at him, like, you know.
No, because he was, that's why my point. But you got to think, because he already strong armed them into the business. Like you know, when he had the gun to Rob, and he was supposed to kill Rob early in the season, and then he didn't. So he was like, "All right, you either lose your life or you cut me into your business," and that's when Rob cut him into the business. So, but even just still for that little situation, think about how that last scene when Keisha was telling Tiffany, "Oh, hey, I'm pregnant," whatever the case may be. Oh, this Thanksgiving was so wild. Ain't that what? How could it get any crazier? And then it got crazier. I mean, of course, they didn't tell Tiffany yet, but obviously just to kind of play off how wild that Thanksgiving got, it just went super crazy. It come on the news, the dude, boom, 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 he got killed. And even just the way how even the way the news was reporting on it, I'm like, dog, if this nigga was this crazy, like, and the way they was, oh, he's a known gangster and this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, if he was this crazy, like, the police wasn't even supposed to allow him just to be on the street the way he was. But okay, it's cool. It's a TV show. I'm here for it. But damn, the way they smoke Rob and then literally drop this nigga on his mother's steps is crazy. But the sad part is, you got to think about it, though, he was literally just at this man's house having Thanksgiving with them. Don't you know how crazy that is? And I'm sure.
So is he going to use that as an alibi to say I was there? I was at the what's name with y'all? Because
the mother know he wasn't there.
No. I'm talking about who killed Rob. You think the mother just gonna first thing she gonna think is
hell yeah, okay. Nigga, she know who, because y'all think about who. You gotta think about who. If Duda was still alive, then that's different. But nigga, Duda dead. Okay. So like, if Duda was still alive, then maybe you don't know. You think Duda had somebody do it, so you wouldn't know. But you know for a fact, you and this dude literally just got into an argument, and you damn near threatened his life.
No, I was just because the way he came to go see his son. That's why I was just wondering, like, well, let me.
Now the crazy thing is, for whatever, if this the season finale or the next episode or how next season play into is, I guess for him doing that to Rob, now that's going to leave Tiffany super vulnerable. And I don't necessarily, because you know how when Tiffany was explaining, when Keisha told her she was pregnant, she like, and Keisha asked her, like, "Are you really happy about it?" She's like, "Yeah, girl. You know, my man loved me. He stepped up. Boom, 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 boom." Now you eliminate her man. Is she still gonna be happy about Emmett and Keisha having a baby?
Because that's a tricky situation, because she's going to be hurt. So
of course she's gonna be hurt.
Going to be able to deal with nobody.
Yeah, so of course, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to deal with nobody new. So if I can't deal with nobody new, guess what? Always door number 2 is deal with somebody old.
But that's some nasty work if that's your MO.
What you mean? Now she just did it a couple seasons ago when she tried to sleep with the nigga during Valentine's Day. Her and Rob was in a relationship then.
But y'all are cool now, so I feel like she might be a little more. It might be a little more hate. I don't think.
No, I'm saying it'd be nasty work if that was Nook. Our whole idea.
No. You missing what I'm saying. No. I'm not saying Nook trying to get with Tiffany. I'm talking about
trying to free up. What's her name? Trying to free up Keisha to kill her boyfriend. So now that Emmett can go back to Tiffany. That's a wild. I don't think he thought that far, okay.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's what my brain went, because I'm just remembering their last words when Keisha told Tiffany that she was pregnant. That was the last little situation where that was one of the things she said why she was happy for Keisha getting pregnant, because she's like, yeah, cool. I got me a relationship. I'm happy with my man, whatever the case may be. He's stepping up. We building our relationship. Now he's going to be gone. When the next season come up, he ain't going to be here. Mm-hmm. And her only go-to relationship and friend and person that she got is Emmett.
It might be an issue if she find out that Nuck did it.
But for a fact she going to find out, because her and the mother's cool now.
Yeah. Especially knowing that it's Keisha's baby father.
Exactly. And think about how it ended, all of that conversation, because even just think about that conversation that Tiffany mom and Rob mother was having, like, oh, it's just so crazy how these kids is like today, and they so open and so honest with each other. Back in the day, you could never do nothing like that. So just think they like, if you really think about the side conversations that they was having, how that little him Nook killing Rob is kind of going to play into everything that they were saying, because you're absolutely right. How can me and Keisha can't be cool no more? Your baby father killed my boyfriend.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you're Emmett and Tiffany came to you and say, well, I need you to kill Nook because he killed Rob, would you do it? Because you said he been
No, because I don't
too-
think one. I mean, one
too
we.
daddy.
Think let's real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Emmett ain't built like that.
I know he ain't built like that, but if she came to you like, we need to take him out. He was the one who did it. I know he did it, and you the only person I can, can you do it for me?
I mean, I don't think he will. I just don't think he built like that. I do.
So you wouldn't. You be like, nah, I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it, but I don't just realistically. I don't see. He not built like that. I can't just see his character just piping up like for what he don't have. He kind of out of the clear. He owed dude a bunch of bread, so that's kind of off the table now. And unless Nook about to just start leaning on him for the money now, like now I'm taking all Duda's all the debt that people owed him. Like I'm strong arm in that now. Like I don't know. We don't necessarily know how his character gonna start carrying it now that he killed him, because I don't necessarily know if he want people to know he did it, or if he might want people to know so he can kind of put fear into people. Because look, he came and told Emmett and told Keisha, and it's just still so crazy where it was just like. I almost wanted to see like if Emmett tried to put his foot down, I was like, nah, you ain't coming in here to see your kid, how he was about to carry it, because his adrenaline was at a high rush. You told me he just smoked 2 people. So what was to say that he wasn't going to turn Emmett lights off the night? And even just look at how Keisha was looking at him when he was holding his son, like, it was just like, and it's just crazy. This is like, of course we don't know how she was thinking, because it's just like her looking at him, but you don't necessarily know, like, damn. Again, when I sit here and originally said it, it's the difference between being a protector and a provider. And that right there to know for a fact that dude who had literally, you gotta think about it. Dude almost killed her. So for your baby father to sit here and eliminate him now, no, let's be real. Most women, that's a turn on. Because Emmett was too pussy to do anything. He just, come on, let's just figure, let's just, like you trying to brush it up. Even when your mom asking you, hey, are you okay? Y'all got to kind of just brush all of this under the rug. This happened, and you just literally just wanted to go on about Thanksgiving dinner, and then, my baby father handled it. He really liked that. You a goddamn skirt. So, I mean, like I said, I really do want to see, I hope that wasn't the season finale, but again, I did also see people on social media saying that was the season finale. I mean, and which is cool. Like the way it ended, I wouldn't be mad if it's the season finale, but I do want to see how do you tie things up now? Like, how do the rest of the characters move? Because it's just kind of crazy. And then let's get into Thanksgiving dinner at the pastor's house. That one was extremely left. Like, that was one of the most disrespectful, most messiest goddamn Thanksgiving dinners I've ever seen in my life. Because it was just like, bro, Jacob just be doing too much. Like, that little nigga do not know how to stay in a child's place at all. He do not, and literally, he gonna say whatever he feel. And for him to just kind of even call out both of the pastors for begging for money, and he tell a white man, yeah, I see you on TV too. You be begging for money just like he do.
Because he's telling the truth. He's saying what people are thinking. Like they do. That's what they doing. They
No,
taking
of course.
advantage of the congregation.
And that's what he said. He was like, for people who haven't seen the episode, that was the first thing he was saying. He was like, well, so how you feel? Did you rich and your congregation poor? And then Papa tried to hit him with they rich in spirit. Like, anybody trying to hear that rich in spirit shit? Cut it out.
I don't know. And he was wrong for leaving his mother. Like, I feel like he was wrong for leaving his mother to go to the pastor's
Yeah, that
house.
was crazy.
Especially just like the first Thanksgiving since
With since your dad passed, that's crazy. And the goats where somebody you know for a fact your dad was beefing with, like your dad didn't like him. So for you to leave leave your mom to sit here and go up under this pastor that you know that she don't like his style of preaching, your dad didn't like his style of preaching, and for the very first holiday that y'all gonna have without him, you sit here and go to this man's house is crazy. That one was kind of crazy, and then the white dude hit him with the, I don't like. He said, "Man, you don't want to stay for what is it? Sweet potato pie." Nah, I'm more of a pumpkin pie type of guy. It was just like, all right. That they was dragging. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was crazy. That was disrespectful. But Jacob is Jacob, and then him even basing at the pastor's wife at the nigga. You ain't about to say. Are you serious? We got guests in here. You sitting here trying to kind of put you damn near almost feel like you putting your nuts on the table at my dinner table on Thanksgiving, letting people know that you and my wife had something going on. Like, that was the energy. And then what's her name? Oh yeah, Joma was there. She was there, and then it was just like, that was a lot, though. that dinner table was crazy. And then my only thing was, I mean, I guess they kind of showed like how everybody got their own separate family, but then they come together, because it was just like, all y'all already had Thanksgiving dinner. Why y'all all going to Rob house? But I guess it just showed everybody like. And I hate the brat character. I really don't like her character.
But you know, I remember, I think she was, you remember you said last time she was just big. She was probably pregnant.
Oh, when they shot that, yeah,
When
for
they
sure,
filmed it, yeah.
I just don't. She big as shit, but I don't like her. I don't like that guy. I just don't like her character. Like, and I felt like
I thought she was I thought she was somebody like I know not like I thought when she said we're gonna ride around the world in our Winnebago, I was like, I thought
yeah,
she
you know
was,
what I thought she was? I thought she was a truck driver at least. Because I'm like, all right, maybe she, you know what I'm saying? She working and she just wants you to come and ride with her while she doing deliveries or whatever the case may be. But you literally tell me y'all about to just travel the world in a Winnebago. Like what?
Yeah, I thought she was like they was like flying like for her job or something, like a Winnebago.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And I do one thing I do like what Keisha did, because Keisha felt the way, but she remembered in that therapy session that her mom complained about I had kids so early and I didn't get to live out none of my dreams or me wanting to travel and see other things. So she kind of was like, all right. She stopped herself. Like you could see she was ready to kind of go on her mother because she was like, bro, this don't even sound like you. But then I could feel like, because I remember that therapy session. So I know that, all right, you could tell Keisha, like she remembered it at the dinner table. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm happy for you, whatever the case may be. But her mom could just kind of read the energy and the body language where you could tell Keisha definitely wasn't happy with her mom sitting here talking about she about to just getting somebody Winnebago and travel the world. Because that's kind of just like, bro, what?
Yeah.
What was any other? I like the little moment that Emmett and his brother had. That was cool. Like, all right.
Oh, what's the brother? Like the brother is up I like, what is his purpose? Like, I think we talked about that last week. Like, what's your purpose?
Yeah, I don't necessarily know what his purpose is, but if I was Emmett, I would kind of really be pissed off at my dad. You made me get this nigga a job who the brother don't even like this dude. Or the brother feel like this dude trying to strong arm him and extort him, and you had me give him a job. Like, make this make sense.
But the father probably didn't know. You probably didn't know.
Yeah, but you could tell the energy though. That energy on that dude was still like that. He had that same type of energy with the father that he had with the brother. So it was kind of like,
but the brother was wrong for sleeping with the girlfriend. Why the dude was locked up for him?
Of course, but that's just niggas being niggas, and that's the sad thing. That is just like it was messed up, but it's just like to me that was more realistic than a lot of other things that be happening on the shop. That probably was like one of the most realistic things, and that's sad. But niggas do it. Because the sad thing is somebody gets sentenced to 6 or 10 years in your mind when you hear somebody say, oh, they got sentenced to 6 years. 6 years seem so long and so far away. And in your brain, you think you can accomplish so much in 6 years that you probably won't even be in the same area or the same zip code as these people. You feel like, man, 6 years from now, I'll be on a whole different type of time and I'll be in a different type of place or I'll be living somewhere different. It don't matter what I do because this person got to serve in 6 years, and in 6 years, hurry up and fly past. And then you kind of haven't accomplished what you thought you was going to accomplish. And now you got to look at this person eye to eye because like you ain't moving nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You really kind of, even with the dude, I felt like, bro, I did 6 years for this kid and he did nothing with his life.
Yeah. Like the father was kind of hype it up. Like he
was like, man, you do this time for him. He got a bright future. And then his bright future was like, nigga, what's his bright future? He working in a fucking fast food restaurant. And he really don't even earn his job. He only got it because it's his brother's restaurant.
Yeah.
So you just let 6 years just go to waste. Like I did 6 years for this little nigga for no goddamn reason. So I mean, it do happen. And then while we talking about how fast time goes, man, the crazy thing is 4th of July here. I mean, y'all listening to this, I'm sure. I mean, 4th of July will be in 2 days. And I always feel like 4th of July is like summer ain't over, but it's all like you better get your heads up. Like be paying attention. Like before you know it, the kids gonna be going back to school. So I mean, that's how I feel about 4th of July. 4th of July is one of them like holidays that kind of like heads up on. Like you got like a month or some change before you got to start getting kids ready back for school. Especially for people, if you listen to this in the South, they go back to school super early.
August.
Yeah, like the beginning of August. So you talking about, I mean, like I feel like July fly past after 4th of July.
Yeah.
Let that joint load up.
You gonna talk about Shaqire Richardson?
Oh yeah.
You talk about the 16-year-old boy.
What 16? Oh, he what did he win?
He made
it to the Olympics.
Yeah. The youngest male.
Because I did play that clip earlier of, I mean, USA will be, because what was Sha'Carri Richardson is one. Most of her, I think she already qualified, but it's a young man. His name is Quincy Wilson. He is 16 years old. He will become the youngest U.S. male track Olympian. So he is qualified. He will be going to the Olympics in Paris. So that is a huge deal. And again, shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson and her 3 running mates also that will be also representing the USA, and Simone Biles. She had one of those Simone Biles type of moments over the weekend as well. She gonna do what she always going to do. She absolutely, and that kind of go back. I did see some people. I seen a woman post a tweet. Her tweet was going viral, and she was like, "And y'all had the audacity to believe that this nigga said he didn't know who this girl was." Like, she did one of them crazy, like ridiculous, like OD backflips and whatever the case may be. And then also her and SZA had a little moment. I think it might have been something for NBC, because NBC is doing some kind of cool little stuff, because they are tying in music artists, because Cardi B and Sha'Carri Richardson got a I don't know if the interview was out. I think they were supposed to do like an interview, like they were interviewing each other, and then it was a clip of SZA and Simone Biles doing one. So I do kind of want to see the full interview of both of those, because I've seen the Cardi clip in her and Sha'Carri a minute ago, because I think Cardi posted it on her Instagram page, but it was like a minute, and like it was just like a little snippet of it. It wasn't nothing long. And then SZA had one where she was talking about how she used to be in gymnastics, yeah. So again, shout outs to Simone Biles, shout outs to this young man, shout outs to Sha'Carri Richardson. Black excellent. Sha'Carri Richardson is fast as shit. What was it, Joan? It was this weekend that passed, because it wasn't the one last week when she stumbled out the joint. It was the joint. Literally, it was this. I want to say it was a white girl she was running against. I can't remember. It was like 2 people. I know it was a white girl in front of her, and dog, it was like 2 people literally in front of her, and she walked them down so goddamn. I'm like, bro, it's no way in hell this girl that's that goddamn fast. Though she is literally that goddamn fast. Like, bro, Sha'Carri Richardson is a different level of type of fast. I feel like I thought I posted. Maybe I posted it in my junk and didn't send it to myself. But no, she fast as hell. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. Shout out to the Olympics. The Olympics do come on in August. And then, of course, for people who are following the WNBA will take an Olympic break. And that is a kind of a good thing, especially for some of those young teams. And people were so pressed for like Shorty to make the Olympic team. Like, bro, if you young, especially for that draft class that you literally came right off of a Final Four run, and then you had to play like 2 weeks later in the WNBA, like, bro, that break for them is going to help a lot of them out and be able to figure out what they want to do or whatever the adjustments that they can make to their game. So that will be sweet. I'm sure the men's Olympics will win whatever they're going to win. I mean, basketball-wise. I guess while we on sports real quick, shout out to the 76ers. The 76ers did get Paul George. They got Paul George. They also got Aaron Gordon, and they got, what's the big nigga name? Andre Drummond. So they did pick up all 3 of them in the free agency. So, I mean, on paper, the 76ers seem like they will be a powerhouse in the East to be able to really give the Boston Celtics some run for their money if they stay healthy. Because let's be clear, Paul George is somebody who's been dealing with injuries his whole entire career. Also with Joel Embiid, both of them, neither one of them can kind of stay healthy, especially when it comes to playoff time. So we will see how that play out. And shout out to the Knicks. The Knicks went heavy in on that. What the hell was the name of it? What's the college team that all of them niggas play for? Villanova, the Villanova boys. So for people who don't know, Mikal Bridges has officially became a New York Knick. They traded away like 6 draft picks to get Mikal Bridges. And when he first came to Brooklyn, he had some moments where he was like, damn, Mikal Bridges job, like holding it down. He needed to get out of Phoenix. And then the next season, it was kind of just like, it was like, damn, I forgot this nigga even played for them. And like, you got them, they ain't even got no real super name players, but what's the Lord dude called? Cam Johnson. Oh yeah, Cam Johnson. It was Cam Johnson or Cam Thomas? Cam Thomas, that's his name. Cam Thomas. Yeah, they got both of them. But yeah, Cam Thomas was the one that was shooting the 3 from like all over the place. But he was the one that was kind of carrying that team. He became the star of that team. Mikal Bridges kind of fell to the wayside, but maybe he just was unhappy because them niggas was happy as goddamn kids in the goddamn candy store when they figured out they got them. So they do have the Villanova boys. The Knicks will, and they re-signed OG and gave him a crazy bag. I do kind of see how they're going to figure it out with Julius Randle, because I do think Julius Randle, when we talk about team chemistry, Julius Randle probably is the odd man out. I do think they need to keep him, though, because Julius Randle is still an all-star, but Julius Randle kind of the last 2 years kind of been injury prone his damn self.
And they
So,
just lost the white boy.
yeah, they lost
Got paid to OKC $87 million.
He kind of earned it, I guess. I mean, and it kind of give them some, and it give OKC a body that's gonna kind of bang because let's be clear, Chad ain't banging with nobody. The only person that you will see Chet bang with is Wemby. Anybody else, Chet ain't trying to bang with niggas for real, for real. Chet trying to finesse it, trying to get his blocks, get his rebounds, and kind of keep away from banging. So I'm not mad at them for picking up. What's his name? Hartenstein. I ain't mad at them for signing him. And then the biggest news. The Warriors dynasty is over. The Warriors dynasty is officially over. Klay Thompson hit the adios button. He is out of there. He is now in the Dallas Mavericks. The Lakers did offer him $80 million for 4 years. They basically would have put him at $20 million, but he wasn't rocking. He was like, no, I'm not gonna take it. He was cool. So he is now the Dallas Mavericks, which teams him up with Luka and Kyrie. I don't necessarily know how that's going to work. We don't know what form of Klay is going to get. But as somebody who is a diehard Dirk Nowitzki fan, I'm happy for Mark Cuban. Screw everybody else. Screw Luka, screw Kyrie. I'm happy for Mark Cuban because it's for a long time. Because we talked about it on here. Mark Cuban could rap Jay-Z verses and all. And I was like, damn, why niggas don't never want to go play for Mark Cuban? Because let's be clear, even before all this modern technology, Mark Cuban was like the first owner that had like PlayStations in everybody's locker room, the TV. Like Mark Cuban was like the owner that, like, if you felt like if I was in the NBA, damn, I would want to go play for Mark Cuban, but he could never. Yeah, he always looked out. He always held his players down. He's just a super cool dude. And you kind of always wonder, like, damn, why he couldn't never get no free agents. Of course, then you hear, I mean, after Kobe passed, you got to hear the stories about how they almost had Kobe, but it didn't work out. But you never, like, they never, literally, Mark Cuban can never sign no free agents to come and play for Dirk Nowitzki. So for him to even be able to get Klay Thompson to come and play for the Dallas Mavericks, I'm just happy for Mark Cuban. Screw everybody else. I'm kind of disappointed in. If I'm the Lakers, I'm ready to fire Klay Thompson's dad. He is the voice of the broadcast for the Lakers. I'm like, damn, dog, your dad do the goddamn play-by-play. You couldn't take some bread and become a Laker, but I mean, it is what it is. If you asking me which one I would rather have,
that's too much. That's too much. Because if you left Golden State and then you go to the Lakers and then now you got that pressure. Well, you with LeBron, you couldn't do it with LeBron. He did the right thing by going. If I'm going somewhere else, I want to go where I'm not going to keep getting blamed for. And going to Dallas, you're not going to get blamed for because now you got Luka and you got Kyrie.
And you got Kyrie for sure.
But if you would have went to the
Lakers,
Lakers,
and with LeBron, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
I don't think they're gonna bother.
It is a lot of pressure, and I do just to me, I guess, and we can kind of, I think, move on. I just want to see how Steph gonna carry it now. You let your man, and I can't say you let your man go because the Warriors did offer Klay some bread a couple times. They offered him an extension last year, and I guess he wanted to bet on himself, and he probably had one of his worst seasons ever. So of course nobody ain't gonna pay you after you come and shit the bed. His last game in the elimination game, the nigga scored 0 points. So I'm not mad at the Warriors for not wanting to pay him, but I do feel like it's gonna put a lot of pressure on Steph because if Steph don't make the playoffs ever again in his career, you're gonna look nuts, dog. Like them 4 championships ain't gonna hit as hard if you never make the playoffs again.
I don't think he's gonna look that nuts because you still want it. You still want the person who will look the craziest is still the person who looks the craziest right now.
Draymond.
No, I think Kevin looks out of everybody.
But
because you ain't been back since you left Golden State. Everybody else, whatever case may happen, Draymond, Jordan Poole, all that nonsense. It's cool. We still stayed together. But for the main person who left everybody and you ain't been back since. That's why I say I feel like
but so okay. Then I hear what you're saying, but then I would sit here and say, so do you feel like? I guess my question would be, I guess then LeBron just always gets judged off of a different set of rules because let's be clear. People always kind of like I feel like people don't start judging Steph Curry until the Warriors start winning. But Steph Curry was in the league 6-7 years before they even made the playoffs. So them 6 or 7 years, I feel like everybody always forget about them early 6 or 7 years.
But that's when he wasn't healthy. That's when he was battling them ankle problems, and that's how they got him in that contract the first time.
Yeah, the first time. Yeah, of course, when they won the first couple of
championships,
championships, they had him with a super cheap
everybody
jump.
Goes through their moments or whatever, but I feel like when you look at this after everything is settled and done, the person with the biggest microscope on him will be Kevin. Because you chose to leave and you ain't been back since you left them. Everybody else, whatever happened, at least they rolled it out. They won another championship. And,
of course. But I do. I mean, and that may be the luxury of going back into when we was talking about Steph, when we was talking about even with the Shaq thing. I think that's kind of goes the luxury on the way his persona is. His persona isn't just like, he never calls himself the GOAT. He's a very humble person. So when you kind of play the humble role, it's easier for you to kind of avoid a lot of hard criticism. Because I even look at that sometimes when we talk about just even like rookies with the WNBA, I do kind of sometimes do feel a little bad for Caitlin and Angel, because it's like, damn, the rest of that class don't get no type of bump. Like, I mean, not like when I say bump, I mean they don't get no criticism. Everybody else get the rookie grace. Nobody don't care. Like, even think about Angel Reese went 7. What about the other 5 people that went between her and Caitlin? Like, they don't talk about that. I mean, of course, people was kind of like trying to force the Cam Brink thing, but that was more off of because how pretty she was. Ain't really had nothing to do with basketball. But it's just like for the rest of them, you kind of get to move up under a radar where people don't talk about you. And then again, for somebody like Steph, it's like you said, like you saying, well, all right, we still looking at Kevin Durant kind of funny because he ain't made it back. But it's still just like, nigga, every year LeBron don't make the, like, if people criticize ESPN for that all the time, they're like, damn, y'all keep talking about LeBron. He wasn't even in the playoffs. And that was one of the things, and you can kind of even tie that in to JJ Redick. It was a lady, when JJ Redick got announced to be the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, some lady tweeted, and it's so crazy because I always be wondering, like, damn, how sometimes do these random tweets go viral and get millions of, but she tweeted out and said, I never been called the N-word before besides this one time when I was working at Duke, and it's so crazy that this dude is now the head coach of the Lakers. And I think sometimes 2 things will happen when it comes to the N-word thing. It's like, how much do we actually like the white person, or how much equity has he built up in the black community that people kind of won't care or don't believe it? Or do people kind of almost, where it's like for a woman, it's almost like where they kind of hit her with the way people judge when it comes to the sexual assault stuff, where it was like, damn, why you wait so long? JJ Redick played it.
I call it cap.
A lot of people, but I mean, I don't know.
Because, look, I mean, Duke was not at that era, that during that time when JJ was him at Duke, thought that's most racist. Like, they said a lot of shit. Remember they used to yell fucking Delonte West, he had herpes because the little shit on the side of his mouth.
I mean, like I said, I don't.
So for you to say that, you to just come out now and be like, well, yeah, he did call me the N-word, but you was in Duke, where it's a country, it's a racist.
So you saying you calling cap? Are you saying that he did or he didn't say it? Because you.
No, I'm saying he it probably, but there is a place where I'm pretty sure it's get used a lot from the whites.
But so you believe he said it?
Yeah.
So but then my question is, why do you think people don't care that he said it?
Because it was in Duke. They know you Duke, I'm pretty sure, is known for getting off that type of stuff. The way they are in them games.
I hear what you're saying, but she went to Duke. She was saying she went to the school and she worked on the team. Like, she probably was like, I don't know, a person who kept stats or something. I don't necessarily know because I'm not about to listen to it. I told you, me and Marcus, we talked about this before. You talking about Jay? I didn't watch. No, I damn sure wasn't watching college basketball when JJ Redick went to Duke. Don't know, don't care. Like, JJ Redick is one of them niggas I look at like Austin Rivers. Like, you just a nigga that was just on one of them Clippers things. I don't necessarily, nigga, like, I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are.
Was him.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to him. I heard a lot of people listen to him saying. I hear a lot of people say JJ Redick was him when he went to Duke. Same way I hear a lot of niggas be like, "Oh, Austin Rivers was that nigga when he was in high school." Like, all right, well, them niggas was mad mid when they was in the NBA. I don't give a fuck about what you did in college. I don't care what you did in high school, nigga. When you got to the NBA, you was mid as shit. You was probably, both of them niggas probably a little less than mid. I feel like mid is almost damn near disrespectful to the word mid, comparing them 2 niggas to the word mid, because them 2 niggas wasn't even mid. Both of them niggas was just like, all right, you just in the NBA. Like, JJ Redick's podcast and him talking on ESPN, smoking Stephen A. was, them highlights of him smoking Stephen A. is 100 times better than any JJ Redick NBA highlight of himself. So, like I said, but I think people don't care. Like, JJ, and the crazy thing is, because JJ has took up for black people against, JJ pulled the Max Kellerman. That's what people was like, oh, Stephen A. wanted to get rid of Max Kellerman because during the shutdown and when a lot of the George Floyd issues and a lot of those stuff, Max Kellerman was more passionate in it talking about these black topics than Stephen A. was. So when First Take got rid of Max, that was one of the conversations that people brought up. And JJ kind of stepped in right where Max left off. But JJ is a little bit more beloved. JJ got his little NBA resume behind him. JJ is very well spoken when it comes to the X's and O's on basketball. So it was kind of like, all right, well, Stephen A., you kind of can't do nothing to JJ. And because, again, when I always talked about when all them people on ESPN lost their job, JJ got a popular podcast that don't got nothing to do with ESPN. And this was before the LeBron Jones. I'm talking about his own Jones and his chemistry with, I told you about his chemistry with him and Richard Jefferson. When they talk, like, it was their chemistry just perfect when them niggas just clowning on each other. So I do think JJ Redick has brought up enough equity where people kind of like, all right, if he said it when he was in college, this lady, or again, like I said, to me, it almost felt just like when some of these women were coming out on Bill Cosby or Diddy or whoever, when they was like, damn, it's been 15, 20 years. You never said nothing about these assault cases. And now you bringing them out. That's how a lot of people treated that woman when she came out and said that JJ Redick called her a nigga. It was like, why are you waiting This nigga, he had a whole NBA career for 15 years. You
And
could
he
have
was
called
on TV
for at
2
least for the
years.
last 3 years.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years. He been on TV, but now because he the
Lakers head coach. Now you say something. So
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of people
what I said.
a lot
I
of
feel like
people
that was
look
more cap.
a lot of people looked at that kind of funny. But again, like I said, shout outs to JJ Redick again from all of these cool things that people want to give LeBron James credit for. Hey, if the Lakers don't get them another free agent, I promise y'all, I ain't coming in here like. And the sad thing is, like in the back of your heart and your mind is like, damn, the year you get off the LeBron bandwagon gonna be the year these niggas just randomly end up lucking up getting a championship. Like I feel like that was what Golden State did. That year they beat Boston in the championship. You got the right path at the right time. You caught the right team. And I feel like the first year I get off the LeBron bandwagon and get off that LeBron drug is like, that's gonna be the year them niggas just end up getting lucky going to champ. I'm cool if it happened. I can live with it because I'm just like, if you don't get a good free agent, I can't go in the next season rooting for the Lakers. But I mean that happens. So let's kind of get back into some of this show I told y'all about last week with the balloon jump. This one was a police officer, and these women kind of did them dirty.
My name is Alistair.
Alistair, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
36. Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a deputy sheriff.
All right. Okay, and what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel. I like to go on trips.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just felt like sticking to the code. You know, I didn't have no problem with the law enforcement and whatnot, but I don't know, just feel like I should be sticking to a code, or, you know.
Okay. What do you mean by sticking to the code?
Just that's honestly like, you know, I just felt like everybody kind of reminded me and whatnot. So yeah, that's just life. So.
Sorry, I'm a little confused. Reminded you of what?
No, because you know, I'm just mentioning about him being in law enforcement, and so I just felt, although I don't see it as a problem, there's always been a history behind it. So I just would just follow that. I don't follow too many, but I'll follow that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So Alistair, is she someone that you would approach if you saw her out?
Yeah, I'm very respectable for every individual that I meet. I'm very respectable.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, let's go on back.
My name is Alice.
So it's literally like I want to say it was like 10 women right there. Every last one of them popped their balloon. Now her response was her answer was kind of like, all right, you really ain't had no real balls on your own. And she probably was the baddest one. And I felt like that's why she went to the lady. But all of them popped their balloon. And her answer was like, I kind of wanted to stick to the code. Of course, realistically, in deep down and who she probably is as a person, she probably really didn't care, but maybe she kind of was a follower and watched all the other girls. So some of the girls, as soon as he said sheriff, pop, 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 like they kind of just like, and it's a man, ooh, that would crush my ego, dog. If
I
I'm
was
in
about
a
to ask
room-
you, could you do that?
Man, nigga, I will be sick. My goddamn stomach will be in my butthole. Pause, no diddy. Like, nigga, all 10 of them, like nigga, that was pop, pop, pop. Listen to how fast they popped them. As soon as he said he was a sheriff.
Alistair, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
36. Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a deputy sheriff.
All right. Okay, and what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel. I like to go on trips.
Okay. And why did you end up popping?
Dog, what the nigga? They did not hesitate. Oh my god, dog. Do you know how embarrassing that was, though? And listen to what I'm saying. I gave that dog one thing. Let me tell you some shit. That's how messed up times we living in 2024. This man got a respectable career. Though, let's be clear. Police officers got some of the one that endless overtime they can get is ridiculous. So if you talking about you get you a goddamn police officer who willing to trick a bag, nigga, you gonna have them niggas up under your thumb and that goddamn their 401k, their goddamn health insurance, life insurance, all of that shit is fire. So that just let you know how fucked up the world is that we live in 2024. This nigga said he was a sheriff and every last one of them popped their balloon. And he tried to leave out, I like to travel, and this bitch is like, I don't give a fuck. Pop, pop, pop. Fuck you. Fuck 12. Get up out of here, dog. Dog, we live in some wicked ass times. I'm not mad at them for standing on principles. If you want to stand on business, whatever you want to call it. But goddamn, dog, that would hurt my heart.
Well, if you was having the balloon, what would make you pop the balloon first? I mean, like, what would something have to be for you to pop instantly? What would the girl have to be?
She be like, she got like 5 kids.
That would make you pop.
Yeah, that 5 kids shit is crazy, dog. 5. She be like, I got 5.
Anything else, you all right.
Yeah, man, she was like one of them 600-pound Life Jones. That shit be looking crazy. Like, I'll be, Y'all don't never. Maybe I just look at people too much, but y'all don't never look at like people and you can't even see their kneecaps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the back of their leg and that shit just it's not like they like you almost like damn, how do their legs even kind of like stick together? Like how they even hold together because you can't see nothing. Like that shit be dying. And I'm not even judging it off of like, yo, you need to be like skinny, but it's like, bro, that shit is unhealthy as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I look at that shit and be like, bro, do you know how unhealthy that is?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see that shit, you can't see you can't even see your elbow or you can't see your kneecaps and there's nothing there but just fat around your jaw.
Or your ankle.
Or your ankles. Oh my God, dog. Yeah, them two things. The 5 kids, and if you just can't literally see your knees and elbows, like bro, or you can't see your ankles, like that shit is crazy. And listen to me, I'm speaking as the older I get, you can feel them little days, like sometimes like in your knees, and it feels just like it may be like too much water in your knee. Like you can, like dog, the older you get, like you gotta take, like I can tell the difference between like if I wake up early when I wake up early and I can't feel it, my legs just feel fresh. I need to go. Like if the days I can't, I'm gonna go straight to the gym and at least do some cardio because my legs just feel fresh. And then if I wait until the evening, like after I work, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and then my knees just feel watery and no, I'm telling listen, and this is somebody I feel like I'm in great health and great conditioning. So I can only imagine motherfuckers who don't care and don't take care of their health. Like, nah, bro, I ain't signing up for that shit. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. That would be a hard hell no for me.
What would be you, department?
He just looked dirty. He looked dirty or just looked dirty.
That's why I say I seen a couple of them joints where they didn't even get to say a word and they just pop up. And there was one joint I seen with a dude, I guess he liked the friend. It was 2 girls left, and she was like, "Nah, you ain't," and popped her balloon too. But he was giving her motion, but she was like, "Oh nah, we together." So I was like, "Dang."
Yeah, I feel sorry for them niggas. I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on, you know this clip is.
A Canadian version of Fruit Loops that they undoubtedly produce in this country, in the US. They already make it and they already have the formulation for it here. And they ship it up to Canada. And yet the one that they sell here has red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, and BHT. All of those ingredients are not included in their international version of Fruit Loops. Why do they sell Americans the shittier, less safe version here? They've acknowledged that natural food colorings are less bright. Yeah. And when they're less bright, they're less attractive to children. Americans want the brighter cereal. That's what they say.
yeah.
And that's and here's the worst part, Mark. The worst part, in some of the food dyes cases, they're not fully banned, but they require a warning label, similar to the warning label you would have on cigarettes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the warning label says ingredients in this food product may impair your children's learning ability and may cause behavioral disorders in your children.
Right.
And then personally, both of my children are very affected by Red 40 in particular, where my son will come back from a birthday party and he'll be acting like a lunatic. He'll be jumping off the walls. He won't be able to sit still. And my wife and I will literally say to him, "Tyson, what did you eat?" And he'll say, "Oh, I had some Skittles," or "Oh, I ate some Charms Blow Pops," or "Oh, I had some Fruit Loops," or whatever it is. And when we remove the food dyes from their diets, it is a noticeable behavioral change.
Huge.
And there are countless parents that I have met that notice the same thing.
There's over 92 papers documenting the role of food colorings on autism, on behavior, on ADD, on mood, it's behavior disorders across the spectrum. It's quite fascinating.
They make
The crazy thing is, me even playing that, I probably should even pay attention to what he was saying because just my addiction to candy. And it's like, you hear certain things, you're like, damn, I don't even want to go that deep into that rabbit hole because then it just will piss me off on how bad I know the candy already is for me, and it just probably would make it 100 times. So he said the coloring thing, and it was just so funny when I just listened into it again, and I'm like, damn, I just said something about how bright the candy was in that bag of Safeway, and it's kind of just like, that shit is scary. Like, sometimes you don't be wanting to hear the truth for your goddamn self because it'll get tricky. Oprah had a joke where she basically came out and said at one point in time in her life, she felt like she was too fat, and it really was getting to her because Olivia Single kept making jokes about her. I wish I could find the clip, but I was listening to it on the Breakfast Club.
I remember them doing the skits, but when was she fat? I don't never remember Oprah being fat, but I do remember them skits they used to do on A Living Color.
Yeah, them shits was so crazy. And that's when we talking about the BET Awards and you just hear different little things. I'm like, bro, we live in such a soft time. Like, even when people were sitting here saying, like, people kept saying, oh, Taraji was so cringy and this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, nothing to me what she was doing was cringy, but I'll just be like, bro, that's the times we live in. Because, dog, I ain't gonna lie, them A Living Color, like you said, I remember them A Living Color Jones, bro. They was going crazy on everybody, not even just on Oprah Winfrey, on Mike Tyson, on whoever. Like nigga, they was smoking shit on it. Michael Jackson, Jamaicans, like nigga, they did not care, nigga. No, it was not off limits for nobody on them A Living Color Jones. But I kind of felt bad for Oprah because she was just like she skipped out on the party because she felt too big. And the crazy thing is like that is one of the things that I could relate to because I've skipped out on like even just certain times if it's like. In your mind, like when I seen, and what made me even think about this when I heard this Oprah John, I seen they already was promoting for R&B only. I believe that's the name of the show, yeah, and it's coming in November. I want to say it's coming like the same week of Thanksgiving, and they was already promoting it. It was like, oh, it's like a 40% off, whatever, or the ticket sales. I seen it like they was promoting it on Instagram, and I just thought about how many times sometimes like I'll miss out on certain jumps because it'd be like. When you go out sometimes, like even tying it into when I was talking about the go-kart thing, I like in your mind, you kind of already know how you personally want to look like in an outfit or how you want to present yourself when you go out certain places. Because you feel like for me, somebody, I don't want to waste money. So I feel like if I want to go to somewhere, I want to look like to the T's on how I feel like I should look out in public. So I can feel like it'll make it even easier if I want to shoot my shot at women there. Because I don't want to go somewhere and then I got to wait and go back home and be scrolling on Instagram. If I go out in public and I'm going somewhere where it's going to be a bunch of women, in my brain, it's like, nigga, you shouldn't go there if you can't pull a bunch of women. So if you kind of just don't feel physically up to par where you feel like you should look, or your clothes ain't fitting the way you want them to fit, or you don't got nothing, like you feel like, damn, I ain't really got no outfit I could pull off that's really going to look like, damn, you look like him. I do feel like I skip out on certain things. So when I heard Oprah say that she skipped out on going to a party because she felt too fat, I felt her on that one. Like I get like the Living Color thing, that was kind of crazy, but I understood her mentality when it came to just thinking of like, damn, I kind of just didn't look up the par, so I skipped out on going to a popping party. And this was her, like this was like 1980 or something. So I mean, shout out to Oprah for that one. I can respect her pain on that one. Let that pot load up. I mean, you look through some of these topics and we can get ready.
A female rapper. A lot of talk about Sexy Red and her content. She gets a lot of back.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I am so
Back.
a female rapper. A lot of talk about Sexy Red and her content. She gets a lot of backlash. You know, people feel like it's too vulgar or, oh my God, the kids are listening to this. What are your thoughts when you see things like that?
Nothing that we see is really new. And so, you know, we've all lived through the advent of My Neck, My Back, Trina,
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was gonna
Kim,
see Kyle make a post this
Foxy,
week.
you know, so we lived that. So nothing surprises us, I don't think, as an artist, as a creator. Everyone's always pushing the limits and the boundaries, but also she didn't pop out of a planet. She came from a neighborhood where this is how they speak to one another. This is how they communicate. And so this is definitely art imitating life. And I think it's important for people to know that it appears to me that she's being herself. Whenever you're being yourself, like, how can anybody argue with
As though you are a female.
You know, the crazy thing is, I guess, of course, like I said, when I see sometimes that I just, you know, I know I like to watch girls' stories, and I just see how many just random Sexy Red songs that girls be using on their Insta story, and I be like, that's why I know for a fact it's easier for me to be like, all right, it's probably about to be a dub for Ice Spice, because you don't see that with Ice Spice. Like, and I feel like them two kind of like, to me, is like, they almost like the same person, kind of, but they not. Like, one is more authentically their self than, because I know at one point in time people wanted to compare Glorilla and Sexy Red, and I feel like, especially after this year, I feel like you kind of know that you can't compare them to. And I do think both of their lanes is very kind of still different. Like, their audience is the same, but I feel Sexy Red lean more into the baby mom, ratchet baby mamas, where Glorilla don't got no kids, so she kind of can't lean into that lane. And I think that's why it's kind of completely different. But I'd be so surprised. I'd be like, bro, how can't even like even I even think Sexy Red got like a birthday song now. I think I've seen girls posting for it was their birthday.
On the album.
It's on that Joan. It's a birthday song. Yeah, I've heard girls play. I've seen multiple girls, like literally, especially over the weekend, use the Sexy Red Joan. I just be like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get rid of her. I know I can tell you can almost pencil in Ice Spice ain't gonna be here by the holidays. And I mean like the winter holidays. She ain't gonna make it. But Sexy Red, I don't know if you can get rid of her, dog. She gonna be here for a second. And that's the crazy thing, is she's still gonna be here for a second. And that is kind of one of the wild things. But I guess it's tied in before we get out of here. Just a couple more little relationship clips. And I do want to play this clip, Gunna giving Boss Man D-Lo some credit. Matter of fact, before I play this relationship, Joe, I do want to play this because
Did you see the shit that happened at the BET Awards?
What happened? Oh, with the dude calling Gunna a rat? Yeah, that's LA niggas just corny. Oh, matter of fact, because we just talked about Sexy Red. I'm tripping.
I hate that bitch Sexy Red. I promise you, I hate that girl. I hate her. I hate her. I wish somebody would make a diss record against her ass. I think I'm about to write a diss. I don't like that bitch. I don't like her at all. Like, she be single-handedly playing in y'all face. And I said to myself, who the fuck is her fan base? This is why I hate when y'all listen to her music. Like, y'all keep saying, like, yeah, man, but the beat hit. I don't give a fuck how much the motherfucking beat hit. Let me tell you something. Every time I hear that bitch in my motherfucking car, I turn her shit off because I know she detrimental to the black community. I know she motherfucking influencing young girls to pop they pussy open for a baby. I know that's what that bitch doing. And in the same breath, she's influencing these young girls to be ratchet, nasty, and trifling. And then she's telling y'all that y'all got carpet hair. So not only is she's influencing y'all to do that, but she's also insulting y'all at the same time. I hate that bitch. I promise you. I hate the fact that social media make everybody famous. I hate this. That's why every time I see one of my sisters going in on that bitch, I repost, share, like, comment as much as I motherfucking can. As much as I can. If y'all women up here got younger girls, okay, and within their teenage years, please talk to your girls. Please talk to your teenagers about this bitch. Make sure you tell them that this is not the way to go, because that's her fan base. Because everybody that I talk to don't really like her. So I be trying to figure out who is her fan base. It's these younger girls. It's these younger girls with fam. She is going to tear y'all daughter's self-esteem down. Keep fucking letting your daughter listen to this. I'm finna say some crazy shit. Keep letting your daughter listen to this bitch and see what happens. She gonna tear your daughter's self-esteem down.
All right, so the only thing I disagree with her is I don't think Sexy Red fan base is just kids. I think it's a lot of women in their 20s and their 30s, and it may even be a couple in their 40s who still think they're young. They listen to Sexy Red. I don't think it's just a bunch of young girls or young teenage girls is listening to Sexy Red, because I don't follow nobody barely even in their 20 anything. Majority of the women I follow are in their 30s, and I literally told y'all over the weekend I didn't even know that she had a birthday song on that album. But I seen people keep playing, and I kept just saying, like, damn, it's just these random ass Sexy Red songs that women keep finding, keep using in their Insta stories or whatever the case may be. So I do hugely disagree with her when she's basically almost downplaying what Sexy Red got going on, saying it's just something for the kids, because I don't think it's just a kid thing. I do think it is a lot of older women that listen to Sexy Red. So, I mean,
you think it's more older people than it is the younger?
I mean, I think I don't think they're as young as she's saying. Like, I don't think it's a bunch of teenagers listening. And if we saying young, I think young is like 25, 26, 27. But I don't think it's a bunch of like 16 to 17. You're like, no shade, but I think it's more young kids. I think it's more young girls who listen to Nicki Minaj than it is to listen to Sexy Red. The sad thing is, and what seem crazy, I guarantee you there's more 30-year-old women who listen to Sexy Red than listen to Nicki Minaj. That shit sound crazy. Like, it'd be like, nah, no way in hell, because Nicki older. But I promise you, there's a lot of single 30-year-old baby moms who want to get that energy back, and Sexy be giving them that energy. Like, they can listen to that shit and it can pipe them up on some different level, ignorant shit. And I'm not a single mother, so I can't sit here and say when I hear it, it trigger and make me do something that's like, I get it though. I'm paying attention to how women use it. And I can tell it just trigger that little, I hate my baby father, you bitch ass nigga. I'm about to turn up this weekend. And that's the shit. When they listen to Sexy Red, it give them that type of energy. It's like, give me a little bit of liquor and some Sexy Red and this fuck my baby daddy. I'm going to find me one of these tricking ass niggas outside this weekend. And that's how Sexy Red make you feel. She got a song called Fuck My Baby Daddy. And I've seen mad girls use it whenever they were about to go out for the weekend. I ain't got my kids. Fuck my baby. That, like, bro, what 16-year-old can relate to that? No 16-year-old can't relate to that shit. What 16-year-old got a kid? Someone fuck their baby daddy. No, that's for grown-ass women. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna clip this up. I'm gonna cut it up. I guarantee you, there's more 30-year-old women who listen to Sexy Red than it is to Nicki Minaj. I don't care. It sounds nuts, but I'm just telling you what the facts is. Because I don't even know when the last time I seen somebody use Nicki Minaj songs for a goddamn Instagram story or reel or TikTok or anything. But I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Boss Man D-Lo. I want to play this clip of Gunna real quick.
And now, like, I be going Boss Man D-Lo like a motherfucker. Like, he hard. I know they're not all the words, bro. Like, for real. Like, that get me in a pocket. I just feel good. I've been on his wave. Right now, like,
and to me, it do make sense because of the type of music Gunna make and the type of music Boss Man D-Lo make. And I say this a million times when I talked about Boss Man D-Lo. It's just like, bro, he is, and it's so crazy that he is a one of one in 2024. He just make get money trapping music. And there's not too many, it's not none, to be honest. Like, we talking popular, it ain't no popular rappers who make money, make music to get money to make you really like, damn, I need to get some bread, make you want to spend money, make you want to get money. Like, that's Boss Man D-Lo's lane. And I do kind of want to see, like, I hope Boss Man D-Lo don't fall into the politics thing, because I seen him and Lil Baby shoot a video. The song ain't out yet. But if I'm Boss Man D-Lo, shit, nigga, I'm getting me a Gunna feature because it only makes sense. And I kind of feel bad for Offset because him and Gunna keep trying to get, like, they didn't put out 2 songs and both of them shits was kind of like mid as hell. Like, they was just like, all right, whatever.
Whose songs are they? Are they Offsets?
I want to say they all, I mean, I don't know because they just put them out as singles, but I'm sure they probably are Offset songs. Well, the last one was on Gunna Project.
Yeah,
so
the last one was on Gunna Project.
So yeah, I don't know. But both of them songs just been like, all right, whatever. Like, it ain't been nothing that I can actually be like, I care about. Did you like the Jeezy verse on the JT jump?
Yeah. But I don't get it. Like, I feel like nowadays that's a whole new song if she changed her verse. If she did the
But for what though? I mean, I think she put a whole new verse on the extended version when she did Sugiyana.
Yeah,
so how many more verses you want for a non-rapping motherfucker to put out?
But I think the song will catch more legs because, like, that, once all right, I hit Jeezy part and I'm turning off.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I feel like you're a JT fan. If you already like that song, I feel like you're gonna still listen to it with Jeezy on it. Like, I don't feel like Jeezy being on the song didn't hurt the song. I feel like it only could help the song.
Yeah, that's why I say I would get a whole new verse for it. But I did fuck with that.
It was one more clip I wanted to play. Matter of fact, let me.
The deadly shooting in Soho. The 31-year-old victim gunned down early this morning outside several luxury stores. And now police are trying to figure out if it was a random or targeted attack.
We'll turn things over to Fox 5's Lisa Evers. She's live at the scene in Soho. Now, Lisa, we're hearing that you have some new information about this victim.
Yes, we do, Natasha and Bianca. We've had the name of the victim since early this morning. However, we did not release it. According to the law, we wait for the family to be notified and to be notified that that's happened from the NYPD, which has just confirmed the name. The victim of this terrible shooting here in Soho at around 5:15 this morning here on Green Street has been identified as 31-year-old Javier Osorio Mejia. He is from Bayonne, New Jersey. He is the father of a 2-year-old baby. And also, as we are learning hour by hour, he is a very, very well-known figure in the sneaker world, connected to athletes, connected to hip-hop artists, connected to other celebrities, A-list.
And tonight with a deadly shooting.
And so they have been coming out. Some of the people have been coming out here mourning their loss. Now, what detectives have told us and what sources have been telling us all day is that the shooter fired at him, and then they made their getaway in a black SUV, but they left his cash, which was all over the sidewalk, as well as a brand new Range Rover behind. Green Street in Soho, usually known for swank shops and luxury lofts, turned into a deadly crime scene crisscrossed with police tape early Tuesday morning. Sources with direct knowledge of the investigation tell Fox 5 that the victim was shot 3 times in his right leg, at least one of those bullets piercing his thigh. He was rushed to Bellevue, but did not survive.
When all the shops and everyone clears out sort of after like 7 p.m., I don't know what happens down here. I'm sorry, I'm just like looking over there.
Celebrities, and so they have been.
The blood, that's terrible.
NYPD detectives and crime scene investigators spent many hours going over the scene in search of clues. My sources tell me significant ballistic evidence was recovered from the apparent ambush. Detectives also recovered cash that was left on the ground, along with the victim's trademark lime green Nike sneakers. Sources tell me the victim had a thriving business selling rare, high-end sneakers to an A-list celebrity clientele.
It's my feeling that this is not indigenous to a change in Soho. I mean, there's a change.
Okay, rest in peace to that gentleman. I just wanted to play it because I did see it, and then it just kind of reminded me of the Sean Taylor incident that happened a few years ago. Of course, here in the area, Sean Taylor was a popular player for the Washington Redskins, probably one of the most popular Redskin athletes, and he lost his life as well in a leg injury. And because you kind of, when you hear people get shot, you kind of never think that it'll go left over a leg injury. And it'd be so crazy when you be like, damn, he only got shot in his leg and he still died. Like when I heard that story, it kind of just made me remember Sean Taylor. And then like I said, this guy was a popular, he got like endless sneakers. Like I just looked at some of his stuff and it was like, oh, he was real live, had really the sneaker plug for real. So rest in peace to that gentleman. Real quick, just to switch gears real quick, because I can't believe after we talked about Shaq and I forgot that, though. That's your man. I kept telling you, though, that is a freaky guy. That's the 69 God for real. Shaq don't miss no type of goddamn opportunities to sit here and show you how freaky he is. So for people who don't know, I did play this clip, and I'm going to play it one more time just to show y'all this who Shaq linked up with over the weekend.
Give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me? Give him that huck. And spit on that.
Like I said, Shaq don't miss no moments. So Shaq did link up with the Hawk to It girl over the weekend, bro. Shaq is a freaky nigga, dog. God damn, old man. Go, that nigga need to go get neutered or something. Like that is one horny ass nigga. And while we talked about last week, we talked about Fulio and Young and Ace. And Young and Ace did put out another song. I think the other song was kind of corny. I'm just like, all right, bro, you should have just rocked out with that one song. The song was actually, that Do It song was actually a good song. You should have just left out with that, but he wanted to overdo it, put out another song. And this is the craziest thing, and this is why I wanted to talk about this story. Because somebody in Fulio family still running his Instagram account. And they commented on the post. So, of course, they comment on the post. Now the post can go viral because they posted, like, I forgot what they said. Something trolling, like the song was trash or some shit. And then, of course, we're just going to catch everybody off guard. Like, oh, this nigga dead. Why the hell? How he in the comment section? And then, of course, it led on to later on that week, they were posting old promo videos. So whatever, somebody may have already paid them, or shit, somebody might even DM them or reached out to them like, hey, we'll pay y'all some extra bread. Y'all still got the password, because this happened after the comment. So, of course, people looking at the page like, damn, this page still active. And they posted a promo video. Like, he did a promo cut for somebody's, I forgot, it might have been like a weed shop or something. Like, I'm like, bro, that's again when I sit here, and the reason why I wanted to talk about it is just to even double down on, is the likes and views worth it? Because then you need money. Because obviously you need money. Though somebody has literally got their life taken and y'all still posting promo videos is disgusting, dog. You know how desperate that say we need money?
I seen the Undertaker joint.
And then they posted, somebody posted today, my grandma know voodoo, and then posted an Undertaker meme of him coming out of the casket. I'm like, bro, y'all doing a lot. Like, let this man rest in peace, bro. Like, that shit is just like, dog. When we talk about bad parenting and all of that, that shit going hand in hand.
But my only question though, if he still got money tied to them posts and all that, and you got to pay for it, is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you got to pay for it, you got to pay for it. Like, if you don't want to come on the internet and be begging people for money, and that's a way that you can get some money, because I'm sure after somebody see you post, if I had a business or I had a video of him already promoting my stuff, I'm not mad at the company for sitting here and say, shit, I got an extra 10, 20 bands, because everybody and their mother gonna see it, because this page ain't supposed to be posted up, because this boy supposed to be dead. So I mean, because guess what's gonna happen now? And I apologize how screwed up my brain is and how screwed up America is. But just think about it, dog. That's the best marketing you're gonna get. Because you know why now? Because now every blog page, academics, Say Cheese, all of them gonna pick up. Oh, look at this video he posted from, like, he supposed to be dead and he's still running promo ads. So now I got a free promo on his page. Now I got free promo from academics and Say Cheese and No Jump and all of them, because they reposted the video of this boy supposed to be dead while he's still doing promo videos. So yeah, I mean, you're right. If you left me with no money and I still got to pay for funeral and we still got bills and stuff to pay, I'm not mad at them, but it's just disgusting that they got to do it. I understand it. I'm not trying to judge them, but it is nasty work. But I'm not mad at them, especially if they paid you a bag, and I'm not mad at the company for offering them the bag, because I mean, shit, it worked, because we wouldn't even be talking about it right now.
Because I mean, what's the difference of them putting music out? Same thing.
I mean, it is the same thing, but I guess people just look at it crazy because it's promo. It's like,
but then that's my only thing. It's just like, 9 times 10, a lot of them don't run their own page. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, of course, he's not that big of an
artist that you would feel like he still will run his own page, but it's so realistically, it make you feel like it's probably just a fan. John, it was a dude talking about promoting. Maybe I ain't sending it to you. I thought I did. One more. Matter of fact, I do want to play this clip of this dude from Atlanta talking about this Trump situation. They finessed him.
For more than a decade, I really take pride in my business. Rocky Jones says he has welcomed everyone to his Atlanta barbershop. Customers from all backgrounds and walks of life. Mind my business, serve, give back haircuts to the community, and have good conversations. It's never been about politics. His business, he says, has never been the site of a political event until Wednesday, when prominent Republicans packed inside the day before the highly anticipated presidential debate in Atlanta.
I hope I'm being well represented.
Former President Donald Trump even calling in at one point. I feel like I've been betrayed. Days before the debate, Jones says someone who he thought was a friend reached out to him about being the host site for a small Black business roundtable. He says there was never any mention this was a political event. Jones adds he never heard from a Trump campaign representative either. I asked him if the timing of the event raised any flags this would be political. I honestly didn't think about it. It was just, once you say Black small business, give back to the community, it's like, okay, I'm doing it. Jones says he feels used. Just be aware that it is election season and the timing seems a little suspect. That's why he's warning other business owners to have a healthy dose of skepticism. Even though I trusted that person, I didn't really do the research I should have done, but now I'm letting everybody else know that you need to be aware of these calls. For more than
So for people who don't know what happened, this was a Black barbershop, a Black-owned barbershop And the dude basically he got finessed. Somebody reached out to him. I thought that wasn't the whole clip, but that was, I mean, basically the gist of the story. They basically called him, reached out to him like, hey, we trying to have like a little round table for black businesses in the Atlanta area, whatever area he lived in. Can you get some people together and let's just have a little meeting or something? But realistically, it was a Republican jump. So whoever reached out to him, they was a part of the Republican Party. They did whatever for Trump. And then in this I'm sure they got cameras out there recording, whatever the case may be. Trump call in, do a voice. He didn't even come in there. He just did a voice phone call. Boom, boom, boom. They got him on a microphone talking, blah, blah, blah. Of course, the people were recording it. So now they go out, and then people kind of was just like, oh, we cool. You support Trump. We not coming out banging with you no more. And niggas ain't coming to get his head cut. And like I said, in the longer form video, he was saying how it's slow, like business has slowed up for him ever since this footage came out. Like, and he just hoping that people forgive him and business kind of started to pick back up. Now, I don't necessarily know if he being truthful, if somebody really finessed him, or he real life knew it was going to be a Trump situation and he just thought his community was just going to look the other way and really didn't care. But my question is, do y'all think it's okay for people to kind of just be like, nah, I'm good off of supporting your barber? Like, I couldn't imagine, like, that was my barber and it was just like, I'm real live, like one of these niggas is super loyal to my barber. I can't sit here and say I'm not going to get my hair cut just because my barber had some Trump thing at his barbershop.
But I think it all depends on how wild or whatever that he, they released him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something real wild, I don't know if you can really, because I can see where a lot of people will frown. I mean, how many people do it now? How long you gonna? It might, a couple of days might blow over, a month. It might blow over.
And that's what he was saying in the end, like in the longer John. He was like, he hopefully maybe in a couple of weeks or a month or so, people will kind of, forget about it.
Yeah, I feel like people take politics very seriously, so it could affect. It would affect something like that for some people that take it real serious. Maybe not long term.
Yeah, probably not long term, but you will be surprised how many people take it serious. And it's so like, I'm one of them people where I tried to like listen to a bunch of, I listen to Candace like every night because Candace Owens do have one of those voices where she's very soft spoken. Like, I'm a person at nighttime. I couldn't even listen to myself, and I couldn't listen to somebody like a Stephen A at nighttime because it's just like our voices are just too loud, it's too energetic. Even if I'm listening to a pastor, like I couldn't listen to TD Jakes or Jamal Bryant at nighttime because sometimes it's like, and don't be like TD Jakes kind of start off low, but like somebody like Jamal Bryant, he start off like extremely aggressive and loud all the time. So even at nighttime, I try to listen to like politics or something just to try to like refresh my brain and try to figure out what's going on. But even when I still listen to it, or even when I hear something, like even with the Trump thing, with the black jobs thing, it was crazy because me and a homegirl of mine had the same conversation maybe a couple days before he even said it. And then when he said it, I was just like, I almost get what he was saying, but then I hate that so many black people felt like, oh, what you mean by black jobs? Like, nigga, you know what the fuck he mean. Like, stop acting but I get it that some people feel like they too, and I think the sad thing is so many black people feel like they're too good for them jobs now. So now you see him saying, oh, what's a black job? But we said that same thing a couple weeks, what was it, like maybe a month ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, when we was talking about Six Flags, like how you go to Six Flags now. Back in the day when we was young, it was nothing but black kids graduating from high school. The first thing you want to do, or even when you was still in high school, was go get a job at Six Flags. But now it's to the point where it's like you go there now. I keep telling you, there ain't nothing but a bunch of foreigners that work at Six Flags. So that's to me one of the things when I'm saying, like, when you talking about what's a black job, like, dog, we used to know what a black job was. Like, your kid, when we was kids, nigga, we used to work at McDonald's. Go to a McDonald's now, you will be surprised. I'm not so surprised. It will be almost like a needle in a haystack if you go into a McDonald's and it's not more Spanish people working in it than it is McDonald's. So for people to get upset, like, oh, what's a black job? Your 16-year-old ain't got no job at all now. So the jobs that y'all act like, and because guess what trickles down? What they see on social media, people down talking this job and that job. Oh, you work here, this, that, and the third. Like, I even seen people try to, like, and a girl had a tweet to go viral, and she was like, oh, y'all just mad that you can't get your kids, y'all can't get y'all kids a job at FedEx like LeBron James got his son. Like, people was like, damn, what's wrong with a FedEx job? So that's my point, where so many people try to shit on jobs where it makes it seem like, what's a black job? You know exactly what the fuck a black job is, or jobs that black people used to have, but now y'all have, because of social media, you done shit it and down talk every goddamn job now. So if it's not a quote unquote a good job, it's just not, oh, nobody, we don't want to work at them jobs. And now that's what Trump was saying. It was like, oh, well, all the immigrants coming to take them jobs. Yeah, all the jobs that black people shit on now. So I understood what he was saying, but then I just was like, why y'all getting so fucking mad? That's why I can't, like, the crazy thing is how people feel about politics. I feel like that about fucking my favorite athlete. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Don't do nothing to me. It don't make me upset. It don't, when he talk, I don't care. It doesn't that shit does nothing for me. But I would get mad. I cut a motherfucker off. Like if I'm listening to some black people and they start talking crazy about fucking Angel Reese or Lamar Jackson, man, cut this shit off. I don't want to hear what the fuck you supposed to be black. Bitch, defend our people that's actually for us. I will cut that off before I get upset about hearing somebody talk about politics. But you're absolutely right. Some people take that shit as serious like it's their religion. I just don't. Like, cause I don't even understand it enough to take it like it's my religion. So I mean, I don't know, but I get that people get upset about it, and that black job shit I seen, like it was trending and niggas made it a thing. Like y'all so goofy, dude. That shit is just weird to me. Like, bro, y'all you trying to make something funny, like what's a black job? Y'all know exactly what a fucking black job is. It's the job that y'all down talking shit on all day long. Them the jobs that niggas work in, bitches like Ebony K. Williams, I won't date a bus driver, and I won't Drake. Y'all know exactly what a black job is. You knew exactly what the fuck he was talking about. Y'all try to flip it like he said some racist shit. No, it's the jobs that y'all down talk on all the time. And now he absolutely right. You go in them stores, you go into them restaurants now, ain't nothing but a bunch of Spanish people that work there. The jobs that we used to be happy as hell to have. All right, well, cool. It is what it is. I know what he said. Y'all know what he said, but I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to Trump. Fuck him and fuck y'all. Let that load up. Maybe we can get into power. I want to play this.
And so, like, you got to be interesting.
Oh, where my man Young Trey at?
When you're
show the lane. Straight to the left. Oh yeah. Nah, I was looking for
excited to be
with Scarlett.
Nah,
here in support of.
I can't even play because they got this.
When you're
Nah, it was a clip of Young Dro sitting here saying he wanted when they was asking him who would he want he'd do a remix or redo Shoulder Lane, and he was basically like Lotto. I do fuck with how Atlanta really support her. Like they really kind of like they do her right for real. Even when she performed did the Usher Joan yesterday, like she literally had Usher real chain on. Like I was just like, damn, I like how Atlanta really just kind of ride for her and really support her for real. Because I don't even think they ever even had a female rapper to actually even do that with. So it's kind of tight now that they got one, they do it.
The Brat?
Yeah, but the Brat was out before most of them niggas was out.
No, but I'm just trying to think of Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, the Brat. If you're talking about not in a group, the Brat will be probably the only other Atlanta female that before. Because I mean, like,
who else is Atlanta female?
They actually had like outside of just a. Because I mean, Rashida had Ace on back in the day with Ludacris.
Yeah,
the Brat was Chicago.
Oh, you right. The Brat is from Chicago.
She was with JD.
She was with JD, and that's why we thought Atlanta. So yeah, so you're right. So they ain't never had one. Like who is Lotto? May be the first and only one. And it's damn, I hate like, bro. And it's sad because you just like you can't do. I think you realistically, unless you are real live, mentally smart and ready for it, you can't balance the relationship and the kid shit or the relationship and the rapping shit. It just don't work for females. Like that shit make them fall off so bad. And because I'm just thinking about it, I'm like, damn, they all like light skin Keisha almost had it. Like at one point in time, like right, I'm talking about like at the very beginning, light skin Keisha was bigger than Lotto. And just look how bad she just let that shit go to the wayside because you was like, I ain't trying to make it like she was chasing behind a nigga, but I think you get in them relationships and you just get so happy in that relationship and you so in love that you lose that hunger for that bread and that drive. It just go to the wayside. Like, damn, like niggas don't even lust over light-skinned Keisha no more. And I was one of them niggas. Like I was feel like I was the lead in the brigade of like, yeah, light-skinned Keisha, that girl. And it was kind of like, all right, bitch, you married now and you got a kid, fuck you. And I feel like everybody else kind of fell right in line. The women, the men, everybody who was supporting her was kind of like, all right, bro. Like, niggas ain't checking for it. I can say the same thing with Cash Doll. It's kind of like, all right, you keep, hey, I'm happy, I'm pregnant. Like, all right, fuck you too then, bitch, bye. Like, where the single bitches at? Like, but it sounds funny and I know it sounds crazy, but let's be real. Like, look how long Cash Doll been trying to knock on that door and then just like, she just like how many girls just came from out of nowhere and bypassed her and moved on, and she kind of still just like, all right, it's just Cash Doll.
But was she? I mean, I think she had a few songs, but was she like popping like that? Her music?
No, her music never was popping, but it was just like for both of them, I feel like you got on a popular TV show. You had a character that people really like people love light-skinned Keisha on Power, but it was just like you didn't capitalize on that moment. You kind of just like you had that moment and then you just got happy in your relationship. Where if I'm light-skinned Keisha and I'm on Power every week and people love my character, like, and she wasn't even like she was having like. She just had her moments every episode. Like people, like she was one of the stars on that show. For in that classroom, she was going crazy, and it was like you should have been dropping music, projects, and everything consistently. Why this show is why you having your moments, like why you posting clips from the show. I would have been still feeding the people music, so people who new to my page or new to seeing me, or I'm going viral for whatever I said on this show, niggas would have been known about my music.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep, I think we're right. That's the only female rapper
from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at everybody. It's nobody. You know, the Asian. I think you just said Asian dog. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no other big name that I seen come up besides Diamond. But
she was in a group, and they was literally. I mean, it was what like one hit wonders that were keeping it in a buck. So I mean, yeah. Shout out to Lotto. Shout out to Atlanta for allowing her to be there one, like, and them to kind of still actually get behind her. Like that to me is tight. Like I said, even for her to have a real Usher chain, like she even did a little clip, like, yeah, it is really Usher chain, and yeah, this did in the third. So I do like that. I do want to play this clip real quick, and then we can get into Power.
Many other areas to be mysterious, and that's usually the issue to me is like a lot of these artists aren't interesting enough to try to hide things from the public, right? It's like, no, at this stage, you need whatever little piece of information might get people hooked. That could be how you look. That could be your backstory. That could be your situation. It's like, but the artists that we do see even attempt to do it moderately well, let's say like a Playboy Cardi. Like Playboy Cardi is entire.
He's a really good one.
Yeah, but his entire life is interesting at this point. Like he does interesting things in other ways where you're kind of like, okay, I can afford. Oh, I'm cool with you pulling back because I know that when you do pop out, it's going to be interesting. You'll see a lot of artists who want to be mysterious. But then when they pop out, it's just like the same shit other artists are doing. So then you kind of feel as a fan like, damn, bro, I waited all this time and went through all this for nothing. I think it's the big thing too. Like you got to be interesting in so many other areas to be.
I just wanted to play that clip because I do agree with what he was saying. I think you can even tie that into business and or content creating or whatever the case may be. I do think you have to find other ways to present yourself and show yourself where it's not just your music or just your work. Like even like I said, even if it's a brand, like you own a hair. I remember I told y'all about that even when selling hair, and I was telling like, dude, I was like, when hair started to become like when everybody had the access to getting hair, like if Amazon sell hair now and this place sell hair, like it was easier to get access where you didn't. It was only like at one point in time, especially in the DMV area, it may be only like 3 places you could actually get hair from. So you had to like, it was cool. You didn't have to have no brand. But now when there's so many people who sell hair, or so many people who do lashes or do eyebrows or whatever, you kind of have to find a way to have yourself stand out, and yourself is a part of your brand. So that makes people be like, oh, I only want to get from this person because it's this person. It don't have nothing necessarily. Yeah, I can go get some hair from Amazon, but Amazon ain't this girl that I just love her Instagram post. I love the way she look and the way she put her hair together. So it helps separate her, even from somebody like Jada Waiter, like she's her. She kind of found different ways to make herself a brand outside of just her product, so it makes her product sell even faster because people just love Jada Waiter. So that was just something when I seen that clip, I kind of just like, all right, it's cool. You can kind of tie that into, it don't necessarily just have something to do with music. You can kind of talk about that with any form of business and in marketing. Let's get into Power. So of course, this episode of Power, it was one of them episodes we kind of been waiting for. We kind of wanted to figure out who Diana baby father was, and they gave it to us. They gave it to us. I'm not gonna lie. I still, of course, my brain, I still thought it was old boy. And I feel like the bookstore dude. And when they had they kind of having their moment in the house, and he looked like he felt like he wanted, like you could keep seeing his lips like mutter, like he wanted to tell her he loved her. He didn't ever say it, but it seemed like he wanted to. And I thought she was gonna tell me she was baby. Like when he offered her, like when she started crying, I thought she was gonna come out and be like, I'm pregnant. Like when they were sitting on the couch and she started crying, I thought she was gonna come out and tell him she was pregnant. Because I'm still like, bro, the last person she had sex with was him.
I don't think so.
Nigga, it was. I remember it like, nigga, when Kanan came in the jump.
Somebody seen it on, somebody said something on Spotify. They left a comment. They said it was Tyreek was the last one.
I maybe need to go back and look at last season. I swear I thought it was the bookstore nigga. Because when was
it was that night she was drunk. She had the bottle. She was drinking.
That was before I think that was before the bookstore, dude.
I thought it was too. Maybe I need to go back and look. I can't really remember, but I swear I thought it was. I honestly thought it was the bookstore dude. But like I said, I could be wrong.
And it could be, but I mean, we'll never know.
Yeah, you won't know now because he that nigga's dead as a doorknob. Shout out to Tyreek. But only thing I can't even say shout outs to Tyreek because I feel like he gonna get caught for that one. Because like, dog, if this nigga parents can afford to have a whole nother house and a car to sit in the garage, ain't no ring cameras on this joint. Ain't no cameras in his house. You just smoked the nigga with no mask on, no nothing.
It's TV.
It's TV, but it's like, damn, like you can't be that sloppy. Like I feel like, bro, Tariq is kind of like too. He think his moves out too well for him to just kill somebody in the house and then just leave. Because this thing about how many times we done seen Ghost almost get bagged for shit like that, and then they had to go back and clear and had to clean it up. No, but I'm saying, like, think about it. Ghost had messed up before, and they, even with the Tommy, one time when Tommy had to go back in the house and clean the fingerprints or whatever the case may be, because they didn't fucked up before and caught a body just miscellaneous and didn't mean to, and now you got fingerprints all over the house and you need to get it. I just feel like that body right there, him killing that goddamn bookstore boy, and Michael Ealy being on his heels like that was just too like, nah, dog. That was one of them jumps where I feel like, all right, that body right there gonna come back to bite you on the ass.
You think that body gonna come back and bite him? Yeah,
because it was just too random. You got to think about it. They had their little because that's what I'm saying. His handprints got to be on that door and in the house. You knocked on the door.
Oh, he had gloves
on.
He did?
Yeah, he had gloves on.
Oh, yes.
He had black gloves on when he came in there.
And he didn't intentionally kill him. I think he went for the gun.
And I think when they was tussling, it went off.
Yeah, he didn't go in there to kill him.
Because when he said, you maybe had to do this, it ain't had to go like this.
I mean, I hear y'all, but I just think, to me, for something, the way Michael Ealy on that nigga body, that random body, did you ain't plan on getting? I feel like that shit gonna kind of like it's gonna come back on. And did Tyreek really shoot at Monet?
No, it was Tasha.
Oh, and that's when he's like, Mom.
He was going to. He was about to.
So somebody could have identified him because he was out the car.
Oh yeah, he was. Damn. Shout out to Monet's sister though for her to even recognize that shit was crazy though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That little.
That's why I was wondering who was gonna say that she was pregnant or notice that she was pregnant. I thought it would have been Drew first because he been the most. Even he spent so much, like he's with her right now. Because I was wondering who was gonna be the one to tell everybody, hey, she's pregnant, leave her,
Yeah, shout out me. Yeah, shout out to the sister.
I knew that was gonna come. I knew that was gonna end up coming into play about her being pregnant, and like let her live because she's pregnant.
I mean, I think Monet just having too many them, like her having those flashbacks and then her having those moments where she kind of losing her strength. It's just kind of weakening her and making her a little bit softer because it's like you done seen her kill niggas for less. So it was like, bro, they literally try to kill you. Like that shit wasn't like the way that kind of just played out. That was just kind of
that's a guilty conscience right there.
Yeah, because that Drew, that would, I'm not gonna lie to you. Them showing them back in the day clips is fire, dog. Because that little Drew situation was nuts. Like, bro, he was so young, and you literally just like this shit was almost like a nigga was at football practice. Like, good, like he hit a nigga with a crackback. Like, what the fuck? He's just smoked somebody, dog. And you telling this nigga to suck that shit up, and that's what you supposed to do? Like, nah, come on, dog. You really like them throwback clips really let you see how horrible of a mother she was, and like you gotta paint your like. Damn, you really fucked these kids up.
But did you build? I try to build them to stand up the whip time or what we saying.
Yeah, but dog, you're not supposed. Your job is not to have kids to raise them up to become little drug dealers and soldiers. Like that's trifling,
but we stayed in that area.
Yeah, because you pigeonholed them into that area. Like Drew was saying, like dog, I could have been anything else. Even when he was having his little moments with Kane, like dog, them niggas ain't really want to do that.
That nigga Kane, dog. If I had to pick one, I think he gonna be the one to get shot.
And Drew gonna do it.
I'm telling you, I think he gonna be if out of everybody out of that family, I think he gonna be the one to get killed.
I mean, maybe
because he is.
I mean, this is the final season, so I mean, of course, again, like I told y'all last week, we got one more episode, and then
no, I think
this was the last one. That was 5.
This was 4. No,
that was 4. Yeah, so they got one more. Yeah, that's what I was. I thought
they was going on the break.
Yeah, no, I think we got one more. Oh shit, it's 4th of July.
No, that's what I said. I thought it was the end. I think it's 4, and then they got 5 at the end.
I mean, I know it's episode 4.
I think it's 4 now, and then 5 because it's 9 episodes, so that's the number.
Oh, I'm gonna look. But yeah, just I'm gonna look real quick while we talking about Ghost Power. Is that the break?
Fuck Hannah because she's pregnant. What the fuck that got to do with me? Why should I care?
Because it's yours.
In the case of Diana's unborn child, Tariq, you are the father. I'm not too sure he's the guy for you.
No, and it's just like, what type of why did he just run out the door like that? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, somebody tell you that they having a, like, that you pregnant, you about to have a kid, and this nigga just looking there with a dumbass look, and they just literally run out the door. Like, I can't even remember what show that was, but like, that can't be the break episode. Maybe they don't say nothing. I don't see nothing on there where it say.
I remember I sent it to you a long time ago, but I'm telling you, I think that's the.
Yeah, I mean,
especially for you to say it's the, it's 4th of July weekend, they're not going to do.
I mean, maybe because 4th of July on a Thursday, so I can't see. I mean, I can't see them why they wouldn't do it. I still would put it out. Like, it ain't no sports on or nothing. To me, this is the perfect time. Like, if you got a TV show and you really want your TV show to do numbers, this is absolutely the perfect time to kind of have your TV show kind of do numbers. Because even though, I mean, y'all know I be on the WNBA Twitter and threads, and people complain about like they're scheduling and their times that they pick random ass games, be like dumb and shit. Like today while we recording, they had 2 games that came on at 10 p.m. Like, why y'all ain't stretch these fucking games out? So that's not enough for some people that got even worry about competing with. So realistically, it ain't no sports on there. I don't even know why Power going on a break. Like, what's the purpose of going on a break until September? Like, why not just bang the whole summer out and then it is what it is? Like, what's the purpose of the break? I don't get it, but shout outs to Method Man. Method Man tried to shoot his shot at Noma. I ain't mad at him because you ain't get to see her naked yet for real. Like, you only get to see the shoulder. So I can't even sit here and say what she gonna look like naked because it's just like literally just only giving you some shoulder action. But
who you think will have more leverage, Tyreek or Kana?
What you mean?
If Tyreek gets the daughter,
Tyreek. Because the mother don't want the daughter had nothing to do with that, and she just cherished her daughter so much. And then you got to think about it, nigga. Tyreek almost got her once, so he can get her now. Like, and I ain't gonna lie to you. The person I really want to see how she gonna carry this Effie, because like that Diana pregnancy thing with Effie. Oh my god! Because you got to think on it now, because she kind of lose out on both ends. If Diana really pregnant with Tyreek baby, and then when Effie find out, and then it's like Kanan sleeping with Noma, it's like you really ain't got no nigga now. Like, you gonna be on your glow riddle like, nigga, it's fucking 7 p.m. Friday and I ain't got no nigga and ain't no nigga got me, because it's gonna be like, damn, what you gonna do? Shout outs to Braden though. I'm not, the way they put together that little, man, that nigga, if he was really that smart in like real life or whatever, the way they play his character, like, nigga, he is an elite at branding and marketing when it comes to selling goddamn drugs. Because that t-shirt shit, and they putting the drugs in the t-shirt and then putting the other shit, the pills in the goddamn the bottom of the water. Oh, this nigga, he is that nigga when it comes to cleaning up your goddamn money and finding out like the legal way to sell illegal drugs. Like, that nigga is different. Even them taking like the little phone pay and all that up. Like, yeah, that shit was tight. I do like the way they do that one. I did hear a rumor that I don't know if that was true. Did y'all seen it or heard that they were supposed to actually be tying them 2 shows together?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing, or that was?
I don't know if it's a real thing, but I did hear something about that. Them Tommy and Tariq, which I think would be smart.
Yeah, to be smart, kind of like I get it. You try to give everybody a separate jump, but y'all probably stronger together and better off being together. Yeah, so that one I hope that is true, and
it will be the perfect time right now.
Yeah, I just want to see how they're gonna play this out now. How did you know that? Like, Monet and Diana had their little moment. Monet called off Kane killing Drew.
So what is Davis now? Do you think he's back in the game now? Like, I mean,
he's trying to. I mean, he kind of playing both sides. He's trying to still have his political connects in with the being a lawyer, and then he also at the same time trying to, like, I still be to pay bills, still got to be able to pay my people. That's why when he tried to front Tariq the money so he can get some work, so he's like, nigga, I'm not a lawyer, I ain't getting no clients right now, so I need to still have some consistent income flowing and rolling in. So let me kind of figure out a way to kind of clean this money up a little bit. So I mean, I ain't mad at him the way they did it, but like I said, to me, of course, the biggest takeaway is going to be how this Tyreek and Diana thing going to play out, or what's going to be his new relationship with Monet now that he know that he, like, all right, Tariq is, I mean, let's be clear, Tariq is better than all her kids at selling drugs. So I mean, like, shit, if I can bring you in as my goddamn son-in-law now, like, you you more profitable than all these fucking kids is.
Oh no, we do get one this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm about
Yeah,
to
the
say.
fifth.
That
July
wouldn't make no.
5th. Oh no, they got 10 episodes. It's 10. It's not 9.
Nigga, I don't know where you got 9 from in the first place.
I thought it said 9.
Yeah, I couldn't. Nigga, I couldn't see. There ain't no way in hell you gonna be your last final season and you gonna shorten the joint. Yeah, that wouldn't make no sense. Yeah, so I mean, we'll get an episode this week. I do kind of want to figure it out. I mean, this is July 4th weekend, so hopefully y'all are safe. Enjoy your cookouts. I mean, of course, don't be one of them idiots that don't think it's gonna be traffic. Listen, I don't know how crazy or why the pandemic happened and then I feel like the traffic has got worse since the pandemic. So plan your weekend accordingly. If you got a 4 or 5 day weekend, I don't know how that work. But plan it accordingly. Don't forget, like I said, there will be traffic, so be cautious of that. If you're in a city, and be careful, especially with the at nighttime when that fireworks and stuff going off. I'm nigga, I'm ready to go in the house. That's the time I'm absolutely happy that I don't have kids, so I ain't gotta stay out late. I ain't gotta shoot nobody fireworks. When the streets get too smoky, I'm taking my ass in the house. So like I said, we'll see y'all next week. God willing, y'all be safe, be careful.
Ultra podcast. Like, share, and subscribe.
And make sure y'all listen to that new Meg. I ain't gonna lie, that new Meg, Sauce Walker, both of them Jones. I like both of them projects a lot.